Because I'm an idiot.
Yeah, you need to write. This is the statement that JD should have come in and said.
I don't complain about raccoon eyes. I don't complain about the emotional friend, which is funny.
Right.
I don't complain about Artie's comedy.
This is a valid argument.
But when me and Richard are breaking our ass every day, it's about our work. That's what we admire Artie.
Even saying for
and
Artie
we admire your.
Congratulations, Robin knows and nobody in the audience does.
But that's my point. I was like, at the very least, they could have written this statement for JD.
Robin, now you can be our
No. I think the JD bit is working. You really need to give him some notes and write them down so that he can come in and make your statements. These are great.
Notes.
And this is what you're depriving us of on the air.
And she agreed she would be our moderator for this, if you don't mind, Howard.
Why would I agree to that?
Well, no, just to make sure they get their statements out, because I thought they had some interesting things to say.
All right, go ahead.
Here's my statement.
Thanks for waiting till 10:45 to do
this. She came in and talked to us right before you did the / Cousin Brucey interview. You were so busy, we didn't want to interrupt.
The thing is, here it is with Artie in a nutshell. Artie knows how I feel about him, and I know how Artie feels about me, and we do have a good relationship. What bothered me is me and Richard are very passionate, as you know, and insecure about our work on the show. We go nuts over it. We drive Gary crazy. We drive you, Howard, crazy. And we don't mind any of the jokes, any of the ball breaking, any of the raccoon references, any of the emotional friend, which is, I've said a million times is funny, and the roasts are great. What hurts us is that when Artie takes a jab at our work that we're passionate about the show, if he says that our jack and rods are redundant, if he calls us fifth graders, if he says any kid could do our prank calls, if he says we take an easy route by using cunt in calls, and he comes back and he says that Richard Christie is a hack comedian, we're just up-and-coming guys. And we respect and admire Artie, and we want to be a part of the family, and we would love his help. So I don't care about anything that you do, and I've laughed over everything you've done, and I applaud the ball breaking, but we are passionate about what we do for the Howard Stern Show, and that's where we feel we're being ribbed, and we're being kind of, jabbed at.
And we're not mad. We're not mad at Artie. We're just get hurt when things get said.
I listened to this, and this is a quote from you yesterday, Sal. I'll read it back to you.
I know, but see, what you're doing
is wait a second now. You said you're not mad, but let's find out.
Yesterday,
You said the following, and I'm just reading from a transcript. I'm not putting anything in your mouth. You said this to Artie's face.
It's gonna be brutal. I know.
You were on those stupid fucking shows before Howard Stern. Nobody knew you.
Well, they were stupid.
You sucked on Mad TV. You sucked on the Norm Show. Beer League sucks shit. It's fucking terrible.
It's a lot of projects to suck in.
It was a flop. It was in 18 theaters and made $250,000 in America. I could shit that out of my ass. For you to tell me about comedy and what people tell me off the air, you have no fucking clue what you're talking about. Okay, now, that is a quote.
That's
so
my
don't
quote.
tell me you weren't mad. That's not true.
Howard, I never said I wasn't mad.
I said it.
So compared to
the
movies you were in,
Robin,
a lot more
moderate
than that.
Well, let us say this.
Let me finish.
What I talked about with them before was that all of the things they did yesterday only caused a big break. It didn't really express how they truly felt. It was lashing out in anger, and they really didn't say to you what they actually feel.
So what happened was with Artie taking those digs at what we do, our work, not other stuff, which we don't have a problem with, it festered in us. And we said, we're not even going to deal with Artie anymore. We're not going to let him make fun of our calls and say they suck. Let him say all the shit he says about our work, and we'll just sit in the back and do the best that we can. And then it came to the breaking point where I came on the show and Artie said, you guys are glorified whack packers that won a contest. That was the straw that broke the camel's back. I was personally offended from a work perspective, not a personal one. And the only angle I could take back at Artie was diminishing his work as a professional. That was the only angle. I wasn't going to go beneath the belt. That wasn't my intent. My intent was like, hey, you keep knocking me. I'm breaking my ass every day. I'm passionate about what I do. I love what I do. Where can I go? I could say, well, I think you sucked on Mad TV and you sucked on Beer League. Is that true? No. But it was to a certain degree, maybe. But that was the angle.
What is this?
It's ridiculous, Sal. It's so phony.
It's not phony at all.
What is this?
See,
it's bullshit.
No, and that's the truth. And that's the
But that's why we didn't come in earlier, because no matter what we say, we can't defend ourselves.
You said all that stuff before I mentioned that you won a contest. Yes, you did.
Tell me when.
The stuff's Howard just read.
That's what I said yesterday.
Yeah,
I
and
did.
then I said you want a context reacting to that.
Right, but I didn't say all that. No, when they brought the wrap-up show.
That is true, because on the next page,
of course it's
several pages later, Artie said that.
Okay, but there was several things that Artie said beforehand, which triggered me to say that. Artie, do you mean how... in anger, I spoke improperly. And when you get mad, you say things that you don't mean, and you try to hurt people like you did to me.
Well,
and
I try to hurt you. Does anybody else in this room feel that I constantly bash their phone calls?
I don't think you constantly bash their phone calls. I think they are super sensitive to your criticism. And so every time it does happen, it's like in neon to them. And they don't forget from the last time. It just gets heaped on and heaped on, so that they are suffering. Every time they do something and you go, that's 5th grade, or why do you guys have to do that? They're like, Artie hates our work.
No,
but shouldn't the compliments I give them make just as big an impact?
They don't hear that. You know when you're in a comedy club and you see the one guy not laughing and you focus on him and everyone. Okay.
Right, and
we're offended. We get offended if Howard, Robin, Fred, if anybody like rags on our work, we get offended by them too. But at the time, they were asking us about you, Artie. We're not focusing on you. Robin has said bad things about our stuff, too. Everybody has said bad things.
See, I own up to it. If I said it, it's okay.
The only problem I have with you guys is a lot of the gay stuff, but your phony phone call stuff is great.
Yeah,
I think that's awesome.
But Howard,
I like the gay stuff.
Right, I was going to say Howard likes the gay stuff.
What does it matter what I think?
It matters because
But what do you care as long as I keep you employed?
Exactly.
Because
I like what you're doing.
Yeah, but you know what? We respect and love Artie just as much because he is a funny figure on the show. There's no denying it. And Artie does come to us off the air, so we do get mixed signals.
But that's what I couldn't understand, how you could be so vicious to Artie. And it's not only off the air. Artie has tried to be an advisor to you.
Right.
He's taken you under his wing.
Yep.
He's told you how he thinks you could extend your career beyond this show. He's been your advocate. How could you be attacking him?
Because lately, within the past month, I don't know what it is like when Artie no longer returns phone calls. I know Artie's going through a lot, and I'm not putting the blame on Artie.
Oh, you're calling him?
No.
You're bothering him.
No, probably. But Artie's in his own world. He's got his own issues, and I hope they work out. But we just feel like there's no communication, and the only time me and Richard hear something like Howard said, like the guy in the comedy club, we just hear the negatives, and we got to a point where, look, we'll just let Artie be, and we were convinced that you just don't like us at all. And
I don't.
You guys are very paranoid back there, and maybe I should separate the two of you.
Right, because you're feeding each other.
I think the two of you are sitting back there day in and day out, and both of you, I don't think between the two of you have an IQ point higher than 90. I think you're sitting there and feeding each other a bunch of stuff. You're getting paranoid.
But that's not true.
Don't talk to each other anymore.
All we talk about is
so much weeing and all of you.
But in other words, guys, you see what you're doing here is a very bad thing for the show. Right. In other words, now you're forcing me to censor myself in my
No, not at all.
Yes, you are, Sal. Like now I got to figure out what is going to offend you and what isn't going to offend you.
Nothing offends
And that's
me.
not...
But
Sal, clearly something offends you. That's why you're here.
Everything offends you.
Artie, nothing offends me.
Yes.
Sal, that's not how the show operates.
Sal, you're the guy who got on the show by goofing relentlessly on Baba Booey. And
there were goofs. But when you ever hear me talk about Gary as a producer, I'm the first guy to say that
he's horrible.
I say he's a great producer. I only say that once in a while to get under his skin.
You say once in a while, Gary's a horrible producer to get under his skin.
Right.
So accept that from Artie.
I can.
Sal, you've called me a shitty producer so many times I can't even count it.
All right, but have I called you a great producer?
No.
When asked who
has Artie called you a great comedy guy?
Yeah, from time to time.
And has Artie called you a shitty comedy guy?
Yeah.
She does the same thing you do.
I know.
Go back there and suck it up.
But listen,
that's my point. The point
get over it, man. Get over it.
The point that I'm trying to make is that we respect and admire Artie, and we're passionate about our work, and that's why we were mad.
I told you do good work. That's all that matters.
But listen to this. Like everybody,
I resent you worrying about what Artie thinks.
We do this. What we did
exactly. I agree with
us. Getting up, us getting upset at what Artie said. Everybody's had that happen to them on this show. Artie's got upset at you for setting him up with that bit when you brought the girl in that liked faggot.
Okay,
Robin got
did
upset.
I give Howard some sort of edict about not?
And we're not giving you an edict.
Yes, you are.
No.
Yes, you are.
No.
You're telling me there's certain things you don't want me to say.
No, we're not saying that. We're just saying we get irked at when you say it, but keep saying it.
So,
We'll deal with it.
Sal, you don't want him to
clearly
keep saying
can't deal with
it.
it.
No, Sal,
Dealing with
wait a second, Sal. You don't want him to keep saying it, do you?
No, I've come to the point where I just have to. That's it.
So you're going to be allowed to say about Gary, he's a shitty producer, and Time say he's a good producer, and call him a monkey and everything else.
And me and Aaron at it. The right lines for I bitch like that my father falls off a roof, and that's all fine.
And you're going to be able to do
You want me to start censoring you, motherfuckers?
But the point, no, not at all. And you know what?
So fuck off.
That's fine. I could deal with
Artie
that.
didn't
But at
say
least
anything to you about writing about his father falling off the roof. I thought it was a little wild.
But here, let me.
Why is that okay?
I sit back and I take it. I take it.
Because it fell within the content of the show. High Pitch Mike and him had a feud. High Pitch Mike came to me, and me and
Why
Richard
is it
composed
okay
the
for you
show.
to Gary? Why is it okay for you to call Gary a shitty producer?
To break his balls, but
is it fair to break your balls?
Yes.
So then why are you telling him you don't like it?
Why does Artie do the emotional friend while I'm crying on the couch?
Because it's funny.
Right, and that's why we do what we do.
But then why are you now on the air
I'm not the one right. I'm not the one instigating
we're not
this.
talking about that. What I'm trying to say is that when it's within the content of the show, when you're discussing Artie's drug addiction, when you're discussing his way, when you're discussing,
during the
hold
show.
on, when
What
you're
do I
discussing,
crowbar it in?
No, when you're discussing issues with me and issues with Richard, we have no problem. I don't have a problem.
You have a problem.
Makeup,
You know what your problem is.
raccoon,
Your problem,
emotional friend that you egg him onto. I have no problem. Gary dances around me with a. Wait, let me tell you.
You know what your problem is.
I've never complained about any of that.
Your problem is when Artie says that you're a shitty comedian.
Yes.
But you say
because
Gary's a shitty producer.
But it's
How
not,
is that different?
It's not a comedian. I know I am green at comedy. I've admitted it.
So I'm talking about the problem.
I'm talking about the work that me and Richard composed for the show.
So what does Gary do for the show?
Yeah, but it's different.
Why?
I don't know. I can't
Why
put
is
my
it
finger
different?
on it.
You mean your work for the show is different than Gary's work for the show? In other words, when you say Gary's a shitty producer, isn't that the same as Artie saying you guys are shitty, phony phone callers?
Yeah, but you could see. But
first of all,
you could
that's
see
not
past
what I'm
that.
saying.
What do you mean? I can't see past that?
You can see the difference in that.
I'm playing your call.
I know, but
I don't see a difference in that at all.
Can I say something?
You got to suck it up.
We're not talking about that. We're talking about Artie. We feel that Artie jabs a lot of our hard work.
Artie jabs your hard work, and you jab Gary's hard work.
But let me say this. But let me say,
wait, don't nod your head. You don't know that you jab Gary's hard work?
I make fun of him. It's a goof. It's a joke.
It's a goof when you do
jab each other's hard work.
We think that Artie's being
because
sincere
you're
in his
paranoid.
Right.
I mean, Gary's healthy. Everyone here's healthy, but you're not.
Right.
So then get healthy. Go see a psychiatrist.
Well, that's what I said.
Hey,
the opening of my statement was it's because of our insecurity and our paranoia that we got upset.
You don't think I have insecurities about comedy? Every performer on earth has
Everybody here has
We do.
insecurities.
We think that.
I want to run something by Sal because this is one of those things that I thought was, maybe humor in your mind, but not to me. The week you were in for Get John's Job, right? Howard and I had some incident. There wasn't a piece of paper in front of him, a cart that he needed or whatever. And we got into a fight and everything and, like a real thing. And you walked in and you go, here's the problem, Howard. Gary's a horrible producer.
Right.
And you know what? I wasn't finding humor in that. I dealt with it. I wouldn't even know if I'm going to have to deal with you forever.
I thought it was funny.
It was funny
too.
to them, and I took
Sal,
it.
it's funny when Artie busts your balls.
It is. It's great. Like emotional
So
friend.
stop whining about it.
No.
Not emotional friend. Don't
We're
confuse
saying
it.
anytime he breaks your balls.
Okay,
if he's breaking your balls about your work,
See, but
I
now
know it hurts.
now I have to edit myself in my head.
No, don't edit.
We just thought that you hated us and hated everything that we did.
Well,
We've got to the.
Don't edit yourself. All we're saying is when you say it, it hurts, but we'll deal with it.
No, you're not dealing with it.
We are. You guys asked. No, we are. The reason that all this came up is because people are putting up notes saying these guys are back there freaking out. Maybe once every 2 weeks we get mad at something that Artie says.
That's pretty often.
I'm saying maybe that much, but we're not back there stewing.
I'm thinking back to when this started, probably. The time I pointed out that maybe some of the phone calls always had that theme of interrupting.
And let me say this. That turned into a funny bit. It hurt a little bit at the beginning that you said that, but it turned into a funny bit, and we dealt with it. So don't censor yourself. You can rag on our stuff every day, but there's no way.
Howard,
being a human,
Richard's giving me permission.
Yes.
So he's giving me permission not to censor myself.
Right.
Exactly. You think I'm waiting for that permission from you, you dope?
No, but I don't want you to think that we want you to not talk about us.
But the problem is, if I continue doing whatever it is I'm doing, once every 2 weeks, you'll have a pussy powwow, and I'll fucking.
You're here to encourage Artie to keep ragging on you. Is that what you're saying?
I'm
Sal, that's what you're saying.
That's fine.
And I think, done. Now get out of here.
One thing. our defense is we're human. We're not made of steel. It hurts a little bit, and that's all we're saying.
It hurts all of us. You think it's funny? You think I get a laugh out of high-pitched Mike saying follow your dad and fall off a roof?
I know, but when you say on the air that you're pissed about that, that's all we're saying. That we're human just like you guys, and we get hurt.
Okay, so stop making those jokes about my father. Stop making the jokes about Aaron.
But we're not telling you to stop.
I'm not a fag. I don't care about that shit.
Wait a minute, hold it. I don't want this to end before we determine, are you going to barricade yourself in your little studio?
No.
Or will we have some freedom of movement around in the office again?
I never gave up my freedom.
Here's my they've been closeted for a couple of weeks
I tell you, I like them.
They've been closeted their whole life.
Hey, Howard, let me ask you a question. In the history of the show, with 24 years, right, for all the shit that you ever said about me, have I ever come to you and told you not to do something or told you that it hurt me? You just fucking man up.
But this all
Everybody
started.
in the office knows how you feel, so clearly you're telling someone.
Right.
No, but we're not coming to Artie and saying, hey, stop talking about it.
You're going to other people.
We didn't go
behind my back.
No, we're not.
Richard,
and
in all fairness to these guys,
behind your back.
Jason revealed that. They didn't.
Okay, but still.
And what Jason...
Everybody else knew how they felt, Howard. I'm telling you, we all knew.
Right.
Jason repeated verbatim, but we all knew this was going on.
The fact is, I'm weirded out by you having a discussion about me on any level.
We're not having discussions. I don't talk behind your back. Jason came in and said it.
Jason made that up.
No, he said he was bringing up when I was mad about you ragging on me at the roast. But that's something I talked about on the air.
I am clear now on this.
I'm not.
I hope that, well, see, there's still some feelings out there.
They'll have to be ironed out. They'll have to be ironed out later.
That was all very destructive.
All right.
But
I understand what's going on now. The boys are saying they are hurt, they're human, but the fact of the matter is they recognize it's this Howard Stern show.
We need somebody who speaks stupid, because I can't interpret what they're saying.
I'm interpreting. I speak stupid.
Well, let me make it clear. I'm not mad at Artie. I won't stay mad at Artie. I'm not an angry guy. I love everybody on this show. I love my job, and I'm going to continue to have fun and have the greatest job in the world.
And continue not to do...
coming up with those great ideas.
Don't do drugs and ruin your creativity.
I'm not going to do acid and ruin my ideas.
If you make another statement like that, I will promise you not to goof on it.
Keep goofing on it.
Could you imagine?
My final statement is, Artie, I hope you accept my apology for going overboard in a state of anger. I didn't mean it, and you can certainly do what you want. And I'm glad that you made us aware that they are just jokes and we are overly sensitive. So I apologize.
And how is Beer League?
Beer League's okay. I'm being honest. I mean, that doesn't mean anything. I mean, it's my opinion. It's okay.
That's right. Okay.
And I did wish Artie success on that. I'm glad
God,
he had that
I
successful
can't wait
moment.
to see the movie you make.
I made Robin's Meat and Vegetables.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, I got a standing ovation and people applauded the whole time at the theater.
You're a dope.
That was funny, Artie.
You're comparing that to my movie. You're an idiot.
No, it was better. Meat and Vegetables was better. It's not a comparison.
I really don't like you. I hate your guts.
All right, thank you.
I love you, Artie.
No, you're a fucking jerk. You're a phony faggot.
Because I compared Robin's Meat and Vegetables to Beer League?
Just because everything about you's phony. You're a dummy.
I'm phony.
You're a dummy. I don't like the two of you. Stay away from me.
Robin, I thought you came to us to come in because it's going to be better.
This show's about honesty. I don't like either one.
I'm being honest. I said it's okay. Beer League's okay. I'm being honest.
Nobody cares about your opinion.
If I was a two-face, I'd say Beer League was good.
But nobody cares about your opinion, Sal. I don't care about.
I'm making my final statement.
He asked you as a joke.
I love you.
I hate your guts.
Is there anything we can say, Artie?
No, I don't like you guys. I'm honest. I'm not like you guys. I really don't like you.
Why don't
There's people I don't like in life, and you're two of them.
Has it always been like that, or just now?
Well, I mean, no, the last couple of days. No, of course not. The last couple of days, I've seen you for the fucking serpent pussy homos that you are. Go have another pussy powwow about it. Artie jabs at us. We don't think he's not kidding, you fucking fags.
Hey, what about when you got mad at Howard? You've gotten mad at Howard.
Yeah, and then I went to him and said, listen, I got to go on the wrap-up show and bitch about you for an hour and a half. And then
well, you did. You complained about it on the wrap-up show the day that he brought the chicken for you.
You don't see what's different about this, you idiot?
No.
It's like talking to an idiot.
It's not different. It's something that Howard did that upset you, and you've talked about it on the air.
Well, Howard acted me and Howard acted the way you two are acting right now.
You know what I'll do, Artie? This weekend I will rewatch Beer League.
I never want to
give it a second. I promise you,
Sal.
I'll
Let me
give
tell
it a
you
second
something,
chance.
Sal.
I'll have some beer.
Sal, I want to tell you something. I don't like you on any level.
Okay,
and I don't care what you think. I don't care what you think about Beer League.
Jeez.
I really don't. I really don't. You're a dummy.
Who pay tickets
to
see it.
A lot of them say they like it. Maybe they're
care.
lying. Maybe they're lying.
I don't know.
So
I will make
Sal,
a sincere attempt. I saw it in the
Sal, if
theater.
it wasn't for
Nice
this
job,
show,
Robin.
Sal, you will never work in this business ever again after the show. Ever again.
But you know what?
Because you're a nothing.
But I'm
you're
on
a
this show.
nothingness.
But this is
but this show's going to go away, and you'll be a homeless asswipe.
Well, I'll be that. I can deal with that.
You suck.
So, Artie, do I still get the Chelsea hotel room?
I'm sick of giving you guys handouts too.
Artie, you want your Beer League DVD back?
No, Sal, I don't like you.
I know, you made that very clear. But
I don't like you at all. No, I don't give a fuck.
Hold on, you just call us dopes and idiots for fun.
And if you come to me outside with this bullshit, I'm going to drop you. And then I'm going to fucking punch you in the face.
What?
Oh my God!
Whoa, what are you doing,
All right,
Artie?
let's end this now.
That's enough. What happened? I missed it.
Maybe you should go.
Artie just nailed Sal with something.
What are you doing? Artie,
why would you do that?
Oh, what are you doing? What is that?
Go!
Hey, Artie, easy.
Jesus.
Holy shit. Sal. Holy cow. I feel bad for the guy. I mean, is it me? Did I go overboard?
No.
I did nothing.
What it was that set him off.
I said I'll rewatch Beer League with a case of beer, and he went crazy.
What are you doing? All right. Artie, what are you doing? What did you just do? I missed it. I'm here drawing pictures.
Wow.
What just happened?
I'm being real.
Did you throw some at him?
Yeah.
Why?
Go Yank.
Well, maybe she can plead your case for you a little bit.
Yeah.
Claudia, you wrote us some notes.
And this was a couple years ago, and she got a little tipsy at the show, and Sal kind of had some fun with her in the green room after the show.
Really?
Yeah.
Sal?
Sal, yeah. I don't know if he remembers it. It was probably like 2 years ago or so. That was a fun time, and there were pictures
kind
up
of
over
fun?
at Mark's for
Sal, what is that?
Fun time.
Sal.
Do you remember that, Sal?
What the fuck is this asshole talking about? What are you talking about?
Do you remember that?
I'll fucking knock you out right here. I'm not kidding. I'll fucking knock you out right here.
Let's go.
Hey, easy.
What the fuck? What type of bullshit is that? I was having fun with your wife. You fucking douche. You piece of shit. You boring fucking sack of shit. If I see your wife, I'll stick my dick in her mouth just on principle right in front of you.
In other words,
fuck yourself.
Sal, are you saying that this guy just...
What the fuck is this loser piece of shit to talk that way?
Are you making a joke?
Go fuck yourself.
Guy's a married man.
No. He didn't have fun with her. He just...
You said I had fun with her. You made a fucking blatant lie.
Yeah, you guys messed with her a little in the green room.
Take it back,
Put
asshole.
some ketchup on her face and took some funny pictures of her.
No. You were making an insinuation that other shit was going on.
No. I don't think you would want to.
Sim, what are you, fucking mental?
This guy's a good guy, too. I've hung out with him a billion times. Yeah. I give him free tickets to shows. They see him at Caroline's. We buy drinks together. And all of a sudden, this guy's like, Sal had some fun in the green one.
Yeah, the ketchup, the french fries on her face.
That I remember.
Yeah,
I didn't
that's
even
what
know
I'm talking about. I know you didn't know her, yeah.
You put ketchup and french fries on his wife's face?
We all did it.
Yeah.
He did it, too. He was there.
No, I wasn't there.
The Sims wife passed out, and you decorated her in ketchup and french fries?
Yeah, I got pictures of it. It's very funny.
So, in other words, you did not have sex with her?
No,
I never said that.
Well, Sim,
you got to see it. She's a pig. I would never have sex with her. She's fucking... Ugh.
Yeah, but I can see why the Sim might be mad.
It's a good thing that she left. Good for you.
Claudia, why is Sal attacking you? Claudia.
I'm sorry?
Why is Sal attacking you now?
I don't know. I've hung out with him before, and he was very nice.
I tell you why I'm attacking her, because, first of all, I apologize to you, dude. I do.
Why?
Well, I've been so worked up lately with all this bullshit.
He made it seem like
he did make it seem like that. It was a blatant lie. You're right. But I apologize. Right. Now that you explained it, I apologize.
Yeah, but I can see. Sim, are you mad at Sal for treating your wife like that? I'd be mad.
No, I'm not mad at Sal.
It wasn't. Bob Levy was.
The marriage broke up.
Bob Levy was recording a DVD. And we had people in the back who were drinking, and we made a spectacle out of things, and that was one thing. Like, she passed out, and her friends were there, and they put ketchup and french fries and shit on her face. But anyway, The problem with this girl, Howard,
what goes on back?
It's this emotional friend bullshit. Is starting to really fucking get to me. Yep. I'm sick and tired of girls saying I had an emotional friend, but I didn't cheat, yet I'm leaving you. It's just bullshit.
I don't buy it.
I don't buy it either.
Hey, 1 second here. I asked Mr. Sim there to go to therapy numerous times to try to repair the relationship, and he refused because it was beneath him to go to therapy. So he didn't want to make it work. So why am I going to stick around in a loveless marriage?
Why the fuck were you having an emotional friend to begin with? This guy doesn't have to go to therapy if you're out fucking jerking some other guy's cock while he's paying the bills. You fucking lying cunt. What are you talking about? He doesn't need to go to therapy. Was he the one with the emotional friend? Was he? Answer the question. Was he the one with the emotional friend?
Sal, are you talking to Christine right now?
Yeah, I am.
It sounds like
what happened?
You sound like everyone's trying to say to you.
No, exactly. Well,
give her a break.
Listen, Sal, can I give you a little
because
advice?
the thing is that she's gone. I'm trying to work it out with my wife, but he doesn't have to go to fucking therapy. She was the one jerking around on this fucking guy.
So why do you have to go to therapy?
Right.
Well, that's a good question because I know who I am. I don't know who this guy is. That's a good point. But the thing is that
Sal, you're not yelling at Claudia. You're yelling at your wife.
You're so angry because
the issue I have here is that I'm sick and tired of women saying that, well, I didn't cheat, I didn't do this, I didn't do that, but I had an emotional friend. You did cheat. You did cheat, no matter how you slice it. Just come to reality and say, look, I'm a fucking cheater. I fucking betrayed somebody. I'm a fucking whore. And you know what? I fucked up. And you did.
Sal,
you
listen to
did.
how you
You
sound
took
right
somebody's,
now.
I don't care how you sound. You took somebody's money
Sal, are you
behind his
talking
fucking
Who do you
back.
want to say this to?
I'm just saying this about everybody. You know what happens?
Everybody or your
I would
wife?
just like to say no lasting bad
thing is
feelings
this.
toward Claudia or anything like
No
that.
disrespect to you, Claudia. I'm talking in general that I got so many emails from so many great guys, police officers, firemen, guys breaking their ass day and night, going through all my fucking bullshit, and each one of these guys got fucked
Sal,
over
it sounds
so
like
hard.
something's changed.
But you're not them.
Something's going on here. What happened in therapy?
Something might be, man. You'll find out after the fucking You'll find out after the break.
Are you getting a divorce?
No, I'm not getting a divorce. Not at all.
Well, what's going on here?
I don't
Separation?
know. I don't know,
Did
Howard.
we hit a bad patch?
Wow.
What happened in therapy?
Things were going good.
Things in therapy
You
are
finally
going fine.
lost it, right? Yeah, I told you this new Sal wasn't going to last.
He couldn't. He couldn't. Keep
I'm just
it up.
cracking. It's not Christine. I'm just. I'm cracking.
It's getting to you.
Yeah, it's fucking getting to
It's
me.
hitting
You know,
you.
and I feel really bad about what happened to you and her.
Drink after the show today.
And Claudia, you're not a cunt and a pig, but I'm saying that out of anger that people. And I apologize. People use that emotional friend excuse and put it
Well,
on
what do
the
you
guy.
people? What people are you
Women,
referring-
women. Enough of this emotional friend
women.
bullshit. Just stop it already. Cut it out. Just look in the mirror and say, I fucking betrayed this guy. And you know what? I fucked up. And why don't you ask him what he needs to fucking do to get the marriage back together? What?
Wait a second, Sal.
Well, we're divorced. There's nothing getting back together.
You were the one who said that it was your fault.
I know, and I do have a lot of faults, but you know what? I'm at a point now where I'm sick and tired of this fault horse shit. I am cracking like you said.
Something happened, didn't it?
I don't know.
What happened?
Dude. Nothing happened. I'm fucking.
Why the change in Sal? all of a
Sal,
sudden?
everybody understands what you're saying.
Right.
I mean, I know.
It's exactly what you said, Howard.
Sal-
that he's been jumping through hoops.
Dude, right. I'm sick of jumping. I'm fucking tired. My back legs are ready to give out from jumping through these fucking hoops.
Sal,
you know what I mean?
Will ripped you for but made these exact points.
But Will did make it. No, Will made a point. People left behind my back because I want to save my marriage. I still want to save my marriage.
Well, this doesn't sound like saving marriage talk.
Well-
It sounds like all the bitterness is starting to come out.
I'm starting to again. I'm talking about my.
You're
end.
angry, aren't you?
I'm angry. That's
You're
it. I'm angry,
that-
and I'm
Maybe
I'm,
he has to get that out in order to move past it.
and I'm not saying all women.
Sim, by the way, really bad idea having you in.
Really?
Yeah, okay, go
I
ahead.
tried to tell you yesterday, but
Robin
you
was
didn't
right.
go
It's
through with
great to
it.
meet you, though.
Really
There's no
bad
love
idea.
connection to Sim.
Really bad idea.
Claudia,
If I was Robin, I would not date you.
Claudia, you really are. You were a good sport that night. I apologize, and I don't mean to put it on you.
What are
but
we going to
the
find
thing
out?
is,
What are we going to find out after the break?
I have to look into myself over the break and figure out what I want.
I don't think anything
Right.
sexual happened
Sal,
between
get
Sal
new
and this
bank
girl.
accounts?
But I mean, if I was,
No.
I'd be upset if someone did that to my wife. Fuck the sex.
Absolutely,
So
absolutely.
wait a second. So let me bring to you this. Is it excusable then that he was doing the same thing to me? I mean, we mutually drifted apart. There was no communication in the marriage.
Claudia, wait a second.
Well, you guys
we're
are
talking
divorced.
about we're getting off track.
Right.
Okay.
Sal, you are going to be evaluating over the break. you are telling me that you are at your breaking point, that you have been jumping through hoops to make your wife happy, and suddenly it's hitting you, why am I doing all this? It's too difficult for me.
Well, you know what's happened.
What's happened?
He was in shock when this whole thing first came down.
Like a car accident.
He didn't feel his own feelings. He simply went into repair mode. And now that there's been some time and he's been working on this, and he really is beginning to say to himself, wait a minute, I was wronged here, you know, and the question is, will Sal be able to have his own voice inside this marriage?
So what I'm saying is that I recognize my faults. She needs to recognize her faults.
Absolutely, that's what you're saying.
And if I'm making a commitment, I'm not giving it 110%. I'm giving it 120%. And if I'm going and going and going, I need to see something. I need to see some sort of signs. I don't want to live under a checklist. You know, like, oh, wow, you were nice today. You didn't complain. You helped with the kids. I'm not an employee. I'm your husband.
I agree with you. That's the worst.
And
that's
if
what
I'm going to be a fucking
the trap.
And I love my kids, and they're everything to me, man. And my wife is everything to me. But I'm not going to live like an employee. I want to live like a man.
That's the way that I was treated in Army.
That's what I'm going through.
Shut up, Claudia. I'm talking to Sal now.
Yeah.
And
nobody gives a shit
Your
about your
marriage is over.
I'm getting a little turned off.
Every move that I make, every action that I have.
Yeah, I had to hang up on her.
Every move that I make, every action that I have, even with the aggression with you, I apologize, is all basically a product of my love for my wife and my children. Everything. This anger is it's my commitment to my family. And it's crazy. It drives you fucking nuts. And I don't know what to do, Howard. But you know what? I'm not going to be a doormat either. I'm not going to live that way. You know? I just want to give my family the best I can. If that means I'm out the door, then I'm out the door. And if it means we could work it out, then we'll work it out. That's all I could do. That's it, man. I just want to make it work, brother. No offense, Artie.
Robin's giving me eyes.
Sim, you really need to shut up. Sal's just fucking opened his heart up.
Right.
Sim might be the creepiest guy ever.
He has problems. He has major problems.
All right, I think I understand what you're saying.
That's it.
I think this had to happen for any. I mean, what are you going to do? You can't live bottled up either. You're gonna have now. You have to find a compromise, man.
Well, that's what I was saying. That you know, is Sal only going to be the one who's always working to make it work, or is he going to have an equal say in the marriage about what his problems
Where are we
are?
at now? Like every day, your wife kind of says to you, "Well, I'm not going to have sex with you necessarily, but you've done better."
Yeah, that's still there.
At the end of the day, she gives you an A+ or a B+, depending on how you did.
Not technically, but right. Emotionally, you feel that. I feel that.
And everything you do is now up. This is for the checklist. It's not just what you want to do.
Right. I'm just not getting any no affection back. You know what I mean? The affection seems very robotic. It's almost a sympathetic thing. Like, you know, is sex really sex, or sex is like something like
it's also a rebuilding process,
right?
Sal. You gotta allow that to rebuild. So it's probably not going to feel organic at first.
It doesn't, but
you want it to happen fast, and it's not happening so fast. You got to be patient.
That's what my therapist said. You have to be patient.
You've been in a bad state for a lot of years.
Yeah, you can't just win some chick back in a week.
But this is exactly where the breakdown comes, Fred, because men don't have that kind of patience that women want them to have.
Nobody does.
She's trying to impress him that, this really hurt me, and you're going to have to climb a mountain. You're going to have to climb Everest to get to me.
And you know what? I don't mind. I don't mind climbing Mount Everest.
Yeah.
If I know
what someone at the top.
Everest.
What Mount?
Everest.
What? Say again? What?
Mount Everest.
Right. Go ahead. Yes.
I don't mind climbing Mount Everest, provided that I know that my wife is like a foot behind me, ready to save me.
No, she's at the top.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
with a foot hanging
right
out.
now, she's watching you.
So that's it, man.
And you're saying, look, could you throw me a Sherpa, something?
You want to know something? Your wife isn't feeling love for you right now, maybe. And the fact is, you're going to have to do a lot more hoop jumping in order to win her back.
That's the deal.
And that's the way it's going to be.
But when 6 weeks goes by, and you know,
6 weeks.
Yep, 6 weeks.
I'll tell you, she'll tell you this has been going on for years with her.
No, but I'm saying within the past 6 weeks that have gone by, and
it don't work that way.
I know, I'm putting a lot of energy in. It's hard.
That's why I said you're going to crack. You're not going to be able to do it.
See, that's why I hate to bring this up.
I'm not going to crack
because of what happened after my bullshit with the heroin. Dana had every fucking reason to be pissed. I felt like I sort of ended it because I felt like I was going to be living under a checklist. Exactly what you were saying. Like, I'm going to get a grade every day, and I refused to live like that. I said, I can't live with you.
That's right.
Wanting me to jump through hoops. I'm not that kind of man. Some men are. Some men can deal with that. I'm not that kind of guy. Clearly, you're not either. So I had to break it off, and it was really horrible to do that, to leave this woman that I really fell in love with. But I fucked up, and she wasn't going to forgive me that quick. I didn't have time.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine breaking that up with 3 little Artie Langs running around the house?
Yeah, but can I tell you something? I want to tell you something. Artie's right, and I'm going to tell you something. Here's the thing: you got kids. Artie had a different situation, but it's the same situation in a sense that like he would have had to put in lots of time proving to Dana that he's a good man, and who knows if she could ever really trust him. You know, it's a lot of ifs.
Right.
All right. So you got 3 kids. You're doing the right thing,
and that's major.
The thing is, though, is the Sal I know going to be able to do this 2 years down the line? Let me tell you something. I've fucked up relationships with people in my life. I'm talking about really important people in my life.
Right.
And sometimes it takes years to repair.
I know.
They give you a chance, they come back a little bit, then they go away.
But yeah,
come back,
you can't,
go away.
And sometimes there's no coming back, right?
That's right.
Timetable. You can't. You're not in charge of the timetable.
Yeah,
There's nothing wrong with this blow up, man. It's part of the process, and she's got to realize that. And I still respect you for making it work with the kid. The kids are major. I agree with you. So this is part of it.
But dude, you're in for the long haul.
Yeah.
You know,
I am.
Artie could look at the situation and say, hey, okay, I don't have kids with this woman.
Right.
I do love her.
We're not married.
I'm not going to sit there and fucking bust my balls, stop watching the game, you know, go to the ballet or whatever the fuck the checklist was.
Dana
not do heroin.
had a little bit more of a point.
I have 2 questions for
Go
Sal.
ahead, Fred.
That was my fault.
How long are you willing to be in this state before you say enough is enough?
Well,
because if it's 6 weeks, that's not a long time.
The thing is that I'm willing to go as long as I can. I'm giving it everything. I need to see something back.
You're talking to someone too, like your own therapist or
whatever? Yeah, well, I haven't seen a therapist alone, no. But with her.
What you're waiting to see back is affection and for her to start loving you again. She's still probably, I mean, I can't speak for Christine, but she's probably still wrapped up in the emotional friend, having to give that up. In order for you to become that guy, the new exciting guy in her life, dude, it takes fucking years.
And you're going to have to give up your looking for results.
Yeah, forget the results.
Yeah, you cannot
like a whole new relationship.
Starting this.
Yeah, you got to woo her like she's some chick you just met, and you're trying to win her.
Pam Anderson.
Yeah.
20.
And I believe me, Howard, I am, man.
And you got to keep doing it.
And I'm doing, you know.
And if you can't handle it, that's when it's all going to fall.
You know how women
you
like.
got to ask yourself how committed you are. If you're already looking like, you know, like there's a limitation.
Well, it's not. It's not. You know what? It's not a limitation, Fred. It's a frustration. Frustration is setting in.
You're frustrated.
And I blew up. And I blew up here because I don't blow up at home because I am at home. You know, I'm Mr. Mom and the happy daddy. You know, I'm leave it to Beaver.
But let me ask you something. Do you feel? Let me ask you a question. This is a good question.
I'm glad it was me.
Do you feel that because you're now Sal, the guy who's working to win her over, is she taking advantage of that?
I feel a little bit like a doormat, yeah, and I have to balance that out. I have to, but that's the hardest thing.
Well, do you
like
think
I don't want to rock the boat?
Do you think she?
But I want to make her happy.
I want to make you happy, but please don't take advantage of me.
Do you say that when you're in the presence of the therapist that I'm working really hard and I'm feeling like a doormat? See, you got to start talking, Sal.
I haven't got to that point yet. The problem I have now, Howard, is that I'm looking for that affection, that love back, which is so important to me, because that's what I felt I lost most.
But physical affection too is what you're looking for.
Yeah,
you want sex.
But believe it or not, even a creep like me would be great to have just little signs of you know.
It ain't gonna happen right away.
I know.
Yeah. And guys and women are different, dude. It's like we want sex, they want closeness.
In her mind, you betrayed her by leaving her. In
what
a sense.
you're missing, what you're missing. She would love to see that this is getting to you that much. She would love to hear that her reaction to you has an effect on you.
Well, in therapy, I said that. We went out Saturday night for dinner. So I tried to do so. I really tried, believe it or not, to look as good as I could. I mean, I really put extra effort. I spent
more makeup,
everything. Really,
hide
literally.
your raccoon eyes.
Everything. The raccoon eyes.
Trim up that magician beard.
Extra mousse. I trimmed down the magician beard. I got a new groomer from Sharper Image. I'm not kidding. You guys hit it all on the head. And I looked as good as I could. And she
watched that your asshole was soap.
I wet wiped it after a crap, you know.
Right.
Did it up the sphincter hole.
Cleaned your foreskin.
By the way, Beth said to me the other day, I'm going to get a new bar soap. I don't want because you probably had that soap up your asshole. And I said, so what?
Right, that's what soap's for.
Wash it off a little.
A soap don't get dirty.
Right. Separate soap.
Yeah, we're down to separate soap. See.
So I told every woman there's a majority of the things in this apartment I've had up my ass.
All right, but go ahead.
So I do it all up, you know, and then boom, she looks spectacular, and I can't wait to tell her. She really does. She looks stunning. And I want to say, honey, you look beautiful. First thing I see, I'm ready to say that, and she says to me, what, no T-shirt tonight? First words out of her, you know what I mean?
All right.
And I'm like...
You say, no, honey, I purposely didn't because I know you don't like it.
And I wanted to say... But, and here's frustrating Sal here amongst friends. I want to say, oh yeah? Did you say no fucking T-shirt to that other fucking piece of shit behind my back? When he walked out with his fat fucking ass? Did you say no T-shirt to him? Huh? While I'm working all fucking day? No, you didn't say that. You're probably busy on these going, you didn't have no time to look at a fucking T-shirt.
That's what you
probably
wanted
wiped
to
your
say.
mouth off on that fucking T-shirt.
Well,
that's what I wanted to say, but that's not the right thing to say.
How do you know? Of course it's not. How do you know he wears T-shirts? Probably doesn't.
Yeah, but listen,
Probably a lot cooler than you are.
So I go to therapy.
The wondering if there was physical involvement
Okay.
was killing you.
But then the but the thing is,
before. He's
the
now
thing
up
is,
to the point of it does matter.
the thing is, Howard, it's created a tremendous amount of insecurity on me. I go on the road, I have women hit on me. I told my wife that. I have women blatantly say,
I've seen it.
and the thing is, and I turn it down, and it's hard, and I let my wife know that, and here I am trying to look as good as I could, ready to
and
tell her
then
she
you
looks
realize
beautiful.
that these women would adore you too.
Right, and they would, you know, and they don't know the real me, but maybe from the show or whatever, but it's just nice to know that somebody there is willing to be physical with you.
So instead of being physical with them, you put ketchup on them instead.
And French fries.
Right,
Yeah.
because
Well, that's
you're
another
angry.
way. But that, so I said to the therapist,
Look.
I say to the therapist, I've developed a tremendous insecurity with her. I'm living in a house with somebody I love, but I feel kind of like not worthy around her anymore, you know? So it's a combination of all that, working hard, and then on top of working hard, not feeling like your wife is attracted to you, I feel like fucking Quasimodo in my own home.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I hear you.
So
Howard,
it's tough.
The question
And it sucks.
all the guys have out in the office, which is what Will sort of brought up on the wrap-up show, maybe he was a little harsh, is your wife taking any level of responsibility in any portion of this?
Yes, she is.
It
But
sounds
again,
like you're
I can't,
carrying it on your shoulders
as a gentleman,
alone.
as a father and a family man. I can't answer for her
That's
without
fine,
being
that's
here.
fine.
I can only express
He just
my
asked, is
frustrations.
she taking some responsibility?
And the bigger question
To
is,
me, a small
is
amount.
she taking enough responsibility for you? That's the question.
He just said no. He said it's a small amount.
In
See,
my
that's
opinion.
a problem.
Right. Well, that's why I'm
you know
here,
what?
Gary.
I don't believe the guys in the back room stopped laughing long enough to say.
I think I have a
That
pretty
was
good
very
question
articulate through
here. Who
all the
suggested
laughter.
you guys go to therapy?
Me.
Oh.
This is what happened. The day I busted her, I said, here's the deal. You can either leave with him, and I'm going to leave now, because I'm not going to live like this, or you can give him a call, end it in front of me, and we go to therapy to fix both of our lives up.
Right.
And how did she react when you told her to do that?
She said, fine, I will call him, and we will go to therapy.
So that's that. You
But
should
didn't
take
she
that
ask
as a
the
positive
therapist?
sign.
Didn't she ask you in therapy for she wanted to go back and things with him in person?
Yes.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
And she felt like I felt like a father figure instead of as a husband, saying that, you know, I didn't
What
give-
husband's going to allow you to go back with some guy and break?
Absolutely.
And you know what?
Are you sure there's no more contact with her? With that guy?
I hope
No,
not.
Are you sure? You're not sure?
No, I'm pretty sure.
But not sure.
How could he know?
You're never
Yeah.
sure, but according to
Well,
everything,
that's what's killing you.
Right.
And
Well,
to me,
it's-
you got to see if
it's not. You know what's killing me? It's just the trust issue is harder now.
Right, of course.
So you're never ever
Right.
sure.
And can I just tell you
I'm
something?
99.9% sure right now she isn't, but you're always going to live with that fucking thing in the back of your head, saying, you know, is it happening again?
And Sal, hold on, Sal and I talk, and I would never say anything that you wouldn't want to say, but there's things that Sal has told me that don't make him as positive nothing happened. Do you know what I mean?
Well, okay.
So that doubt's in his head. And I always said to him, unless the therapist, unless you and your wife and the therapist, to me, I don't do therapy, but that's got to be the first thing. You got to get it on the table.
Yeah, you got to come clean in therapy
And
about your feelings. And I got to tell you something. You know, this is going to be a tough one to put together.
Because
You're
I
working
see that
hard.
Sal is trying to be Mr. Perfect everywhere, even in therapy. I bet he's trying to say all the right
And don't be
things.
so perfect.
And that's not how you get
Talk
there.
about how you feel. Talk about how angry you
Right,
are.
sometimes it's okay to give your feelings, even though you know they're wrong. Like this is how I feel. I'm not
Well,
saying
when
it's
I-
right, but
Because
that's how I.
the
but the
point
problem
of
is when I-
therapy is to teach you how to work
Right.
through your feelings with each other.
But like last week, I was in therapy, and I started snowballing, and I had the ball of emotion going, and there was an explosion, and time went up, and we were erect till 2 in the morning. I slept for 2 hours. And sometimes I find that those issues, to me, maybe they're not worth it.
How about
it's
this,
so
Sal?
draining.
Sal, what do you say to the therapist next time? You know what? That kept us up till 2 o'clock in the morning. What are we supposed to do when we get to a point like that?
Yeah, ask those questions. Boy, Robin, you should be married to Robin. No wonder the Sim wants her.
I don't know. See, but you're trying.
Robin, can I go out to dinner with you?
See, I think Sal's trying to give. You're trying to. As a man, it's so hard for us to figure out what she gave up and not having this emotional friend. Like, what was he supplying? A lot of men can't figure that out. So you're trying to give her your version, guy's version of what an emotional friend is. A lot of times we don't fucking know.
That's right.
Who even knows? Like, you're going around acting all wimpy. Right. Thinking that's what she wants. Like, you're acting like a girlfriend to her. Who knows? Maybe she wants you to throw her up against the wall and fuck her. I don't know.
This is why marriage sucks, because people change over time.
Well, the problem is it's not so much a wimpy thing. It's weird when you're
acting like a maid. Well, you think that's what your wife wants?
You're not like a man. It's a good
act like a man.
You know, that guy never washed a dish.
That's right.
You never know.
That was also 1948, Robin.
But the thing is that it's not so much being a maid.
No, I'm talking about the emotional friend. He was giving her something other than these chores.
Right.
Sal is giving her.
Right.
Don't say it, Artie.
Sal thinks doing chores is what she wants.
It's not doing chores, Howard. The chore part is a small portion in the whole picture. Chores is helping out. Chores is me showing my appreciation for her hard work as a mother. Okay, that's my point. So I'm contributing there. Like, give me something
still,
back.
What was that emotional friend doing?
I don't know.
He was listening. That's what they want us to do is listen.
And one thing women will never understand. I fell in love with Christine. I saw her in the high school cafeteria in my college, and I said before I met her, that's the girl I'm going to marry, and I did. It was my heart speaking. Anybody else at this point in their life, and my wife's an attractive lady, will fucking piss in her ear until she comes in her shorts. They'll say whatever it takes to get down their pants. It's a fucking cheap, fucking manipulative.
So maybe you need to say whatever it takes to get in her pants.
But don't you think it's your job to develop a trust with her? Guys are always going to say shit in her ear.
But Gary, I am.
No, I know.
I am. I mean, I'm doing everything. I'm giving her the trust. I'm laying off of her. Sometimes I deliberately stay away, Howard, just to give her that.
See, this is going to be weird to you, but she wants a guy who's going to agree with her that you're a big schmuck.
Exactly.
So why don't you agree with her that you're an asshole?
She knows that. I did agree. We laid in bed that night, 2 o'clock in the morning. I said to her, you married an asshole.
That's good.
No kidding, Howard. I'm as honest as you can put your
I don't think that's good, Howard.
That's what she wants to hear.
Maybe it's good for the show for me saying it, but
she's not in the right place either. There has to be a point where she forgives Sal, and he stops.
Forgives him for what?
Forgives him. Oh, here we go. You're still stuck with she had an emotional friend.
It's a huge hurdle to get over. Am I crazy?
Okay.
Is that not an enormous hurdle?
Gary, wait a minute. Right now, the situation is Christine feels she's right, and Sal needs to do something for her because he forced her into that situation. I'm just telling you how she feels.
It's like saying it's like saying that Joey Buttafuoco pissed off Amy, and that made her go pull a trigger.
And Gary,
everybody's responsible for their own actions.
But this is the reason why.
But I know what Robin's saying. Let me explain it to you. Christine feels Sal checked out of the marriage a long time ago.
Right.
Got it.
So she got through it the way she could, and she got caught up in getting affection elsewhere. So if this is going to be repaired, she's got to feel like Sal is the most happening, wonderful thing in her life. And the fact of the matter is,
and the only way she's going to get to that is to forgive him for abandoning her in the first place.
And Sal's going to have to forgive her.
Right, but doesn't that have to go on together? It doesn't sound like
finally the fucking guy is coming to the realization that he's angrier than he thought he was.
Right. He's just starting to come around.
Right. But you know what, though, Howard? You know what, Fred, Howard, Robin, and Gary, and Artie? The truth of the matter is that if she gave me something back by now, Howard, I wouldn't have this frustration.
Right. Yes, but she's still not in a place where she can. That's what I'm telling you.
She considers staying with you is giving back.
I'll tell you what Sal said earlier. It's probably one of the most painful parts of a marriage because I've been down that road. There's nothing.
Dude, she wants to be with the emotional friend. She's just staying there and struggling with you is her giving something to you. That's the way she sees it. I know how these broads think.
Oh, I know. They're all crazy.
But she's not crazy.
I know.
She feels she's given up something for you.
I know.
She's given up a real shot at happiness, maybe. And you feel the same thing. So the fact that you're doing this for the kids, and also you guys have a sense of history, and also you're madly attracted to your wife, that's all good shit. So go in there, talk to the fucking therapist, and get through it. And the fact of the matter is that if you crack and you can't take it anymore, and you can't take being a different kind of Sal, It ain't going to work. She wants
But you
to.
also have, when you say committed, really mean it, or just say I'm committed for the short term.
I'm not going through the motions, Robin.
I'm not saying that.
I am committed.
But you keep looking around to see if you're making progress.
Dude, she ain't. Let me tell you how bad this can get. You think after 6 weeks it was going to be all fixed?
Right.
Let me tell you something.
Like gonorrhea.
Like you figured, like in 6 weeks, okay, she's going to blow me, this and that, the other thing.
It'll be on.
She might even be saying to herself right now, you know what? I'm not going to blow this guy. I don't even. You know what? Maybe I want him to leave. You know, I don't know what I want from this.
She's also trying to sort out what she wants.
She ain't ready to start.
This is all new stuff.
She ain't ready to be, hot for you. So the fact of the matter is,
go to work every day and torture yourself until she figures out what you want.
Right. That's what. So it might be like in the next year, it might be like, all right, we had a couple of good nights. She blew me. I ate her out. Then, like a year from now, maybe you'll get a little better. It could be. You're talking about.
You know how it happens?
Long term.
It happens when you don't expect it.
Right.
That you'll put in the time, you won't see any progress at all, and then one of these days, you two will have a great night together.
I know a dude.
It'll shoot you light years
Well, she said
ahead.
that. Robin's right. But she said that in therapy.
That's
she said,
right.
She goes, I don't want fabricated, manufactured lovemaking. I want it to be natural.
She doesn't want a timetable. Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
I'll tell you how this can go.
I don't want a timetable either. I want to fuck her now.
Yeah, but I know a dude.
You're like to get it right out of the way.
His marriage was shitty. His whole marriage. It wasn't until he got about 60 years old the two of them rediscovered each other. I'm not shitting you. And he goes, this is the best thing that I stuck it out with this broad. Because we look crazy about each other.
What are the odds of that, though?
A million to one.
Right.
But it happens.
It happens.
I know, and
it's like a lottery winner.
I've spoken to people, too, that has happened to. Like, people who I've known said, guess what? 3 years ago, we were in your boat. I'm like, you two? The most lovey-dovey? And it happens, and that's what I'm shooting for.
All right, but dude, you got to be in for the long haul. Like
Artie
hit it on the head. Dude, when he said, hey, I looked over the situation, he said, I'd have to really work at this fucking relationship with Dana for who knows how long.
But there's a big difference between being married and just being a simple relationship.
I know, but Artie hit it on the head.
They've got kids. It's much easier to walk
Artie
away
said he didn't have as
and
much
slam the door.
investment.
No, that's what Artie's saying. He says, you got a different situation.
Exactly.
You might have to put in the hard work.
Does your wife have female friends that are kind of advising her or anything like that?
They're all married, and they're all supportive for both of us, like you guys are, like everybody here is. They're rooting for both of us.
All right, because sometimes they can be unhelpful toward the marriage.
That sounds like something the Sim went through.
Apparently, he had a whole gang against him.
Look, Sim, I like you. You're a fan. You're a loyal fan. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know if I see you with Robin.
I'm sorry. I was hoping maybe something could happen here.
No,
but,
you weren't. Don't
Sim,
be silly.
Sim, the truth is, your segment was so bad. Howard sent me a note. Come in and flip out and save the show. So I'm done, and everything I just said was phony.
Thank you.
You've been punked, asshole.
Thank you, Sal. Thank you.
Wow, it took me a little aback at first. I wasn't quite sure what he was going on about because I really didn't mean anything, bad. Or when I said that they had fun with my ex-wife because they kind of stuck her head in a garbage can and put some ketchup and mustard on her. And it was,
But that led to an entire blow up, an entire segment.
Yeah, he was really just. He had his eyes were watering and you could see him kind of choking up, and it was moving, yeah. And Robin was making eyes at me the whole time. It was kind of nice.
Well, you had a front row seat and you sort of ignited that entire argument. Because it's something you've gone through personally.
I can cause these things to happen with people. I can be very divisive.
Do you feel at any point between what you brought up between Sal and your wife, and then just Howard seemed displeased with your attempt the entire time? It seemed like you were getting cock-blocked the entire segment.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe a little. They're just sort of goof on me, and see how I can take it. Because if you're going to be in the Howard Stern environment, you got to be able to stand up to that sort of thing. And
right, you're a big fan.
It's my first time, and so I was trying not to come across like a fanboy or anything like that either. So it was a little hard to kind of get into the whole spirit at first when I first walked in. But I think,
will this end your conquest of Robin?
Yeah, probably. I think I can see the writing on the wall. I'm not going to stalk her or anything like that. So I'll move on to bigger and better things, I think. She's not worthy of the Sim, and she made that clear, and that's fine.
All right. Best of luck to you, Sim.
Thanks.
Sal, you all right, man?
Yeah, I'm good.
Talk to me for a second.
I just figured out an excuse on what to tell my wife that we just punked the Sim.
Do you think this was a blessing in disguise at all, Sal, that you were able to just vent? and tongue Lisa's ear.
Stop it, come on.
No, for real though, was this was a necessary evil for you to get out?
Yeah, it seemed that way, right?
It was provoked in a weird way though.
Yeah, I mean, a guy making an accusation like that. I mean, you heard it, right? Did it sound like he
Yeah,
was?
it did.
I'm like, who the hell? You know, I'm going through so much right now, and I don't need a guy making some accusation that I was fucking around with his wife in the green room. That's like crazy, you know?
Right, that would set you back in all your therapy back, you know, a million years, so to speak. But now that you realize what he was saying wasn't true.
What's that?
Now that you realize what he was saying wasn't exactly what you thought it was, or wasn't the truth, and it led to this whole rap. How are you feeling now that you got some
better?
You feel like you a little bit relieved?
Yeah, I feel relieved.
No, is it going to be all right though, Sal? I mean, you guys discussed a lot of things.
Embarrassing moment.
Ronnie ran in there.
I know.
Yeah, are there any ill feelings towards the sim right now?
You know, it's crazy. I am like the least violent person in the world. That's what really bothers me. That's how fucked up this thing is making me. Like, I don't do that. You know, I don't threaten to punch people in the face and stuff. That's not a way to handle things. And that's what's killing me about this, that it's twisting my fucking head.
Well, it's a heavy topic, and you're obviously hugely invested in this thing.
Gary's a good man. Gary's my Barbara Walters. Barbara Walters.
I'm old and shriveled?
No.
That was a tough one today. It was a tough one, but that's good.
It is.
It's a good thing. You know, you gotta be upfront with yourself. This is that's what Will was trying to say the other day. And he said it, and he said it in a very hurtful way.
Right.
And that's why it didn't sink in at first. But that's what he meant. Like, you're doing all the work. It feels like
Right.
it's okay.
And I know you've been saying that a lot. And I kept.
But it's okay. But it's like what I said there. Even if you know you're wrong, like you can say, "This is the way I feel. I know it's not right, but it's the fucking way I feel." It's okay to say that.
Right.
So, Gary, this was a blessing in disguise in a weird way.
I think so.
I asked Lisa.
I really do.
I want to ask his opinion. How would you think Christine should take today's segment?
Well, she's probably not going to take it well, but she's also probably, you got to let her understand that it was unintentional and that it's from the heart. It's the way that you feel. Maybe doing it on the air wasn't the best way, but maybe
we triggered it by insinuating.
Right. So maybe we can take this into therapy and use it in a positive way. That's the way. That's the angle. I mean, you didn't get up this morning and say, "I'm going to go on the air and blow up and cry and say all the shit that I'm going to say." You did. I know that wasn't your intention, and I know that you probably, now that we've broken your balls a bit, even stopped a second before you went in. But you couldn't help yourself. It happened, and again, it's how you feel. I mean, you can't hold back how you feel.
Put on him. Because he's got big fat arms and like that'll
and
look,
that crazy watch he was wearing looked ridiculous.
Yeah, and he often wears shit that looks like that. So the one guy I could think, and he saw it, he was like, "Oh my God,
He loved it.
I'm putting this on right away."
I feel like Cinderella. The battery doesn't even work, but I've still been wearing it. I love it.
Oh, so just
I'll get the battery changed out.
Yeah.
Oh, you had it so long the battery ran out.
Yeah, in fact, I had taken it to a jeweler and got the battery all worked up and everything cleaned and all that, and I guess it ran out since then because for a couple of bucks they'll just
Oh yeah, we're right by Jewelry Row. So.
I feel bad giving you a watch that doesn't work.
No, it's great. I love it. Thank you, Howard.
Hey, look, he's wearing it and it doesn't even work. And then I was thinking, Sal will get jealous and.
You better go back to that drawer and see if there's something in there for him.
No, I emptied it out.
No pee porn for Sal or anything?
No. That was the drawer. Look at him. He's so happy with it.
Yeah, it looks good on
I think it looks cool, yeah.
All right, man. Go ahead. Go sit and if someone asks you the time, tell them, make up a number.
It's 10:15.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes. Anything else?
Yes, fans of the rapper called Necro have started an online petition to get the artist on the Howard Stern Show.
Ronnie wants to say something. What do you know?
When you gave him that watch yesterday, you know how a horse prances around, like showing off everything? he was prancing around with that watch yesterday. Like, unbelievable.
Oh, really?
Look what Howard gave me.
Oh, really?
Oh, Sal must have been crying his eyes out yesterday.
I didn't want to even I didn't think I thought Richard would know enough not to make a big deal about it.
Oh, he's prancing around with that thing. Forget about it.
I went on Twitter.
Oh, shit, because I know Sal goes into a major funk, like... Because those two guys think of themselves as one person.
And you're supposed to treat them the same. It's almost like with kids where, you know, if you had twins, you got to get them both the same thing.
Dude, I thought you'd know enough not to say anything.
Ronnie walked in the room right after you gave it to me.
Oh, really?
We were talking. I wasn't prancing around.
But does Sal know? Sal is aware.
Well, Sal came into the room right after you had left, so it was hard to avoid, like, not telling him.
So you told him the truth? Was he freaked out?
No, he was surprised, but if he was freaked out, he hid it pretty good.
Let Sal wear it for an hour a day.
Okay.
If you don't mind. Or split it between the two of you. No, it's really weird giving you something, and then in fact, I walked by to make sure Sal wasn't in your little room yet, because if he was, I would have felt funny giving it to you in front of him.
But he saw you walk out of my room. And
I know, he caught us at the end there.
Yeah.
I just thought you'd keep your mouth shut.
The jig was up. Well, you gave me something a few years ago that I never told a soul, and then but you brought it up on the air.
What was that?
The TV.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, I had this TV.
Uh-huh.
Really nice. White, flat screen, whole thing,
like
man.
50-inch.
Yeah, and I was just like,
A 50-inch?
Yeah. I still use it. It's awesome.
And I was like, I'm going to give this to Richard. You know, he's doing a good job, and he's a good dude and everything. And then I went, oh, shit. Then I got the whole Sal factor, you know.
This is your second gift?
Yeah.
No, you did something nice for me, too.
No, I know, but I'm just saying.
You got me a rotisserie.
Yeah.
It was about the size of a shoe fucking box.
Don't
Went right in the garbage.
Don't feel great.
What was the rotisserie? Oh, somebody must have sent it in.
Yeah, somebody sent it in.
I got the same one,
You told me you wanted it.
You know, it was nice, but as soon as I brought it home, I have to tell you, my wife goes, where are we going to put that? And I'm like, up your ass. And then I went, you know.
I just said, do you guys want this before I throw it out?
You gave me one, too.
Did you ever use it?
I think I did, yeah. But then we moved, and I haven't got to set it up again.
Yeah. And when I gave Richard the watch, I just knew it would look good on Richard.
No, I don't like watches.
Right.
As a matter of fact, I bought Richard a watch for Christmas as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's big on watches.
Do you have some makeup or hairspray for Sal?
Yeah, Sal
or a bar of
likes
soap for
makeup.
you redneck hillbilly pile of shit.
Well, anyway, Sal, I gave it to him. It was something I thought of him.
Yeah, that's fine. I really I don't hold it.
So don't go fucking crying.
I'm not. It's all good.
I would have never said a word, Howard. Trust me.
Yeah.
Hey, Howard, can I ask Sal a quick question?
Sure, go ahead, doll.
No, your face, like your tan coloring, looks uneven. Are you wearing weird makeup
I'm
again?
wearing fake bacon. In the morning, it's hard for me to see. My wife doesn't want me to spray it in the house now because it got all over the toilet bowl seat.
Fake bake?
Yeah, it's great spray. It's really good.
Dude, what are you doing?
Well, what happens
You're a
is
man.
it's dark out in the morning. I get up at 4. So
Yeah.
now I have to go in the backyard, and I spray myself in the reflection of the window.
It's that important to you to look a certain way?
Well, once you get a little color, I like to blend it in, so...
Once you get a little color, I like to blend it in.
well, I got a little tan last week, and then the tan starts to fade, and then I get depressed when my tan fades. So I want to maintain it, but I don't want the sun too
Do you
much
spray
sun.
your arms, too, and everything? 'Cause
No, I don't.
It seems to all be evenly matched.
No.
Did you get a tattoo? Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
you
me and
did.
my kids on the beach.
That's it.
You know when Ant was in here, was it Ant? I think that got.
Can you believe Sal sprays his face?
Out in the backyard. I mean, like, it makes a big difference.
Sal, why wouldn't you wait till you came here and do it in light and a mirror?
You guys would make fun of me. I only have hairspray here. That's the only thing I can.
Oh my God, he fills our office up with that hairspray. I can't even
Dude,
breathe.
you barely have any hair left. I mean, why hairspray? Like, is your hair really?
He's freaking out about his hair too.
Because I barely have any hair left. What I do is I comb it in the front, and then I just shellac it down with as much spray as possible.
You're not going to use Rogaine or something?
Nah.
You're at the point though. If you got hair transplants now, maybe
it might work because it's hair. You know.
What are you going to do? You're going to be a fully bald guy soon.
Gives a shit.
How old are you?
40.
So you had hair till you're 40. I mean, you know what? It might just stay like that too.
I think it will. They say that at the age of 40, it gradually gets less and less as far as falling out.
Yeah. Like my brother-in-law lost some hair in the back, and I just figured he was going fully bald, and he just lost the hair in the back, and he never lost it in the front.
It's weird.
You know?
I'm losing my hair, but I got a watch. Distracts people.
It's so depressing when you go to the hair salon too, because I remember they used to dig away they would take a weed whacker to my head and it would just grow back like a chia pet.
Right.
Now it's just like don't touch the top. You know, they don't even cut the top anymore, just the back and the side.
I don't know, but I mean, you've got hair.
Yeah,
I think you're all right.
For 40 years old, I'm okay.
You know what he's self-conscious about is his neck, like under his chin. He wants to get that removed.
Is that why you grow the hair there to sort of hide?
Well, I make a jawline with my beard. I'm a faggot. I'm a fag,
man. I mean, you spray on tan on your face, man, dude. That's just very, very odd.
Well, I researched it, and this fake bake is supposed to be really good.
Fake bake. I researched it.
Do you still go to the salon, tanning salon?
No more salons because, you know, they're cancerous.
And like the shit you're spraying on your face could also be...
What's in the fake bake?
I don't know, but when I blow my nose, it's like black. So,
oh, my God.
Yeah. So it's good. It's good.
Oh, you did a lot of research.
Yeah.
You know what? Who else? It's talking to this mom who took thalidomide. She did a lot of research, too. Baby has one arm.
You know what he said he wants
half a foot.
You know what he does, too, that he said...
Take it easy. What are you doing? You give him a fucking watch, he sells me out. Oh, my God.
What's he do?
He sits there puffing that fake cigarette all day, you know, the electronic one. And somebody, Lisa G, came in one day and told him, she goes, you know, they're doing a lot of studies on those, saying they're really dangerous. And as he's puffing, he goes, yeah, I'll have to look into that.
because it's a chemical in the fake cigarette, right?
Yeah.
Do you know I irritated my penis with that chemical?
Well, how so?
Sometimes I put so much of the liquid in there, it drips out of the cigarette sometimes. So I was taking a leak, and I wouldn't wash my hands before I took a piss.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, my dick got really red and itchy and crazy, and I thought I had a disease. I went down to the clinic. I got tested. I had to go to a urologist.
Yeah.
It was they wanted to give me a CT scan. They sonogrammed all my organs and everything else.
Yeah.
And then yesterday, I saw this other doctor who realized that it was a combination of that stuff. Because I put 2 and 2 together, and I told him about it, and I developed, I think it got in my pee hole because I developed prostatitis.
Oh, my God.
Yeah,
so why are you inhaling it?
I don't know.
You fucking lunatic. You're better off with a cigarette.
Oh, yeah.
You're telling me you're inhaling the stuff that affected your penis that way?
Yeah, because it gets all over my
it
fingers.
couldn't be bad for your lungs, then.
No, his dick is addicted to cigarettes.
Oh, my God.
Well, you know, the
Sherlock Governale putting his head together with the doctor, and they figured out that
I came up with the solution to this question.
Dude, if that... You're telling me your dick got infected.
Yeah, you have to be careful, because if a little bit gets on your tongue, it's like battery acid.
Well, you know, the bottle of it, the liquid nicotine, has a skull and crossbones on it.
Well, why are you doing that?
Because there's no tar, there's no carcinogens, there's no carbon monoxide.
If it did it to your penis, what is it doing to your lungs right now?
I don't think it's doing anything, but, you know.
He's going to look into it.
It's perfect thinking.
It was a nightmare at the urologist. They found blood in my urine.
And you're putting that in your lungs?
Well, yesterday's test, there was no more blood in my urine, and the doctor...
Yeah, because you're not putting any more of that crap in there.
I will stop it.
Stop today. Wow.
I love it, though. It's
the whole point of that thing is supposed to stop you from smoking. No, now you're addicted to that.
He's been using that for like 2 years now.
I know.
So you're probably jerking off like a maniac, and you probably had it on your fingers, and that's what probably did it.
It might have been that, too.
Course.
Because I never, I don't wash my hands before I take a piss. I do it afterwards.
And he sticks his hand in his ass all the time. Like, he puts his hand in his pants and touches it. So he probably has something in his ass, too.
Well, I did have a little tingle in the back end, too.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Wow.
So it was a combination. I got so scared. I even talked to our mutual friend Bob, and he said, "Get that checked out right away."
Yeah, right.
He's a great guy.
Yeah.
At least with the cigarettes, he could only go down and smoke one every every couple hours. Now with that other thing, he puffs it. Yeah.
Well,
what a moron.
I smoke.
I mean, really.
I smoke it in bed, and one night my son Antonio came into the bed, and I had it in my mouth, and I blew it out, and there's a big cloud of smoke. He goes, "Daddy, what are you doing?" And I don't want my children to see me smoke.
It actually smokes?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's like a fog.
Big clouds.
I see clouds of smoke coming from his side of the desk all day.
But it's this chemical.
Yeah, it's not smoke.
It's vapor.
It's called propene glycanol.
It's what comes out of a fog machine.
Yeah, at discotheques.
Oh, that's awful.
Yeah.
Well, I've never seen a DJ drop dead. So
come on.
But,
you're inhaling it directly. I mean.
Well.
Can I tell you one more thing? So I was looking at that fake bake website.
Yeah.
First of all, it's a chick's website.
Right.
Like, it's for women. Like, if you look at it, the guys are going to put it up. But, like, look at that.
It's a woman dancing in a bikini.
And I don't know if you read the fine print, but they tell you when you put that on, you should stay out of the sun for a full day.
I mean, what do you think? He looks so much more handsome with a tan?
You know, I got to tell you, Howard,
you're a nice-looking guy. What are you worried about?
You know, after, and I don't want to sound like a pussy, but after what happened with me and my wife, I became extremely insecure.
Oh, okay.
You know, and it still bothers me a little bit. So I like to look good. Yeah.
You still think she didn't fuck that guy?
I told him.
Why would you want him to think about that?
Come on, he must think about it all. He needs someone to talk to.
You know, I just expected the worst, so I did assume it because
that guy actually fucked. Did he have a good tan?
No, not at all.
What it was?
He looked like
my wife fucked some guy with a really nice tan. So.
Let me tan. That's what she likes.
No offense, but he looked like Benji at his worst. This guy.
But you were wearing
at your worst. Benji.
You were wearing now. Really? He was not that good looking.
Oh no,
he's like uglier than Benji.
5'4".
No offense, Benji.
Bald, 5'4", I think, 200 pounds.
So that's the look you should go for.
Yeah.
Why are you tanning?
Slimming down and tanning?
I don't know.
But you were wearing makeup way before the emotional friend thing happened. You've been wearing makeup to work since I know you.
Well, they used to call me Coon Boy in school and stuff. Coon
Boy?
Yeah, Raccoon Boy.
Because he had the dark circles under his eyes.
Yeah.
Coon Boy.
They used to call me that and stuff. And I remember when I worked at Houlihan's, Halloween came up, and my manager was such a douche. He goes, "Hey, Sal," he goes, "what are you going for? As a vampire? You don't even need any makeup." You know, so little things like that.
Wow.
You know, but who gives
low self-esteem?
Sal and I have the opposite thing going on with our eyes. And people have said mine are super white and his are really dark, like a raccoon.
Because I put my balls on them at the beach, and they don't get tan.
Yeah, Sal rests his balls on Richard's beach when he's tanning.
Scrotum tan.
His balls are Richard's eye pillow.
Yeah. It's better than cucumber.
Yeah. Nice and cold and wet.
It's like my spa.
Hey, Sal, put your balls on my eyes.
I need an eye pillow, Sal.
Yeah, recuperative healing.
And his cock covers my nose, so that don't get sunburned.
Yeah, give me a Roman soldier helmet.
And he puts his asshole on my tongue.
Where's he put his asshole?
Puts his asshole on my tongue. I won't get tongue cancer.
All right, boys. Thank you very much. Fascinating look at your life.
Thank you for the watch, too, Howard. I really appreciate it.
And thank you for the rotisserie.
All right, you're welcome. Rotisserie. I don't even remember that one.
So, Richard, how do you feel about the watch?
Good. It's very nice, you know.
Let me see that thing.
It's 5:50 a.m. according to this watch.
It's right twice a day.
Exactly.
Now, how do you feel, Sal? Like when you saw Howard walk out, what were you thinking? Were you like, shit, Richard got hooked up again?
No, because, you know, Richard loves watches and stuff, and I thought it was really nice. I really did.
All right, now, if Howard could give you something, what would you want?
Cash. Lots of it.
Cash?
Tons of it. I need money.
Now,
Please.
what's the deal with the
A night in bed with Howard. I think that's what Sal wants.
Well, you got the watch. You could suck his cock.
What's the deal with the tanning?
What's wrong? You know, summertime, people want to look good. There's nothing wrong with, you know, freshening up and looking nice. I mean, do you want to look like Doug with those spiral eyes that could hypnotize you? You know, he looks like some whacked-out, retarded vampire.
Now,
I like to look good.
Do you tan the rest of your body? Like, is your stomach white?
I don't know. Is it?
So you have fake...
Oh, here comes the vampire now. I'm hypnotized.
Now, do you think your partner Richard?
I just looked at Doug.
Could use some bronzer?
Nah, he looks good, red and milky and sweaty. He looks like, you know, like a beat to shit canned ham.
You
I
made
like
me sound
him,
like Benji or something.
No, you're much cuter than Benji.
At least I don't wear fucking makeup and hairspray.
Right.
All right, you two fruits. Thank you.
All right, goodbye.
All right. Here's Sal taking his test with Gary.
What is the capital of California?
Los Angeles. That's what I said.
You're kidding.
Los Angeles.
It's not the capital.
It isn't?
No.
I could have sworn it was the capital.
By the way, Jason was just telling me because we put this.
What is it, Sacramento, right?
Sacramento.
Yeah. No.
He's used that
Close
question
enough.
at least a half a dozen times in stripper quizzes.
Right, so
Not that one.
You haven't used
That
that.
exact one.
Nope, New York, Albany. That's how I know
That's
that
a different one.
one. No shit, no kidding, idiot.
No,
It isn't.
you've asked that to strippers.
I've asked the New York one. What's the capital of New York? I never asked the capital of California.
Capital of Los Angeles.
And I don't live in California. What do I give a fuck what the capital it is?
What two states border Washington, D.C.?
Uh-oh.
That took a long sigh.
Washington, D.C.
I'm bad at this stuff too, Sal. Don't feel bad.
Virginia and Maryland.
You got that
you got it
right.
right.
Did I really?
Yeah, that's right. I know that I lived in Washington. So.
At this point, I'm thinking, okay, 1 and 1, because I didn't move the test around. That's how it went. I go, all right, he's going to do about half.
Yeah, he's gonna get
Right.
somewhere.
You
We're on
start
a roll.
You start to think he's got something going on.
He didn't get I don't think he get another one right for about 10 questions.
All right.
What is the symbol for the Roman numeral 10?
You had to have gotten that. What did you say? Let me hear. Let me hear.
I and a V.
Oh, fuck. You can't be that fucking stupid.
In what order?
Is it just
No,
the V?
is it- in what order?
V is a 5.
But wait a minute.
Oh,
in
V
what
and the
order?
V and the I?
What order do they go? The I and the V.
I think I is 1, and then 2 I's is 2, and then 3 I's is 3.
And then where do you go?
And then is it V is a 4? I don't know. Who gives a shit?
said V is
I'm not
5.
Roman. When do you use Roman numerals in your fucking life?
I don't
What
know, but
time
I
is
know
it?
that.
It's I. What are you fucking nuts? You would be institutionalized.
Yeah, but every kid learns it.
But you don't need
But
that
it is
shit.
sometimes written. You
Even
have
as a
to know.
comedian, you ever hear the joke, I just went to the movie Malcolm 10? The guy in other words, he saw Malcolm X and he thought it was a 10.
Right. In that
Right.
sense, it's fun. I guess X
Right.
is 10. Thank
X
you.
is 10, right.
I thought X was porn. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean...
When I see X, I think of, pornography.
All right, let me hear what else you got
I don't
wrong.
know.
What is a female deer called?
All right, that you must have got right. What'd you say?
A doe. A deer, a doe, female deer.
Let me hear what you said.
A doe.
Oh, you got it right.
You got it right, Gary.
I think it's after this that the streak starts.
Okay.
I think Gary was falling asleep during that question. He forgot.
Who invented the light bulb?
Uh-oh.
I think I got this
I
right.
think you got this one right too, Howard. I'm sorry.
Oh, these were the three you got right?
Edison.
That's correct.
Very good.
Very
I
good.
was playing solitaire on that
I don't
question.
know, Gary. He's doing okay.
Yeah. I forgot, both. I was getting woozy.
Sal, you know what? Mock me all you want now because the rest speaks for itself.
What country is the Thames River in?
That's ridiculous. That's
Oh,
just
come on. You should know that.
I don't even know. I've never even heard of Thames.
Never heard of the Thames River.
Never. Thames River?
Mm-hmm.
Thames River.
The Thames.
What country is the Thames River in? Country. Egypt. Because I thought
that's
Nile
Nile.
River. Yeah, I know Nile. I figured maybe they have another river.
England. The Thames. All right. Okay. Here we go.
In what country did the Great Potato Famine take place?
Oh, we know
That's
that.
the greatest question
That was
ever.
a mistake.
That was a mistake.
Well, what is
Idaho.
the country?
I know it's Ireland now.
Somebody told you.
Get some time to think about it. All right. Idaho is not a country.
I know that.
Okay. Here we go.
Which ocean is the state of Hawaii located in?
All right. There you go. You know that.
That's a slam dunk.
Yeah, that's easy.
I'll say goodbye now. Which ocean is in Hawaii? Is that what you're
You know
asking?
the names of the
Which ocean is the state of Hawaii located in?
Which ocean is the state of Hawaii? You mean Hawaii's on an ocean? Okay.
You mean...
The way he worded it was so confusing.
Right. So confusing.
Oh, my
Atlantic
God.
Ocean?
Atlantic Ocean.
Must be Pacific if it's not Atlantic. It's
There
one or
you
the
go.
other.
There
right?
you go.
Pacific.
All right. So you...
You had a 50-50 shot and you blew it.
I mean, Atlantic Ocean, Hawaii.
But what is Hawaii?
It's an island.
Yeah.
Which makes
There you
sense.
go.
Yeah.
And what is
it
an
has
island?
to be in a body of water.
What's an island? An island is a freestanding piece of land that's surrounded by water.
There you go. So there you go.
So I'm not that stupid.
No, not at all.
You struggled with that a little too much.
Name 4 continents.
Uh-oh.
I'm always bad at this, but
Really?
I'm getting better at it.
Let me hear what you said.
North America, South America,
Go ahead.
Africa, Brazil. Well,
Brazil's a country.
I used to think it was Tokyo, Mexico, from a rap song, and then someone told me that wasn't true. So,
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
But Brazil is in
I know.
where?
South America.
You already named that
Right, but I
continent.
couldn't think of anything. And
Well, you figure you might as well answer something.
Right.
All right.
Who was
Never
the
heard of Europe?
Yeah.
Asia?
What about it?
I've been to Italy, Robin. What's your point?
Australian?
second person on the moon?
Who was the second person on the moon?
Now, I knew this, but I forgot it. That was my problem.
I see.
That means you don't know it.
He knew it, though, at one point, Gary.
Doesn't that count?
Let me hear your answer.
I was on our show, and it was Bud.
Our Bud Dwyer?
Selig.
Bud Selig.
Dwyer.
Oh, Jesus. I thought he was a politician. I
Can't think. Oh, he's thinking of John Glenn.
I was going to say Bud Glenn.
Final answer?
Buddy Hackett.
What was his name?
Neil Armstrong?
Bud something. Bud Zellick or something. Bud
Zellick. He did say Bud Zellick.
He's thinking of the commissioner of baseball.
That's the only name that came to mind.
I didn't know the commissioner of baseball walked on the moon.
That's how he got the job.
Let's go with Bud.
It was Bud.
Bud.
I remember it now. Now it's
what is it?
It's Buzz Aldrin.
Buzz Aldrin.
Buzz, right? Buzz something. I thought it was
Buzz Lightyear.
It was Buzz something.
He went to the moon to retrieve a baseball.
Who created the character Tom Sawyer?
All right, this you know, right? You got this one right.
Yeah, because I once said it was Rush on the show.
Rush. Well,
right.
Rush created the song.
Right.
That's right. That's correct.
And I think,
But the character itself.
I think I got this one right.
Let's see what you said.
This one was on the show, so it was Huckleberry Finn.
Oh, very good. You got it right.
Wow.
Huckleberry Finn wrote Tom Sawyer.
Wow.
What about Mark Twain?
One fictional character created another fictional character.
You ever hear of him?
Yeah.
Oh, you have heard. You used to know that too, I bet.
I used to.
How about Huckleberry Hound? Well, you don't know a lot of shit.
I don't need to know this stuff.
All right. You don't. You're doing just fine.
Thank you, sir.
A bicentennial marks the passing of how many years?
Uh-oh.
This is easy.
You got it right?
Sure.
Okay.
Bicentennial would be, I believe, 20 years. Centennial's 10 twice by.
Oh, boy.
That ain't right.
Wow. Cen is centennial?
Centuries, 10. Centennial, I thought was 10.
Century is 10.
Century's 100, right?
Right.
Centennial's 10
So
then.
100.
It's 200 years.
Yes.
Ah. See? You need Robin out.
What is the northernmost state in the United States?
I bet you I know what he said. Canada.
No.
Canada's not in the United
Arctic
States.
Circle.
Hear what you said.
Washington. Or, yeah.
Is that right?
No.
So either that
Well,
or,
you said it. It's not right.
well, I was either thinking that or California. So if it's California, I got it right.
Well, which is higher? Which is more northern, California or Washington?
Well, now I'm going to say California because I'm you know,
You don't know what the country looks like.
judging by the way you guys are reacting. Maybe it was right. Maybe is Washington right? Did I just? I'll stick with Washington.
Washington's good enough.
Okay, good.
Well,
I'll
on the
take it.
continental United States, that is.
Right.
What sport is played on a gridiron?
Wait a minute.
Because it's Alaska would be the north.
Yeah, we didn't answer
You know
him.
that. Oh, I'm sorry.
But this is a question, that was one of the ones that Sal's used many times.
Not the northern one. All I remember is at one time you had a map out there.
But Gary got him from you.
No, not these, Howard. I know my questions. I know the answers to my questions.
Okay.
You don't recognize any of these as your question.
No.
What sport is played on a gridiron?
Uh-oh.
Never heard that. Not into sports.
A gridiron. A gridiron. A gridiron. A gridiron. A gridiron sport.
I'm not into sports either, but I know this.
I'm not into sports.
Soccer.
Soccer?
Douche.
The lucky guess.
Football.
Football?
Yeah.
I don't see a gridiron there. I see a bunch of straight lines that go
You've never
across.
heard gridiron?
Never.
Never heard that?
Never. Gridiron.
Well, what about soccer is a gridiron?
Is it a gridiron? It's similar to a football field.
All right, look.
I don't know.
You're having a lot of difficulty.
But you're asking me things again that I'm not interested in. That
Well, yeah, I'm not interested in football either, but I have a
they
general
really
knowledge.
are general
I know
knowledge.
other things about football.
Do you ever hear the expression like a gridiron great? Like, you know, they go, Frank Gifford was the great gridiron, you know, something like that.
All I know about Frank is he banged some chick in the ass, and you guys...
He didn't bang her in the ass. You don't even know that.
Oh, he tried to. He wanted to.
Wanted to. She didn't want to do it.
Right.
Okay, there you go.
Shall we?
And that was...
My dear. Shall we, my dear?
Benjamin Franklin is one of two non-presidents on U.S. paper currency.
Oh, no.
He's on the $100 bill. Who is the other?
That's a good question. Benjamin Franklin is on the... I think I'm having difficulty drawing a name up. Why am I having a problem with that one?
I don't know this one.
Yeah.
You see? We're all in the same boat.
Well, I'll admit when I don't know one, but this is the first one that stumped me. What's the answer, Gary?
Lincoln, Washington, Jefferson.
Hamilton.
They're all presidents. Was Jefferson a president?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Lincoln wasn't on a paper bill.
Mm-hmm. Paper currency.
Jesus Christ.
What's going on with the audio?
Lincoln. Jesus.
I don't blame you for not
getting
getting
that.
this.
May not have been. I'm going to just say Jefferson.
But how about saying I don't know?
Well, he always takes a guess.
Yeah,
Makes it more interesting. Then when he comes up with Idaho and shit like that, it's funny.
Well, no, those he would have just right there. He knows he doesn't know, but he can't say I don't know.
Right.
I know somebody on the a coin that wasn't a Sacagawea was on the dollar coin.
There you go.
She wasn't a president.
What newspaper's motto is all the news that's fit to print?
You knew that one, right?
Yeah.
What'd you say?
New York Times.
Good. Okay, so you got that
You
right.
got 4 right.
New York Times.
You got 4 of them right.
Not too shabby.
No. Way to go. Your IQ should be around 40 so far.
It's 10 more than I thought it would be.
Yeah. All right. So we get the idea. We know you don't know a lot of stuff.
You took Sal over Richard?
Yeah, I did. I wonder how many of those Richard could answer, honestly. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe we should have given Richard the same test.
Right. Well, we're going to find out Thursday anyway, so
That's
you'll be
true.
either vindicated or just shamed.
Is that the end of the CD, Howard?
I don't know. It's enough.
Shamed.
We know he doesn't know anything.
I'm beyond shamed. I sold my humility years ago. I mean, forget it.
Right.
You know, but I'm proud of the.
Sold your humility?
Yeah,
he sold his humility.
I have no humility.
To
My dignity to Sacagawea.
Sacagawea.
You better go.
My brain is scrambling.
You're kidding.
Working for the Yankee dollar.
I saw dust come off of his ass when he farted.
Smells like Jackie's jokes. Hey now.
Smells like mothballs.
Oh, it does smell like mothballs. That old ass. I think that
smells like Old Spice and mothballs.
That's like when you open up King Tut's tomb, the air that comes out. I think that's air from World War II. Uh-oh, here comes Gary. Hey Gary, can I ask you something?
God, stop joking around here. I'm not kidding.
You gotta slam your door.
Stop it. Cut it out. Come on, take care of it.
Go in there, Gary. Gary, can I ask you something, Gary?
1 second, Richard. Jesus.
Oh, you got
this guy got that CD I was looking for. I keep asking him.
So life is good. We're excited. Angels and Demons coming out now. You're on the promotional tour. Where are you going after this?
We're finished. When the movie opens, I've been to France. I've been to Rome. We had a premiere in Rome, which was very interesting.
Did you go on Letterman?
No, I'm doing the top 10 list later this week, and Tom did Letterman the other day.
I see. So you're really out there pushing.
Yeah.
Well, I like that. Yeah. No, listen, I'm excited to see it. In fact, they sent over a screener.
Yeah.
Which will make me a hero.
Yes,
because I will invite people over and we'll have a
You'll
screening.
be screening a film.
Can I be one of those people? Or
no, I don't want
okay.
to.
But Donnie Most and Anson are coming over.
Oh, I can't wait.
I'm Howard's Donnie Most.
It's a star-studded screening.
Hey, Ron, can I just say something, Ron? I never pitch myself for movies.
I know what you're going to say.
Well,
you want to be in Happy Days in Space. Would you ever produce
I would
something?
love that.
Happy Days in Space.
Yeah.
I just want to let you know, when I was on heroin, I got to work here every other day. Right?
That's pretty good.
Ron.
And I'll wear whatever outfit you want. I'm not like that Jim Carrey jacket.
I am going to recommend to my audience to see Angels and Demons, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Because you've got credibility with me.
Well,
I know you're not a may I say, shithead.
This is no hack.
They're just going to put out a bad
that's
movie.
a nice. Can we put that quote? Directed by a guy who's not a shithead.
Right. You're a decent man. You obviously have an eye for a good movie. You know how to tell a story. So I can guarantee you it will be good.
Thank you.
And
I think you'll like it.
What is the movie tracking well, as they say? That means you're on course to make how much? 100 million the first weekend?
What, here in the U.S.? No, not that much. But worldwide could be 100 million. Yeah, maybe more.
Yeah. Listen.
It's all green, baby.
Who knows?
Do you and Brian Grazer trust each other so much? Like you say he's working on something. Do you trust each other so much that you just know it's going to be fine? And how often do you check the dailies of Robin Hood?
No,
you never do that.
No,
right?
but it's we trust each other and that we know everybody. We're both trying to do great stuff,
right,
and in a business where it's impossible to bat 1,000. But what you do is you give it everything you got with stories you care about.
Right.
It's you're doing great, and I can't wait to see Angels and Demons. And everyone go see it. Opening this Friday in theaters everywhere. The great Ron Howard. There's so much even more to talk about. I mean,
just skim the surface, didn't
Just
he?
skim the surface.
We don't know if he's ever banged a black chick.
He hasn't. I believe
He
his
never
wife.
had time.
Your wife's the only one you've had sex with, right?
And what's that wheel of sex back there?
That's what you're going to do here next time.
Okay.
Your next film, you come in, you spin it, and you do whatever's on the wheel.
Is that the way that works?
You're going to change high-pitch Eric's diapers.
My goodness.
You're going to get a chocolate bandit from Sal.
I was avoiding one question, and I walked right into a deeper trap.
Yes.
No, you've only had sex with your wife.
That's true.
Is that true?
Is that really
That's
true?
I would say that's true.
Wow.
You're
And
almost
mean it.
like Donny Osmond. I mean, it's I interviewed him once.
Yeah.
And he'd only had sex with his wife.
Right.
And I said, boy, I was kidding around with him. I said, she must give the best fellatio. He goes, I would never ask my wife to do that. I said, wait a second. You've never had a blowjob.
Right.
And he said, that's right.
That's right.
And he said, I won't ask my wife for one. She hasn't done it, and I'm never going to ask
Wait
her.
a minute, who said that?
Donny Osmond.
Oh, Donny Osmond.
Wow.
But Ron's edgier than Donny Osmond.
You think?
Yeah, I would, without being very specific, I would say we're a little more adventuresome than Don.
Ron, you never fucked Pinky or Leather Tuscadero?
Why not?
Now that was the fantasy.
Yeah. I bet it was for
Did anyone bang him? Henry? Tom Bosley? Anybody? Marion Ross got in there? The kid who played your older brother who was there for 2 episodes?
Well, wait a minute. When you sit around and you look at their cast, what is this with Chachi and all the beautiful girls in Hollywood?
Kid's a player.
What a list. He ain't no Ron Howard.
That he was going to be the guy who was at the gateway to Hollywood banging every beautiful chick?
He was a handsome, charismatic guy and huge star in television for a long, long time.
But
and he's a good actor too. I mean,
but isn't it sad? I mean, I think he womanized a little too long.
You think so?
Yeah, I think at some point he should have matured and said, I've been through every Pamela Anderson type.
Right. Well, maybe he's doing that. Didn't he just have a kid? No, you're not buying it?
I don't buy it.
Did he ever call you for advice or anything on that?
Yeah, we've spoken to him.
Yeah.
That's what you call it, a womanizing advice.
Didn't listen to a word I said.
No. Well, see, I'm gonna listen. Would you say put Leonard Nimoy in
every film?
I put Spider-Man in every film. Why not? Spider-Man meets Angels and Demons. Why not? That's a huge success story. I don't know. I would do that.
When the franchise gets to that point, I think it's time to end it.
The Spider-Man code. I have a different outlook on. I have a different outlook on this relationship Ron has with his brother. To me, if I were Ron, I'd be incredibly jealous of Clint because he's in one of the best episodes of The Odd Couple ever.
Yeah, he's done some good stuff.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, he's a good actor.
So to sum up, really, it is amazing that a guy in Hollywood who's attractive and wealthy and this and that has only had sex with his wife for his entire life.
It's
quite remarkable.
It's pretty remarkable.
Who's the attractive guy?
It's a real...
I'm sorry.
I thought you wanted to work with
You're
this
not
guy.
attracted to Ron?
This guy, Ron Redford over here? Are you kidding me?
Oh, you know what I mean. I mean, there's a certain beauty to that.
Well, I think so, and I'm
And a certain
grateful
sadness.
for it.
I'm not sure.
In Jersey, it's an incredible sadness.
Listen, you have a story to tell.
Anybody you haven't worked with that you want to?
So many.
Really? You're not going to name a name?
Well,
Howard Stern.
Hey, you were good in your movie.
I did a good job.
I went there not expecting much, and you were very, very good.
I showed sensitivity.
Yeah.
I was. You want to know something? I did win the Blockbuster Award for Best Newcomer.
Yeah.
Which is something Ron dreams of.
But I'll tell you what.
Right next to the Oscar.
Done, yes.
I believed. Now, you can laugh all you want. I deserved an Academy Award nomination for that film. All right. So anyway, let's see.
Isn't it true that
You said I can laugh all I want.
Isn't it true that Bryce's monologue was Howard talking to Pig Virus?
That's true. That's how she got into Tish. But she did it nude, which is brilliant.
That's where I first saw Giamatti, who I then worked with on Cinderella Man.
As a matter
and
of
he's
fact,
great.
yeah. I mean, I remember when we were testing for that part. We auditioned Giamatti 3 times. We weren't even sure, but Betty Thomas, the director, said this guy's got something. And then when I started working with him, my agent said to me, "This guy's going to be the biggest star ever. He's terrific.
He's great. He's great.
He's terrific." All right, look. Enough about me. We could brag about my acting all day, but we won't. Okay. We're here to celebrate your
You won't
film.
name one name of somebody you want to work with, huh?
What?
Pam Anderson.
There's so many. I mean, you know, it just goes on and on.
Would you ever work with
Johnny Depp? Love to work with Johnny Depp.
What's the problem?
I just haven't found a script. I mean, you know, Jack Nicholson. Love to work with Jack Nicholson.
What
Meryl
about this,
Streep.
What
Great.
about this Paris Hilton? No interest
No
in her?
interest in Paris
I haven't seen the range yet in her performances that would.
Aren't you annoyed of those kinds of celebrities now? These reality star celebrities that have apparently no. Doesn't that bother you?
It's the antithesis of him in a way. You know, it's like the direct opposite.
People are very entertained by those shows and those people. You know? That's fair enough.
Those people.
Have you produced any of those shows? You don't have.
No,
any.
our TV company hasn't gotten.
Yeah.
You know, but I think if we could think of a good one, we.
Ron, good news. I'm on Paris Hilton's Twitter. She wants to work with you.
Let me see that.
I love the beautiful brain.
See Angels and Demons. That's what. Listen, Ron doesn't really care about any other of this. Quite frankly, he thinks this was a disastrous interview because we didn't spend 99% of the
But you
time.
do keep mentioning Angels and Demons.
Angels and Demons is a real story. In other words, told by a real filmmaker. And Ron needs you to go see this. Let's be honest. And believe me, you're not that busy. You can't go see this.
Hey, this weekend is the weekend to unbusy yourself.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I mean, spend 2 hours having fun. Big deal.
Yeah.
See Angels and Demons opening this Friday in theaters. Ron, we're honored to have you here. After all, you're very important and we're very insignificant. And we'll be back right after these words.
Ron, how'd it go, man?
That was fun. The studio's great, and you know, you do stuff on the Howard Show that you don't do anywhere else.
Now, Howard was a little concerned that you've only had sex with one woman.
He was a little bit thrown by that, I think, but not me.
This is the best of the wrap-up show. A recap and behind-the-scenes look with John High and Gary Dell'Abate. The best of the wrap-up show begins now.
Hey, it's Gary Dell'Abate, Baba Booey. On Monday's wrap-up show, we discussed Ben Stiller as a guest, what a great guest he is, how he always comes in, he's an A-lister, loves the show, and he's pretty open about his life, and he tells us everything that's going on. We dig him. Check it out.
And we're going to talk about Ben Stiller, longtime friend of the show, Ben Stiller.
Yeah, he comes in to promote all his movies, and I think, listen, he's a big star. He likes us. You know, what more do you need?
Now, he and Howard seemed that their relationship was going someplace, and then I guess it dropped off.
I thought Ben said something that was really telling and not a joke today. He said, yeah, you know, you sort of dropped the ball. And Howard goes, really? I thought you dropped the ball. And Ben said, well, when I didn't get the wedding invite, I figured I was on the outs. And I didn't think that was a joke.
I didn't think that was a joke either. Did you, Benji?
No, but I also didn't think I didn't think about it too much.
You don't have a thought on it, do you?
I did think it was a joke.
How'd you think Ben looked today?
Skinny
and his hair.
He had the funky hair.
Yeah. Do you think a couple people said he seemed depressed?
Oh, I got it. No, go ahead.
Do you agree?
I don't know. That's sort of his demeanor. You know, he's sort of like the, gets beat up, but he's a good guy. I mean, he's almost like the character in his movies, but he seemed a little downtrodden today.
Well, considering all his success, and he's been tremendously successful in movies, do you think he's a humble guy? I mean, is that a fair way to put it?
Yeah, I mean, you can be humble, but like when they said that, when Ben said he doesn't know how many movies he's been in that have cracked 100 million, I was not buying that. I mean, you can be humble and still know that, because when you want to go in to negotiate a contract, I'm pretty sure you got to know what that is.
And today, I know he was promoting Night in the Museum, the next movie, but a lot of talk was about Tropic Thunder and the balls it really takes to make a movie like that.
I think he's really proud of that movie, as well he should be, because he's made some funny movies, but there's some people who go, oh, he makes light comedy, and that was a ballsy movie. And we were saying here today, imagine if you tried to make that movie and Sal was playing the black character instead of Robert Downey Jr. I always said about that movie, the reason why I loved it so much is because that could have gone horribly wrong, and it didn't. It was really well done and well written.
And he revealed that he'd been working on that for 20 years. Like, that was a long-time project that he really wanted to do, and it came out great. And, of course, Downey gets nominated for the Academy Award playing a guy who's trying to get nominated for an Academy Award.
I thought the second I saw that movie, I said he should be nominated because, again, that could have gone horribly wrong in the hands of another actor.
And I thought Jimmy did a great job just hanging during that whole interview and then piped in, in the appropriate places.
Now, where was that?
Well, I'll get to that. First, we got to get to Ben's marriage, which it seems like he's got a great marriage, 2 kids, everything's great. But he was very honest. He said, all marriages have ups and downs. And, of course, immediately it's like, what do you mean ups and downs? And then Howard brought up the Neil Patrick Harris thing, which, if you missed it, clip number 2, Ted, here's, this explains it.
Neil Patrick Harris.
I was be a down. He'll be one of the
said
downs.
he never had sex with a woman. He had sex with your wife.
Well, now I don't know if there actually was.
He says it was coitus.
I might not even know what that is.
And he said
it was grosses.
He said, I knew then I was gay because if this is one of the most beautiful women in the world. If I can't get excited over her.
Well, he must have been
then I must be
excited,
gay, right? That's what he said.
Yeah.
Now, now, what do you think of this?
I don't know what to think of it. I mean, I don't know if it's a compliment, if it's a backhanded, whatever. I don't know. I'm happy that he's happy with his own sexuality. I'm glad that he's figured it out.
Did she break the news to you?
Had she told you that she
I knew that they had dated. I mean, I never delved in for the details.
Right. What do you say to that?
So he's finding out for the first time today that Neil Patrick said that on our show?
No, he was aware of it, he said.
He was aware that they dated.
No, he was aware of what Neil Patrick Harris said when he came in. But still, how do you have that conversation with your wife? Or you don't even have that conversation.
Well, first of all, do you want to hear about any of the dudes that your wife banged before she met you?
No.
Okay. Then do you want to hear about the gay dude she banged who's like this really gay guy now?
No. But again, Ben knows what he's getting into when he walks into the Howard Stern show, and he rolls with things very well. The other thing he didn't want to talk about was Owen Wilson, and this is after talking about a bunch of different things in his personal life. But it seemed like Owen Wilson's attempted suicide was just hands off.
Well, they're really good friends. He probably doesn't want to talk about it, but he's like, I'm not going to talk about this, and he started to talk about it, and then it got really crowded in there, and he reeled back on it. But, I didn't think Howard was that out of line. He was sort of like, hey, you're directing a movie. You got just your life's work. It's a movie you worked on for 20 years. What do you do when a guy drops out?
Did you think that question was out of line, Benji?
No, not at all. And I didn't think. I thought Ben didn't handle it in a really good way. Like, I think he should. If he doesn't want to talk about it, it's okay. I would respect that. But it just he made it like it was this horrible thing that he made.
Well, the guy tried to kill himself.
No. That's horrible. But it's not crazy that Howard would say, like, how do you handle a situation like that?
Yeah, I think everybody's nervous when Howard brings up stuff like that. But I thought the question was a legitimate question. He probably said, hey, you know what, man? He's a great guy. We got somebody else for the movie. It was a tough time, and, we moved on.
Hey, it's Sal Governale, and on Tuesday's wrap-up show, we discuss one of my screw-ups in the Bob Levy spelling game. And then somehow the conversation went over to Robin and her talking too much. That was my opinion. That was constructive criticism. And after you see what I have to say, I think you're going to agree with me. So check it out.
Sal, I'm glad you came down here. I see your stuff in your face. I'll give you a second. But I know you apologize for the misspelling and you blame Google and Gary and Robin and everything else, but ultimately you took responsibility for your mistake.
No, in an argument where one's right and one's wrong and it's Sal and Google, I think one is Sal, who was trapped in a pizzeria as a kid.
Hostage.
Hostage. And the other one is a company that recruits Harvard and Yale kids. So I don't know, Sal. It's
I think
a bad
you summed
matchup.
up. I think you summed it up right there.
But Sal, you did
Artie.
the greatest prank ever, you and Richard. It was vintage, you guys, and then you fuck up 10 minutes later. So explain the fuck up. We don't care about the podcast.
Exactly. Why'd you blame Google?
Talk about your fuck
Because
ups.
when Google didn't work, I went to Gary.
But did you take responsibility for it?
Yes, absolutely. I do take responsibility. And, I did it in a way where when I wasn't sure about the word, I Googled it. But the thing is, at the time, I never noticed the top. It says, did you mean so-and-so?
Right.
I just type in. I'll type in cemetery, and then if I see, and I'll scan the page, and if I see that spelling, I assumed I got it right.
So it gave you all the hits on the other idiots that spelled it wrong.
That's exactly it. Right. So it was. I found on Google all the idiots just like me, and I fucked up.
Sal, when we were talking about it, though, a bigger issue came up, I think, which Gary alluded to, which is, I don't know, did you hear what he said? He said that you're telling Gary that he's your boss and everything, and then away from Gary, you're like, you know what, I'm
well,
doing just fine.
I said on the air that I screwed up, and then when Howard just kept pecking at me, I said, this is a time for a good old-fashioned Baba Booey moment.
But that's not what we're talking about.
Yeah,
we're talking about off the air. People are telling me off the air that you're going around saying, I let Gary think he's the boss, but I know who's wrong.
Oh, no. I might have said it in front of the camera, but Gary, that's definitely not true.
I wonder.
Hey, so who?
Thank you, Sal.
Gary.
I would have you to go to the Stuttering John School of Disrespect.
No, Gary, you know more than I. Like even today, when we put a game together, I specifically break it down. I make sure that you know.
Sal, if you're going to go to a Stuttering John School,
I would never go to that school.
You should go to the Stuttering John School of getting an insanely great job without any skills school.
You should go to the Stuttering John School of I can't remember where I put my wallet.
You should go to the post Howard Stern job placement school because he's the fucking master of that.
Gary, do you believe that Sal respects you at your job?
I think for the most part he does, but I think Sal is one of those guys, who will say whatever needs to be said, where it needs to be said to make himself look good.
Well, I don't know about looking good.
Yeah, he's a jerk off.
Right, yeah, there you are. Yeah.
I was going for two things.
Yeah, but I'm a professional jerk off. I'm a jerk off too. So, Sal, just say you're being a jerk off when you fuck with Gary like that.
I agree. And you know what? It's funny. I wanted to bring something up about Stuttering John. In the beginning, I liked what Stuttering John did, but it came to a point where it wasn't funny anymore. It was just browbeating. It got a little.
Are you talking about me or anybody?
I'm talking about Stuttering John.
With anybody?
With you.
Oh.
But
look who's talking.
I know. No, but I think
the guy who built the wall of teeth in Times Square.
And I loved what John did and stuff to certain degrees, but I felt like it just wasn't funny anymore. It just was like it was mean spirited. And believe it or not, I'm trying to pull away from that. Today, it's been a while since I broke Gary's balls, but when you have like Howard looking at you, I feel like a third grader in the principal's office.
It's rough getting yelled at by Howard because it's impossible to win an argument because he's a good arguer.
For straws, and
sometimes you just got to own up to it.
And I did. But I'm grasping for straws, and he's giving me that look. It's like the fucking, it's like the Wizard of Oz looking down at you with the flames coming up and everything, Sal, and I'm shivering like the lion, and all of a sudden I'm just like, where do I go? Oh, okay, Baba Booey.
Sal, do you?
He's my saving grace.
Hold on,
deflection.
Do you understand why Howard was so embarrassed and
because
upset?
I made him look like an ass. And you don't make Howard look like an ass on the show. I mean, I screwed up. The guy is running a show. He's doing the best he can. He can't stop and think, and cover everything. He's running a show. And then all of a sudden, it's one of those things he glanced over, and I made him look foolish.
Now, will you be insulted if you get an email tonight where Beth said you put a Post-it on your computer and you should check Webster's dictionary?
No, I won't be.
But another reason he was mad, Sal,
funny.
From a comedy point of view, was it ruined the bit.
Right.
It ruins the bit.
Sure.
If we can't spell, too, although Levy spelt existence, EXF, I think. But, so he looked really bad, but we look stupid too, so the bid is destroyed.
Well, we're one big happy stupid family. I was stupid.
No, we're not.
And the first thing
we have stupid cousins.
And the first thing
Sal.
The first thing you said when you walked in there was, "I know I'm stupid. I know you just." Do you feel like Howard just wanted to go down that road?
Yes, I wanted to kind of like cover my tracks by saying what he would say, so he would get it out of the way.
How did you know? How did you know what he was going to say?
Well, after a while working here, you kind of get the impression of what's going to happen. You kind of get a feeling of what he's going to say, and I knew what he was going to say as soon as he saw that, or whatever the fuck it is, and he called Gary, and Gary said it was. I knew. I mean, my heart just sunk. And I said, here it comes. Here comes the beating. It's been a while. And I walked in. It's
actually been a few days.
And it was like going to Bogey Land, like from March of the Wooden Soldiers. And I walk in there, and then sure enough, he just...
Sal with a great Laurel and Hardy reference.
Yeah, I was a big Laurel and Hardy fan.
And you smacked Robin a couple times, too.
It is like going to Bogey Land, though.
It's like Buster Keaton and Seven Brides.
It's like Harold Lloyd hanging off the clock.
With Robin... Look, I like Robin. I'm not going to be one of those guys. I love Robin, but I like Robin, but she's got to know her place sometimes.
What is her place?
Well, yeah, what do
you know what I mean?
That?
Well, there's a pilot and there's a co-pilot.
Back of the bus, Sal? Is that what you're saying?
No. That's a long time ago.
But what is it? You mean, in other words,
Not
Howard's a
long
pilot?
enough, Sal.
Howard's a pilot. She's got to sort of pipe down.
In certain cases.
But like what? Like a case like where Howard's browbeating you?
Right. No, there's a time to speak. There's a time not to speak.
Are you saying Robin's interrupting a lot?
Yeah, I'm surprised the bottom of Robin's sneakers are not on Howard's tongue. She steps on him so fucking much sometimes.
I
She
agree.
doesn't have track mark. I'm surprised she don't have track marks all over his fucking face from her Reeboks, because she sometimes just keeps interjecting. It's like, hey, you're going to fucking spew your garbage at 10 o'clock for 45 minutes. Get it all out then. Hold back a little bit.
You're calling the news garbage?
No,
That's
I'm
spewing?
just a figure of speech. You know, spew her stuff or whatever.
I feel like we're all like cannibalizing each other now. Like we're all like this.
Well, we're not.
Like we're all like he's yelling Artie's talking too much. He's yelling Robin's talking too much. I feel like come on. We used to be a family. What happened?
I'm trying to.
This is family, Gary.
Do you mean we're all eating each other?
It's a dysfunctional family.
I know, but I feel like we're tearing each other down.
I know. Well,
but
listen,
even Artie agrees.
It is weird, Garrett. Lately, there's been negativity on the Howard Stern show.
I can't believe. No, I mean, Robin.
So wait, you said at 10 o'clock Robin should do her thing. So from 6 till 10, do you think she should just sit there?
No,
knowing that she's got the last hour.
No, but she should know her place. Like
she's like the number 9 hitter.
To me lately. I mean, if I love Robin, I'll give her constructive criticism right now.
I thought you said.
All right, you want me to tell the truth?
No. You didn't.
I love Robin. This is not a diss. This is not negativity.
Let's hear what he has to say. What do you have to say?
Hold on.
I admire Robin. I look up to Robin. I pinch myself every day that I'm working with a great person on the Howard Stern show.
You look up to Robin because she's taller than you.
But if I may give her some constructive criticism, like she would for me, somebody you care about.
Okay. What is your constructive criticism?
Slow down on chiming in. Slow it down, Robin. Slow it the fuck down. When there's a guest on and Howard's mid-sentence in a question and she chimes in and she just demolishes that question with something from left field, sometimes it makes my hands crunch into a fist. Just take it easy on chiming in so much. Think about what you want to say. Think if it's that important to interrupt Howard Stern when you say it, and then take the approach, whether you're going to do it or not. She has a tendency sometimes to get real. She's become a pig on the mic. The micro, like a hog, hogging it up. Just take it easy. Don't be so piggish on the mic.
When did you start?
Slow it down.
When did you start feeling this way?
Jeez,
1982?
No. I would say, recently, about 7 months ago, somebody sent in an email, and Howard read it, that Robin is chiming in a lot. She's not chiming in. She's stepping on Howard a lot. And Howard read it, and I remember that week she really piped down a lot. And you know what? She was brilliant, and I loved her, and I still love her. But she's got to know her role. You can't have too much of everything. You're going to turn people off. Slow it down, Robin. Just slow it down a little. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart in a kind manner. Just take it easy.
So let me ask you a question. The 28 years or 28 or 29 years of chemistry that Howard and Robin have together, you're saying that she's veering off from that?
I think she's really good at what she does, but I think she's becoming so confident that she's Robin Stern. You're Robin Quivers. You're the sidekick. You're the co-pilot. Wait for the pilot to make the move, and then listen to him and know your role. Know your place. You know what I mean?
Hi, this is Fred Norris of the Howard Stern Show. Guess what? On the wrap-up show for Wednesday, we had a very exciting talk about Jesse James, the outlaw bike builder. We spoke about what a great guy he was. We spoke about how he was willing to build Howard a custom-made chopper, which could run up to $100,000 in cost. We talked about, this is almost as long as the wrap-up show. Why not you should watch it instead?
Our in-studio guest today was the one, the only Jesse James. And did you know a lot about Jesse James coming into this, Gary?
Knew nothing about him.
Really?
In fact, I mean, here's what I knew about him. That he used to be married to Janine, that he had something to do with motorcycles. I wasn't sure what. And that he's married to Sandra Bullock. But my first hint that he was more than just a guest came when our very own program director, Tim, came in and said that was his hero. He said he goes, "You're my hero." And I didn't understand exactly what he meant. And now as everyone called in, I realized, like, if you're into motorcycles, he's the guy.
Well, it's not only that, Gary, that's when Tim encountered you. You didn't see Tim jumping and running down the hallway to get to see Jesse James. I mean, he was just he had stars in his eyes.
Yeah, he said Tim told me he was nervous meeting Jesse James, and I was a bit of a dick. I felt really bad. He goes, Jesse, I just got to tell you, you're my hero. You're unbelievable. I think the world of you. And I go, that's so funny because that's what he said to Arlen Specter last week. Because it's true. He likes Arlen Specter, too.
Now, does Jesse James come off as a badass at all?
No. I mean, I didn't know much about him, but he's got a really good vibe. He just seems like a good guy. He's like sort of, I read the notes on him, and I see he's been through some crazy shit, but, he doesn't look like he's going to kick your ass except for all the tattoos going up and down both arms, but he seems like a sort of a gentle guy, and I don't know, I thought he came across as really nice.
And Tim wasn't the only one who was excited. Fred was happy about it, and I think Fred's going to drop by, but Robin was also very excited to meet Jesse James.
Is that the titties were out for him? Is that what the deal was?
That's the rumor that was going around. I don't know if there's any truth to that.
The truth is the titties were out. Whether for him or not, I don't know.
Right, that may not have been the reason, but had you seen him at all on Celebrity Apprentice?
No, in fact, I only heard a couple of clips. I heard one clip that JD had pulled for when Dennis Rodman was here, where Dennis Rodman went off on him. So, in fact, I thought I knew what he looked like, and I was completely wrong. I don't know why. I thought he was Ricky Rackman. You know what I mean? Like, that's the vision I had in my head. Jesse James, I don't know, all those West Coast guys that were married to porn stars. So I probably couldn't even pick him out of a lineup before today. But again, really nice guy.
I mean, he's a lot different on Celebrity Apprentice based on the way they put it together. And you got to hear, he spoke more here than he did in the entire season. And I thought he was pretty charming. Did you like him on the show today, Benji?
Yeah, I think he was very likable. It was funny. I like how pissed he got at Ralph, though. It was like he's such a nice, friendly guy, but like Ralph really got him. Like he looked like he was like ready to start punching someone.
Well, one, that's Ralph's expertise, as we all know, and two, you don't want to mess with this guy, and he talked about that a little bit. He doesn't want to put that out there because he's challenged a lot, because he's known to be a pretty tough customer.
Takes one swing at me, I'll have all that miscongeniality money.
And miscongeniality too.
Exactly.
Don't forget that. Now, before we get to Sandra, we got to talk about Janine. He didn't really talk a lot about their marriage, but you could tell it was a rough ride.
Yeah, he kept calling it his nuclear disaster, which is, you never want to have your relationship referred to that way. And I thought that the line really hit it on the head. Howard goes, "It must have been great. You're married to this porn star." And he goes, "Dude, everything isn't the way it looks when you see it," and that spoke volumes about it.
Yeah, if you missed it,
well, actually, I'm sorry. I don't know if you have the line.
Yeah, I think I have the line you're talking about. Here's I think this sums it up pretty much. Hit it, Ted.
Was it weird for you being married to a porn star for a while? Like, I mean, is it that like guys think that they can have their way with your wife, and
I think it she'd been retired for like 5 years,
right?
And so it wasn't really like on the tip of your tongue, it wasn't like she's a current huge star, it was like over in the past and she was changing. But then, I think it's harder for her to be in that kind of spotlight,
Would you recommend that a guy marry a porn star, or do you think that they have too many problems that it's just too much of a thing to overcome?
Just buy the DVD.
Just buy the DVD. Yeah,
don't even go there.
Yeah.
Just buy the DVD.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's better to beat off.
That was a line.
Yeah, that pretty much sums that up. And were you surprised when you learned that he was married, not today, but in the past, when he was married to Sandra Bullock? That kind of came out of nowhere, and that relationship seems to have stuck for a little while.
You mean surprised that they ever got? I mean, at the beginning, again, I'm as guilty as anybody. You don't know anything about people, and you just see them in the tabloids, and you see this guy that used to be married to Janine, who's some biker dude. You see him and Sandra Bullock together, and you go, oh, it must be Sandra Bullock's, like, sort of fling, her wild fling. Certainly they can't really like each other, but I don't know anything about him, and it turns out that they really love each other.
Yeah, even he said she figured he'd be a bigot, he'd be this and that, and they ended up doing pretty well together, and Howard found out a lot about how they carve up their finances as well.
I think Howard probably got more out of him than he's probably done in any interview, and he even said at one point, he goes, when Howard asked about the sex, he goes, dude, I'm going to stop. I've already said enough.
Now, he also gave advice about how you have to listen to girlfriends and your wife, and he's talked about going gardening, and that's the greatest idea I've ever heard.
Right, but he said it in such a sarcastic way, as if you have to be really not sincere and go, honey, gardening's great.
And he let's go to.
They don't have kids together though, right? He's got his own kid with Janine, but him and Sandra don't have kids together.
I don't think so.
Yeah, so that it's easy to pretend to want to go gardening.
That's true. Paul in Philly, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
Good, Paul. How are you?
Great. Listen, I just wanted to tell you, I thought Jesse was really good today. You could tell it's like two different guys. I watched a little bit of that Apprentice, and it's like very uncomfortable there. And in the studio, he just seemed like he was at home, with you guys.
Yeah, he said, I got to tell you, he told me in the green room, and he said it when he first walked in, too. He said he was extremely nervous about coming on. He'd done 60 Minutes on all these other shows, but to him, Howard was like a different level, and he was very nervous about coming on.
Yeah, it just seemed like, he really hit it off with you guys. He was really happy to be there,
Yeah, good guy.
Do you think people can appreciate a guy like Jesse James because of what he does? I think initially you hear, he makes bikes and, he's a
Well, so he just makes bikes. You know what I mean? Like, again, I don't know much about motorcycles, and this much, what I'm about to say, I learned from Fred, and Fred will talk in a minute because he just showed up. But, I didn't realize that, to me, a motorcycle is a motorcycle, and that there are guys who make motorcycles that's like a piece of art if you're into motorcycles.
It really is. I mean, it's one of the few things that you can buy. I mean, when he was talking, he said the most expensive motorcycle that he made was $300,000. When you think about a handcrafted, personalized motor vehicle for you, that's a bargain. I mean, if you can afford $300,000.
That was the other great part of the show this morning was when he offered Howard a bike, to make Howard a bike, and Howard said, first of all, listen, I could buy my own bike.
There are million,
Tim came to my office and started jumping up and down again and going, I can't believe he's not going to take the bike. Why won't he take the bike? He's got to take the bike.
Tim was very excited out there.
What he should do is he should get a Howard wig and go up to him and say, I was just kidding out there. I mean, I really want the bike. Now send it to Tim's address.
Now, Fred, you're an expert in this field. I
don't know about an expert, but
you're knowledgeable.
Knowledgeable.
How good is Jesse James at what he does?
He's definitely one of the top 5 bike builders that there are around. I mean, somebody brought up Indy and Larry today. Rest in peace. He was one of the greats too. And there are guys that are like that. And I really think it's like the last frontier in terms of like customized cars and bikes and things like that. People don't customize cars that much anymore because I think they all look the same and they all look like jelly beans. But at least with a motorcycle, it's like the last frontier. It's kind of like being a cowboy.
Now, that Orange County Choppers, are those guys just an interesting show, or are they really good motorcycle makers?
You know what? The jury's out on them. The real aficionados of bike building, they poo-poo them. And I'm one of the few people that doesn't, because I think anybody that brings bikes into the collective consciousness of the United States and makes them more acceptable and makes them appealing to the masses, that was one of the things that Jesse was talking about this morning. When you're riding in traffic, people have no respect for motorcyclists. I mean, they barely have enough respect for other cars.
Well, I think
when you're on a motorcycle, you're very vulnerable.
I don't know why this pisses me off. I'm always very respectful. Like a motorcycle guy, if he's in front of me, I like to be very far behind because I always think if he falls, I don't want to run him over.
Right.
The thing that always pisses me off about a motorcycle guy is when he goes between cars.
I agree with that. And I think in New York State, I mean, there's certain places in the country where I think that's legal. I don't think in New York State that is legal, and I agree. I think it's a dangerous practice, and I think people should not do that because it freaks people out.
Well, also, a motorcycle guy, like on the highway, they always show up in your blind spot when they do that.
Well, that again, it's like that comes down to bad motorcycle riding. I mean, I used to ride a lot when I was like 14, 15, 16 years old. I rode a motorcycle before I ever drove a car, and I got a motorcycle again about maybe 10 years ago. I hadn't ridden in years. Maintained my license, hadn't ridden in years, and I, when I decided I was going to go back, I signed up for a motorcycle safety course, took a series of lessons, read a lot of books, and that's one of the reasons I feel fairly confident when I'm riding on the road, because they'll teach you where not to ride in the blind spot, what not to do, the stupid things that you can do to get yourselves in the trauma unit.
All this talk about safety, so that brings me to a question. You've known Howard longer than me. Mm-hmm. Is in your time with the show, was there ever any chance that Howard's getting on a motorcycle?
Not unless Bianca and Beth were like being held for ransom or something. There's no way that he would do it.
On Thursday's wrap-up show, Sal came by, and I don't know how it came up, but we got started talking about Robin again. And Sal at first was trying to explain himself, but then he broke down a little bit, and it led to a lot of good conversation, a lot of controversy, and Robin eventually coming in here to confront him on what's going on in Sal's mind. And I've been trying to figure that out for 3.5 years. But it was a good show, and watch for yourself.
Why are you so glum?
I'm not glum. Just waiting for my beating.
You seem
I'm on standby.
Why do you say that every time? I'm waiting for my beating.
Because whenever I express myself on this godforsaken shithole, I get ripped apart the next day. I do. And you know what? I'm going to. Maybe this is a good thing.
What are we talking about here? Are we talking about the game, or are we talking about how you verbally attacked Robin?
Which godforsaken shithole are you referring to?
Okay, I know I attacked Robin. I didn't view it as an attack. I knew I attacked Robin. I didn't view it as an attack. It came off as an attack.
Well, how would you view it?
In other words, you just said, I know I attacked. Without being redundant, it was constructive criticism that she took personally. And I know a lot of people feel that way, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I offended Robin. That wasn't my intent. But, if somebody else gave criticism, it wouldn't be as bad. I always have to be the guy that stepped on in the
that's
end.
not true.
That's wrong.
That's just not true.
No, it is. It's true.
It is.
Because I'm the only one. I'm the only one who gave Robin good advice, as far as I'm concerned.
No, you're the only one that gave her that advice, and you think it's good advice, and that's you could think that. But
I can. You're not better than me, Gary, to tell me.
I'm not saying I'm better than you. I'm saying you don't have the ability to recognize that you took a solid 10 minutes on the wrap-up show to talk about how Robin is literally single-handedly fucking up the show, and it's your opinion that she's fucking up the show, and we don't say a word, and we let you say whatever you want, and you don't have the ability to think that she might be offended by that.
Well, you interpret it as me saying she fucked up the show. I said I would prefer if she just slowed down a little bit. And that's what I really said.
Slow down. Know your place. Slow the fuck down.
And that's it. And then it just turns to this whole... So, you know what? I'm not going to express my opinions anymore on you guys. Because when I do, everybody gets into a tizzy. Everybody gets all upset. It's not worth it.
Actually, you probably get called on the carpet about 1 out of every 10 times you express your opinion, because you express your opinion a lot. But seriously, when you were talking, did it not hit you in the head that Robin might not appreciate that? Were you surprised when Robin grabbed you in the hallway?
I lost a little sleep the night before.
Did she just?
It started hitting me like, oh boy, I wonder how she's going to interpret this. I hope I didn't. I felt bad about it. I thought it was.
But why would you feel bad? It's just. I was a little
harsh,
but it's an opinion. It wasn't an attack.
It was tough love.
Right, like when you said that Howard's tongue had Robin's feet mark on it. Like was that?
It's got a Reebok mark.
Well,
Reebok mark.
Sometimes you have to paint the picture to get your point across, and I felt at that moment that was the case. And I have no ill will towards Robin. She told me to fuck off. God bless her. Whatever she wants.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but what happened? She just grabbed you in the kitchen and said, fuck off?
She was in the kitchen.
Or did you say something to her first? Like, did you say, hey, I love you? Or
no, I didn't say, hey, I love you.
Hey, Robin, listen, about that you suck thing.
I said something like, hello, Robin. She's like, should I say hello back, or would I be talking too much? And
you go, really? What do you mean?
And I said, really? What do you mean? I really did. And she's like, and she goes, Sal. I'm like, Robin, as soon as I said that, and I do, and I said it on the show too. She goes, love you, schmuff. You don't start with that bullshit. Just because you have, and she really laced into me. She's like, just because you have problems at home and blah, 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 and you have the ability to stand up to your wife and you have issues with women, you think you could take it out on me. I'm like, no, that's not the case at all. I go, Robin, that's not the case. I go, I just want to let you know that in certain circumstances, I think you chime. And she's like, fuck off. And she turned around with her cup of celery juice that's going to go up her ass in the next 5 minutes. And I said, Robin, I go, let me. She goes, take another step. I'm throwing this in your face. And I'm like, whoa, and that was it. And
you know what the greatest part is?
I feel, the thing is, I really feel bad. I don't like to have tension between people, especially your coworkers and your friends. I feel bad about it, but it bothers me. Like, I don't know, like I expressed how I felt, but it's not worth it.
I don't think you expressed it in a way that somebody would like. You thought it was constructive, but it really did come across as a bit of an attack. And my favorite part, by the way, is how you made a point of telling us that day, I'm not going to be one of those fucking assholes that says, I love you, Robin, but. And all you've ever said, starting every sentence, including when you saw her in there, was, I love you.
Yeah, that's true. But I said that I'm not going to be an asshole that says, I love you, but, because I really do love her. Like, I'm not going to be a liar. That's what I meant. Like, after, on the show every day.
I'll take 500 shares of Logistics, please.
You need a decipher from, like, the Da Vinci Code to figure out what Sal means when he says shit.
When you get caught in a conversation with Sal, I do understand why he was so successful at selling stock. Because he really tells you. Like, sometimes I would walk out of there confused.
Well, that's because he says 3 different opinions that often contradict each other in one statement.
I said what I meant.
What?
And
Robin walks all over Howard?
That I care about Robin, but I felt lately she's been chiming in too much, and I meant that. I expressed it in a harsh way that she took offense to it, and I'm sorry that she took offense.
Can I just say,
I don't like I don't like the tension. I do like Robin, and I think she's great at what she
assuming your
does.
criticism comes from a sincere place, did it ever occur to you that maybe a 25-year broadcasting veteran didn't want to hear the opinion of a stockbroker?
More like a
25-year listener.
More like a 30-year veteran. Robin's been on there for like 30 years.
A wise man learns from a fool. A fool learns from no one. What? It's exactly what I said. If you guys can't interpret that,
a wise man learns from a fool, and a fool learns from no one.
So that means there's always something you can learn, whether God...
No, what it means is a fool has the inability to learn nothing, but a wise man should listen to the fool.
Yeah, you can learn from a fool's mistakes. You can learn from a fool and a fool's actions. But there's always advice to be given.
So who are you in this scenario? Who are you?
Unfortunately, I'm the fool because Robin has the experience, so I'm putting Robin on the pedestal here. But she can learn. So you can always learn something.
But I'm just saying it was unsolicited. Like if she had come to you as a friend
Richard Roper
and said,
have the right to tell somebody how to direct a film? No, but he could critique it. Yet he has no experience in that field.
By your
side, I have experience.
You're not
at least a little bit, not as much as Robin.
Technically, you're not here to critique. Richard's hired to critique. That's
and that
a big
goes
difference.
back to my first statement. I'm done giving my opinion and critiquing.
Oh, put the $1,000 on the table right now. There's no way you're done.
As much as it pains me, I'm done.
You're not done.
Honesty is dead.
And you're the fool, and you've learned nothing based on your analogy?
No, a wise man learns from a fool. A fool learns from no one.
So who have you learned from?
I've learned to keep my mouth shut. I've learned from this fool myself, I guess.
Jack in Long Island, you're on the wrap-up show.
Yeah,
I think that's an Aesop fable or something. Look it up. It's on Google.
Yeah, hi. I'd like to talk to Sal about what's going on with him.
Oh, this is Ronnie Mund.
Who?
I could tell. I could smell the Metamucil coming off your skin.
Yeah, well, hey, dude.
Yeah, I can smell.
You know what,
it.
dude? You do this every time.
Take that diaper you have around your ass and wrap it around your mouth.
You do this every time. You cause trouble for yourself.
I do.
And then you cry like a baby.
I'm not crying one bit. I'm just learning my lesson.
Now you did it with Robin.
I didn't do anything with Robin.
Like a little baby.
Ronnie, I'm not being a baby
Jack,
here. I'm learning, Ronnie, that I shouldn't
baby,
express myself because you get in trouble.
Baby, man, you don't quit.
Baby, just the opposite of a very, very old person.
Go lock yourself in your room, like I told you a long time ago. Go lock yourself in a room there.
Ronnie, I'm sorry, Ronnie, that you have to ride my coattails for attention, but your point is your point is just worthless. It's just stupid.
My point is so right.
No, it's not right. I expressed myself about Robin. Robin got upset. I'm upset that she's upset. It's not worth it.
Who are you to express yourself about Robin?
And who are you to tell me what I should and should not do?
Because you're hired here to be a writer.
And you're hired to be a Howard's driver, so shut the fuck up and drive.
I do.
What are you doing calling in on a show?
I'm waiting for him. I'm busy.
All right, so wait.
Whoa, settle down, everybody.
Jesus Christ, this guy.
Hold on, Sal,
asshole.
wait a second.
You're a stupid asshole.
Now, Jack, doesn't Sal have the right to express his opinion?
No, not. Why should he? Who is he?
I mean,
if
he's asked a question, he's simply answering it.
Nobody asked him to make it give opinion on Robin, whether she should talk more or talk less. Who is he? He's nobody.
Robin's here.
Hold off on the break. Robin's here.
Rob, can you come right here, Robin? So
I'm in the hall, and people just keep telling me stuff about Sal saying various things. Why is this still going on?
Well,
didn't you have your say? I
said
heard
I felt bad.
No, he's not. He hasn't been degrading you. What he's saying
No, but he
doesn't.
said he was delivering a communication. I got it.
He doesn't. We were asking him how he could go off for 20 minutes and give his opinion. I put in quotation marks, and I said, "Did you not think that it might come back to bite you?" And he goes, "No, not really."
Well, when somebody said Sal didn't understand, I said he could stop there. He doesn't have to put anything after that sentence. Sal doesn't understand anything.
That's true.
Just say that. I don't understand.
I don't understand.
I would egg you on, Robin, but right before you walked in, Sal's like pretty much on suicide watch right now.
No, I'm not. Ronnie told me that Sal said he's losing sleep. I said, you shouldn't tell me that.
Yeah, because we feel bad.
So, Robin, did you take Sal's advice to heart?
Oh, shut up, John.
Do you really think I would take
Never.
Sal's advice for anything?
No. But clearly, I mean, you yelled at him in the kitchen, so something must have bugged you one way or the other.
Sal isn't attacking me. Sal is attacking all women when he talks to me.
That's what she said in the
And
email?
that's what I don't mind an attack on me. Like I said, when he said Artie did something wrong, it was Artie did something wrong. When he says, something to me, it's like, know your place. Well, where would my place be?
This week in Arizona.
Howard's at the window. He sees Robin talking to Sal, and he's got this quizzical look on his face, like, should I go in there? And then he just left.
He's like, so what would your advice to Sal be?
I don't have any advice for Sal, because if I try to give Sal advice, because quite frankly, when I was talking to him on the air, I was trying to explain to him what a Google search is, which I don't think he understands. And I got, know your place. Shut up. Stop piping up over there. So I can't give Sal advice.
Robin brings up a good point. Like, when you fight with Artie, why don't you just tell Artie to know his place?
Because Artie threw a CD at my eyeball.
Are you still angry at him, Robin?
I'm not angry at all. I didn't even know this was going on. And people are telling me. I said, but the worst thing to tell me is that I made you lose sleep, because I'll keep you up the rest of your life.
Kind of cool show happening today. Jimmy Kimmel, who I saw this weekend, by the way. We were hanging out.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, Jimmy and his cousin Sal.
He's dating his cousin Sal.
Yeah.
No, Sarah.
Well, I did have some alone time with Jimmy.
Yeah.
And I got to ask him about, Sarah Silverman.
Did he open up?
He opened up, but, when a guy opens up to you in private, this is the problem with me associating with people outside of the show. They kind of give you they preface their statements by saying, look, this is some stuff I'm going to talk to you about.
It's embargoed.
And all I'll tell you about that, I'm embargoed. But I'll ask him about it on the air, and we'll see how clean he comes. But
yeah, but you know what? Do you really care more about Jimmy than the show? Fuck him over now.
Well,
let's do
yeah,
it.
That's
anyway,
right.
I am a man of my word.
Are you ever going to get better information out of him?
Yeah. But I got to tell you something. This is how bad I am with people. This is another story of how bad I am. Jimmy began to open up to me about him and Sarah and, what was going on.
And was really open, huh?
And then afterwards, like, Beth said to me, well, what did Jimmy say? I said, I don't know.
You had no idea? You didn't even listen? You blanked out?
I think I listened, but I didn't understand what he was saying. It didn't make any sense to me.
I think the only reason you listen to me in those situations is because you're so fascinated how fucked up I am. Heroin is like something.
He's really fascinated about interpersonal relationships.
Yeah, but I think maybe it's boring to him now.
I listen to you because we're on the air together.
Oh, that's
why. I can.
So in a year and a half, I should stop calling.
If Jimmy talked to me on the air, I would understand everything.
Right.
And you'd question him. You don't even ask questions.
No, I meant even personally.
I did, Robin.
Even when I call you, you listen.
Yeah. But I even said to Jimmy, I said, I don't understand what you say. In other words, okay, you guys broke up and you're explaining it, but
you don't get it.
I still don't know. I don't even know that you really told me anything here. I don't understand. And then he started again to tell me stuff. And maybe he was just being guarded or whatever. But
I have I've had that experience where people are saying a lot of words, but I don't understand anything they're saying.
Yeah, I mean, I'm telling you.
They're usually foreign people.
I swear to you, I am as in the dark
as before.
And the only thing I know is what Jimmy has said publicly, that she broke up with him.
So basically, you are saying everything you know on the show, so that's good.
Yeah, I am. I mean, I could tell you everything he said, but it doesn't make any sense. So, he'll come in here, and whatever he's comfortable talking about, we'll
He probably isn't comfortable talking about any of it.
Probably not.
On the air.
No.
All right, Jimmy Kimmel's here, man. Old friend of the show. We got a lot of old friends here. We don't have no new friends. We got only old friends. What the fuck?
Kind of like you.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck you. Come on in.
Jimmy.
Hey, what's
Morning.
happening?
How you doing, man?
Good, thanks. I thought you were going to come to my hotel room and wake me up there.
I wish.
At this thing.
So what brings you down to the show today?
What do you think brings me down to the show?
What are you talking about?
Oh, I have a lot of important things to talk about on the show. Gary's penis.
What you're talking about right now?
Yeah. No, I had a similar thing done to my penis, so I feel like I can add a lot to the conversation.
You're going to share your experience with us
Yes,
today about that?
I'll help make men in their cars crouch over throughout the morning today.
All right, Jimmy Kimmel's here. Bring in Jimmy.
Jimmy, you gained weight.
No, that's Artie. There's Jimmy. Jimmy's actually lost weight.
Look at Jimmy.
Jimmy's thinner. Good to see you. Artie is Artie's thinner too. Hey, James.
Hello, Howard. I can't hear anything in my headphones, but my cans.
Host of Jimmy Kimmel Live.
Don't act like you haven't seen Howard. We heard you spent the weekend together.
Yeah, we made love.
I thought that was going to be our secret.
No, that wasn't a secret. It's just, you know what it is?
What?
When I hang out with Jimmy, I feel kind of like I disappoint him.
What?
Why?
Because when I'm not on the radio, I'm not a whole lot of fun, and I'm actually kind of quiet and not all that witty. And I think Jimmy kind of worships me a little bit.
Are you fishing for compliments?
No. Jimmy, I'm being serious. Jimmy,
welcome to the show, Jim.
Jimmy looks up to me.
That's true. That is true.
And so you expect that he expects something.
Like I had Jimmy's stories, like when he was in high school, he listened to me, or someone sent him a tape, and he wanted to go into radio. I don't know what the whole thing is, but.
Is this your way of saying you want Fred to play music and for me to go on?
No, it's him saying he wants Ralph to play music.
It's always awkward because I know, probably Jimmy's expecting this great guy to hang out with him, and I'm really not a lot of fun, as Beth will tell you.
I disagree. We did have a lot of fun, and I have a lot of fun. I'm not. What do you think I'm expecting? I'm not expecting Robin Williams bouncing off the wall.
That would be annoying.
But I know, you like to sit and like Jimmy came out to see me, so it was like. Then I feel obligated that we should be together.
Yeah, well, that is one of the things when you go visit
when
somebody.
When you visit someone, they actually are supposed to be with you.
You should do the Great Gatsby. You should just never show up.
Well, after Jimmy left, I said to Beth, I said Jimmy's a great guy. Everyone knows I love Jimmy. I think Jimmy's a really together great guy.
Together?
Yeah, he's got it
pretty
together.
Robin.
Yeah, he is pretty together.
Robin, you're sitting on a pot of coffee. How dare you judge?
Well, nobody said I was together.
I really like Jimmy. No one could be an easier house guest. I even like his cousin Sal.
He's an easy house guest?
I am.
Sal, yeah, because Sal is like that wall. He doesn't say anything. He stands there.
Like a potted plant.
He was nervous. He's not usually like that.
But I said,
you give Sal a sports sticker. He's fine for
I said to Beth afterwards. I said, Jimmy coming out to the house makes me realize I don't think I want people coming out to the house. So she goes,
good, thanks, Jim.
This is positive. She said, why? She goes, no one could be easier than Jimmy. Like, Jimmy's so great. I said, that's right. And the fact of the matter is...
Everybody else is a pain in the butt?
No. I said, even I can't handle that because I couldn't even sleep when Jimmy was over because it was like... I'm like, oh my God, Jimmy's probably awake and he wants to
Let me
together.
go down and see what he's doing.
So I'm up at 5 in checking to see if Jimmy's
up. Who's up at 5 in looking to get together with their...
I'm neurotic. I can't have people
He doesn't want Jimmy to be walking around while he's sleeping.
You know what you got to do, Jim, is you got to just... Howard knew I'd be asleep till 3 p.m.
And then at 9 a.m. I was going to have a chess lesson. I felt guilty. I said to Beth, is it okay that I'm having a chess lesson? Because what if, it was for an hour. So I was like, she goes, well, I guess so, but Jimmy's your guest, and he's here. And I go, but I want my chess lesson, too. You mean Jimmy can't hang out with his cousin and do stuff?
No, I'm fine. I don't like to get up early anyway. But in fact, I actually intentionally, I got up what I thought was early. I got up at I made sure to get up at 9:30, so around when your chess lesson was over, then, we
could hang out.
Yeah, we
You should have combined the two and had Jimmy give you a chess lesson.
Yeah.
Why don't you just say to your guests, you know what, I got a chess lesson at 9 or whatever, and do whatever you want, and I'll see you in the afternoon or something.
I'm just not good. I feel guilty.
Everything is very well scheduled.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you're very well scheduled.
You know what's happening when you go there. It's almost on a list.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad Jimmy went. Now I have someone I can call to ask how the house looks.
When you straighten yourself out, you might get up.
Well, yeah, they don't want like crazy drug people knocking at the door.
What, me and 3 cops aren't fun to have over your house?
But so I always feel like
we don't want Artie making an escape.
And then the other weird aspect is like I'm hanging out with Jimmy, and you know, where Jimmy and I were having a private conversation, and I even said to Beth, I'm going to ask Jimmy about Sarah. Did you hear my rap about this morning?
No, I couldn't get my Sirius.
Dude, you and fucking Sarah went through weird shit. Howard told us on the air. What the fuck, man?
I would never do
Thank God you got out of there.
With a midget? A midget?
It wasn't a midget. He was just short.
No, I said, you know, Jimmy and I were talking. I even said to Robin this morning. I said, I sat with Jimmy. We talked for like, I don't know, a half hour, an hour privately about, you know, about a bunch of things. But one of the things being what happened with Jimmy and Sarah. I need an explanation because I was close with Jimmy and Sarah as a couple. And I said to Robin, I have no idea what Jimmy's talking about.
He says, first of all, of course, it was not for the air, but in the same, he said he went to Beth and he couldn't tell her what you said.
Because immediately, you know, after we had the conversation, Beth wanted to come down, but she saw we were talking privately.
Oh.
She said to me, okay, so what did Jimmy say about Sarah?
Right.
I said, I don't know. I don't know what the fuck he said.
For Howard to listen to you, you have to work Howard into the conversation.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't know what I said either. I mean, I don't know.
It was the lamest, most
he
mysterious.
said he's not sure you know why you broke.
When a chick asks me what their day, if I want to hear what their day was like, I'm like, only if I'm in it.
Yeah.
I wish it could have been more interesting, but
no, it wasn't that it wasn't interesting. I just didn't understand.
He said you were saying things, but he couldn't understand what you were saying.
I don't understand what I'm saying most of the time either. So.
You know
but maybe it wasn't not that interesting. Maybe it wasn't interesting.
And then also it's awkward because Jimmy says to me, look, this is private. So I said, okay, well, you know, so what does that mean?
I can't call the Inquirer?
Here's the problem is that I know you would like me to talk to you about these things mostly because you're curious about this stuff, but I know that
mostly because he's a yenta.
It's hard for you to remember what is okay to talk about and what isn't okay to talk about. Right. So for your own protection, I feel like
that was smart.
Maybe you didn't tell him anything.
Well,
he didn't. I'm telling you.
I know I did. I told you everything. I mean, I told you everything that was there. It's not that interesting, you know. Sometimes people just don't.
Boring.
Something happens.
Horribly
I don't know what it is.
It was terrible, actually.
It's unpleasant, you know.
There was no good stories.
There were
Nobody
no
had
events.
any great problems, like, you know, they were harboring.
The sex was good, right?
Yeah. It was, I mean, for you. For me, yeah, it was. Yeah.
The sex was good.
You haven't checked with her?
I think I could safely assume it wasn't that great for her.
But the public thing was...
Can I taste your juice?
The public thing was that she broke up with you, supposedly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Both times?
No, actually, I broke up the first time. She broke up the second time.
Ah, see, that's something I didn't know.
Yeah.
No.
Who's going to break up the third time?
I don't think they're getting back together.
Is it over? Howard said he could get you. Howard said he could get you two back together if you just gave him a little time. Now you think you can't.
Well, he can't even listen to Jimmy talk about the problem.
He couldn't stay in the room.
No, I listened. I didn't understand it.
You know what? You should interrogate her. That should be what you do because maybe you'll get more. But
alone, like in a situation like that.
I'm not the kind of person that looks for reasons afterwards. It's if you don't like me, I don't like you, and that's
then why did you break up with her?
Oh, I don't even know. I just felt just depressed and just felt like that was something that I felt like that was the reason why I was depressed, and then I became even more depressed
after you broke up.
After we broke up, yes.
You heard the music.
I know. What's the music? You know, Fred, you kill it with the music.
He does.
I could have. I was almost on the hook.
Yeah,
I almost started crying.
Wait, I missed it. What did you say?
I asked. So he broke up with Sarah the first time.
Yeah, so you're getting more out of him than I did.
You needed me there.
I told you that.
I know. I did.
Well, now that Howard's listening because it's on the air.
No, I listened. I really did listen.
And he said,
I could tell you everything he said because he didn't say anything.
I'm going to tell you what he just said.
Yeah.
So he was suffering a depression.
Right.
He decided it was the relationship that was depressing him.
He didn't tell me that.
He broke up, and then he got more depressed.
Do you
understand?
You missed it.
More or less.
Yeah.
More or less.
Do you understand how bad that sounds? Like men want to have the perfect woman, and in a sense, Sarah is beautiful and she's funny,
Talented,
she's smart,
funny. Oh my
great
God.
conversationalist, and we still get bored. This is what happens.
It's not even bored, really. But you're right, though. Yeah, it is. It's troubling because you think, oh, if I can't stay in a relationship with this person for a long time,
Right, that's
Then
there
I
isn't
can't
anyone.
do it.
Yeah,
Right.
And that's what starts to depress you.
yeah, exactly. And it's starting again right now.
Is it that you think the two of you are just not in love with each other anymore? Like the love left?
Well, they were in love at your wedding.
You guys were all over each other at the wedding.
Holy Christ, I had to make out with my shitty food.
I mean, you really were. And
But,
it was so I guess at some point the two of you just realized, like, yeah, we like each other, but we're not in love with each other.
I guess so. Yeah. She decided that.
Oh, she decided.
That was funny at the wedding.
You're in love with her.
No, I'm not. I told you.
Were.
Yes, but when it's over for me, it's
over. You close the door.
I close the door.
Right.
Sometimes I put my penis through the keyhole.
Yeah, but you open the door.
If he opens the door, he'll be in love again.
You close the door, but you open the door again.
Let's put it this way: when the door's closed on me, the door is closed.
Yeah, but
When I close the door.
Jim, for every door that closes, one opens.
You're right. You're right.
And the one you better open is the heroin door.
Are you on a tear now?
Oh yeah, I'm on a real tear.
He's fucking all of Hollywood.
He's having sex with Cousin Sal.
Let me tell you what I did last night.
He's having homosexual incest.
I went to dinner with my friends Alex and Martha Wallow, who listen to the show, and had a huge steak, and then almost was pretending to make conversation outside the restaurant where I was almost certain I was going to shit my pants. And then I got in the cab and desperately tried not to shit my pants, and then thought it might be funnier for the show tomorrow if I did shit my pants.
Who cares about shitting in a cab? You've never done that?
You mean you had a big steak?
Yes,
and
immediately it became
went through you.
an angry ball of shit.
Jim, you're not a New Yorker.
Wait.
Sometimes you shit in a cab just to make it smell better.
And then you wanted to take a shit. And why didn't you do it at the restaurant? Or are you too embarrassed?
Oh no, not at the restaurant. Plus, everyone knows I come out sweating. I have to take off most of my clothes. So then I get upstairs, and I know this is going to happen because there's a nightmare happening. Is that my cousin Sal has the key to the room in his pocket, and there's no way he's just flipping the door open and letting me run right through.
Did you tell Sal you had to shit?
Oh, I told him I had to shit, and I realized that was a terrible mistake.
Wait a minute. You don't have your own room? You and Sal are in the same room?
Yes.
What the fuck are you talking about?
This is getting worse.
Sal's on the show. They didn't get him.
Well, they didn't,
They didn't fly him here.
They tell you can bring somebody out with you,
Jim, that is fucked. What are you doing?
Well, the truth is I brought two people. I brought Jill Lederman, our producer, so she had a room, and then Sal and I stayed. We don't mind. We like staying in the same room.
Holy mackerel.
You really aren't in show business.
I guess not.
Really?
Jim, they used to get everybody at Mad TV their own room.
I'm not on Mad TV.
Yeah, well, actually, Nightline, they've got 4 people in a room there.
Martin Bashir has like 17 people living in a room with him.
Hey, would you? So did he get the key open in time and you took the shit?
He did, but there was some torment time where he held the key up and showed it to me and waved it to me, and I was like, "Open that fucking door! Will you open that fucking door?"
Or you're fired.
We're gonna shit all over you.
Don't make me shit in Jim Belushi's room again.
That's right.
Would you have Sarah on as a guest on your show?
Not right now. I don't think. Eventually, maybe.
Wow.
Yeah. Really? Is that interesting?
Yeah, that is interesting. Not good enough.
We're just really booked up.
What are you talking about? Not good
No,
enough?
it's not good
because
enough.
she's doing every other show. She's busy.
There's no openings at your show?
You know what? We've got a lot of bookings right now. And no, I don't know. I just think it might be
awkward, but it'd be fun.
Might be more unpleasant than it would be worse.
Sarah, there's a very funny stripper I met who's doing a set.
Why would it be unpleasant?
Well, why do you think?
Because but she was, listen, when you were going out with her,
yeah,
she was on the show like every week.
Well, not that much.
I mean, a lot.
She was like your brother Theodore.
And now all of a sudden there's no presence of her like she was doing the.
Well, it's not like
Matt
people
Damon.
like, where is she? I mean, she was on maybe twice a year. I mean, it wasn't like.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought it was more.
But she was on in the time that you two got back together.
Yes, she was.
Listen, I've been on 5 times, and twice when I was on, Sarah
was on.
Jimmy's going to hang out with us all morning. He's going to be here for a while. Ben Stiller is waiting in our green room.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, so what we'll do...
What he's saying is a bigger star has now...
No, Jimmy's hanging out, being part of the show. He'll be here during the Ben Stiller
You
interview.
can sit there while Ben is...
If Ben Stiller's sitting here and Adam Sandler comes in, we'll have Sandler.
That's Jimmy's cousin, Sal.
Oh, this
Hey,
is the guy you
everybody.
spent
Good guy.
the weekend with?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
He's a nice guy. I was a little worried about him, but he's a nice guy.
Sounds very quiet. Yeah.
He's another Tom Cruise lover, this kid.
Hey, Jimmy.
Yeah.
What's going on now? Do you have to leave?
I think I have to leave soon because I have to do Regis and Kelly.
You're doing Regis and Kelly.
Without Regis.
Mine, Sans Regis.
Yeah.
And Sal, you're going over there too?
I'm gonna head over there. Yeah.
Well, all right.
He can stay if you want.
I understand your cousin Sam's here.
So am I saying goodbye to you? I don't want to hold you here.
I think we have to
All right.
leave, unfortunately. Sadly.
Sal, good seeing you.
Thank
It was
you.
nice spending time with you. Jimmy, I wish you continued success. I hope these upfronts, whatever they are, go well for you.
Now I feel weird about the next time. I feel weird about visiting you because I feel like.
You mean visiting him at home?
Yeah, because I feel like we
Just
always get
visit
the
me.
honest account, but then I feel like I'm making you uncomfortable when I'm at your house.
Not at all. I love being with you. We go away on vacation together. I mean, what's the matter with you?
Well, I don't, because you said then you feel like you have to entertain me. You don't have to entertain
Don't worry.
me.
I know.
I'm
I know.
self-entertaining.
Believe me, and so am I.
Okay, good.
How dare you? Look, I don't know what's going on in your romantic life. I'm sorry
Is
you.
he dating? You didn't even find out for us.
I would never ask. I don't know
I'm
what
dating
he's doing.
Neil Patrick Harris.
You're not the type of guy that we're not going to open up the tabloids and see you're dating like every woman in Hollywood. Now that you're free of Sarah and you're a single
Definitely
guy.
not.
You're not. You're not going to womanize.
What are you going to do?
You know,
are
I'm
you
not
going
like
to
that.
a dating service? Are you? What are
Yeah,
you doing?
I'm on,
Millionaire matchmaker?
I'm on that Ashley Madison.
Well, he
You're
has
on
a
Ashley Madison. You only date married women.
Yes, I'm only fucking married women.
Well, Jimmy has a certain type. I think he's going to ask Elaine Boozler.
And so the dating will begin. The dating will commence as soon as you get over Sarah.
Theoretically, yes. I guess so. Yes.
Excellent. We can't wait for that. Who will it be? Jennifer Love Hewitt?
Well, who will the lucky lady
Will
be?
you be picking up women on the show? Will you do that? Move?
No, I don't think so. I can't imagine that will happen.
Who are your guests for the rest of the week when you get back to L.A.? We'll pick out one
Well,
for you.
Ben Stiller.
right, you
I
can't go out
really
with
don't
him.
know who the guests are, to be honest with you.
Do you fantasize that you'll be with another famous woman? I mean, Sarah was famous.
Was
certainly.
that fun?
I've decided never, ever to go out with another famous person.
Is that true?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Unless they're really, really good looking. What?
Kathleen Turner.
Why?
Yeah. Maybe another
Because-
hot Jewish comedian like a Whoopi
There's
Goldberg.
nothing I hate more than being the subject of. I don't like being the subject of speculation. I don't like people being interested in my life like that.
But aren't
So you got into the right business.
But aren't
Yeah,
people
I
going to
know.
always be interested in your life?
Not nearly. It's exponential when it's two famous people. Nobody cares about who other, like nobody cares about who Conan is dating. Right.
Well, because Conan's married.
Yeah, but nobody cared beforehand. Nobody cares that he's married.
I
either.
think they would. Well, you're saying because she's not in the business,
Yeah.
is what you're saying.
Right.
Oh, I see. So when you're dating another famous
I'm gonna
person,
try to be more like Conan.
you're going to try and be like Conan O'Brien.
Yes.
That sounds like makes a lot of sense.
You better
to
get
me.
better writers.
But it is possible because you're in Hollywood and you meet the girls you meet are girls who come on your show who are in fact famous, and a lot of these. Actresses and stuff. I mean, it's hard to resist.
I say it's
You know
not
who I
hard for
see
them to
him with?
resist.
No.
I think you ought to fix him up with Renee Zellweger.
Oh,
yeah.
I could have fucked her on the set of The Bachelor. I
Would
let
you
her
like
off
to
the
fuck
hook.
Renee Zellweger?
No, I know she's that's
Have
not.
you
I'm
met
not
her?
interested in that. I have met her.
You've had her on the show?
I think so.
Not attracted to Renee Zellweger?
It has nothing to do with it.
What? Would you never think about fucking her?
No,
really
I
don't.
wouldn't. I wouldn't. I'm not interested.
If I was single, I would fuck Renee Zellweger. I would.
You could get her at Bridget Jones' Diary.
I told you
do
I
you
don't want to go out
fantasize-
with anyone famous.
But wait a second. You don't fantasize like maybe a night with Carmen Electra or nothing like that?
That's not my thing.
What do you mean, not your thing?
Well, wait a minute. What about some supermodel?
Explain
No.
that to me. What do you mean you can't take Carmen Electra?
I need. I think there has to be some depth there for me.
Oh, so supermodels are all stupid?
So Sarah was so deep.
I'll put it this way. Sarah would never do this. Carmen Electra.
Look, I said Jimmy was deep.
Carmen Electra was once asked on a talk show, what's the one thing she couldn't live without? And after she thought for a minute, she said food. So, I don't think Sarah would ever do that.
That's a good answer.
But do you think that Sarah will date someone famous?
I don't know.
Does she
have no
need
idea.
that?
No, I don't think so.
She doesn't need that. So, it'll be interesting to see what you end up doing. Sal, what do you think? Sal, you're married.
I'm married. Yeah.
So, but
Jimmy
what do you
is,
think?
I wasn't supposed to say anything, but he's secretly dating a pizza chef, this guy Chris Bianco. I'm not even kidding. He flies him out. The guy stayed with him for like a week, and then there's another chef that comes in, Adam Perry Lang, and they cook, and that's his focus right
You
now.
love to cook, right? That's your thing.
I do, yeah. I love
You're
to
a
eat.
cook?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
By the way, fucking a pizza chef where I'm from is not
Rob,
gay.
You should try eating food. It's delicious.
I'm going to do that when I do that.
Yeah, that sounds crazy. All right. So, and also, will you and Sarah become friends in the future where she will be able to come on the show?
No, we will not.
You will not become friends.
I don't know.
It's going to be a major showbiz feud that lasts centuries.
I agree with you. You're not going to become friends.
Listen, I got enough friends.
Right. You will not go the route of Johnny Carson and date some of the, tea time players or, you will not.
No.
Yeah, have the girls on your show. Hire
I don't
them
have
just
any
to date
tea time
them.
players.
You don't?
No, I don't. No, it's not my,
Right.
You know me. It's not my
Look,
thing.
Howard, he was on the Man Show and never fucked one of the juggies.
Not only didn't
He was married.
Not only didn't I fuck any of them, I would hide in my room reading from them. I didn't want to be part of it.
Will Leno,
They don't want to read with you?
Let me, before you leave, because I know you have to go, will Leno's new show fail? I'm talking about this. Now, you're in the late night game. You spend a lot of time on your show, and I know you do a lot of hard work, and people should watch Jimmy's show. But will you take a look at Leno's new show? And you've probably given this some evaluation. You probably even have research on this. Don't you think, this is what I think, Leno made the biggest mistake of his career, not staying in late night television?
I think it would have been safer to go to ABC. Yeah, for him to go to ABC at 11:30. Yes.
But that would have been horrible for you. You wouldn't want him at 11:30.
Not necessarily, because it would be a better lead-in than Nightline, and perhaps there would have been other networks that were interested in me.
But you told me you would never follow Leno.
That's right. You said you were going to leave.
No, but I changed that eventually.
Oh, did you?
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
You thought it through.
Yeah.
You said, I'll go on at 12:30, Leno can go on at 11:30.
Yes.
You really would have gone ahead and done that? I don't believe you.
I honestly would have. Absolutely.
You would not have gone to another network? Let's say if...
I might. I mean, I would have considered
What if Fox
that.
needed a late night
I
show?
would have considered it. Yes.
You would have?
Yes.
That would have been a good thing.
Yeah.
But now, Leno will die at 10 o'clock, won't he? It's the end. Do you ever envision a scenario where perhaps Leno could end up going back to the Tonight Show and they fire Conan? And then Conan, or whatever his name is, comes over to ABC.
I don't know. I don't know about all of those things, but I could envision any of those things individually happening.
Well,
yes.
how do you feel that Leno's going to do?
Give us your prediction.
I don't. You know what? I don't think it's going to be successful. I'll be honest with you, and I don't think it has anything to do with Jay. I think it has all to do with the local affiliates and their news, where they make all their money. And if the lead-in is not as strong, they're going to scream and yell and demand something, and it's going to be a mess.
This Leno move could be the end of all television, is what you're saying, right? This could actually end television as we think
Let's
about
hope
it.
so. We should start twittering more.
Will Jay take Stuttering John?
Yes, Jay will definitely take Stuttering John, and I believe that Jay has told Stuttering John, and Stuttering John just isn't saying because they want to keep it all a secret.
You think it's that big a deal?
Wow.
I mean, why
I
can't
think
John
they think it's that big a deal.
Really?
Do you think if Leno gets into real trouble, he'll divorce Mavis and date Sarah Silverman?
That would be a surprise.
She was lucky for you, maybe.
If Leno gets divorced, he'll try to steal Beth.
My prediction is Leno will do poorly. I believe it will not last long. I believe Conan might be moved out, but he will be tarnished. In other words, he will have failed.
You're saying Conan's not going to be successful?
I don't know, because if Jay isn't successful, Conan has to be more successful than Leno was.
And also now, if Jay doesn't do well, it hurts Conan's rating.
Right.
Aha. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
So you're saying everyone's fucked?
Yeah.
Jay's going to screw up everybody.
You're not fucked. You're in the perfect position.
You're so not fucked. You're not dating anybody.
Yeah, but I'm flying like Coach, you know what I mean?
You're shitting in front
What
of
is
Sal.
it, Ralph? Quickly, because Jimmy Kimmel has to leave here. He has a very active
This is never
life.
a good thing when Ralph calls, I know.
Well, Jimmy, I love you, but I don't understand.
That's great.
How come you're not out there getting laid and going crazy? And you know, like I know you're straight, and so like, why wouldn't you want to? Like, you want to have conversations or something, it sounds like?
Well, Ralph, I'm not that type, right? I mean, I think you would have gathered that about me by now.
You're not a pig. You're not a sex maniac.
It's not like you got to go in and just pick up some floozy and every night, but like...
Jimmy, you should be vomiting at Howard's house. You got to live it up.
I told Sal to vomit at your house.
Hey, Ralph, what bits has Jimmy ripped off from Howard lately?
I've been ripping off Jimmy lately.
There you go.
Have you seen Stuttering Sal?
All right, Ralph. Jimmy,
but really, I mean,
you think Jimmy should be banging the hottest chicks in Hollywood?
Ralph, give me a little time. I need to...
Yeah.
Maybe you need Ralph to help you with that.
Yeah.
All right, thank you,
in.
Ralph.
Jimmy's got a huge TV.
I do have the biggest TV in the world.
I haven't seen it. Tom Cruise and his mom out.
You're going to be.
Can you tell the story real quick of why, like, that thing that you did to Jeffrey Ross?
What?
You know what? I think we'll miss the Regis and Kelly show if we tell it, though.
I don't even know what he's talking about.
I told you about the prank he pulled on Jeff Ross, Sal.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I told him he would say we get a heads up ahead of time who's going to be voted off. So I texted Jeffrey Ross
on Dancing with the Stars.
On Dancing with the Stars. Sorry, I said you're safe, and he said, "Are you sure?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm sure."
But Jeffrey was really into it and in love with this girl, and
then on the air, he was pretending to be nervous the whole show, like he didn't know he was going to. And then on the air, you see him when he gets eliminated. He goes, We lost?
I had inside information. Oh, that's great. That's right, because you guys get tipped off who's going to be losing Dancing with the Stars.
Nobody thought we did.
Oh, he thought you did. I get it. All right. Thank you, Ralph. You're a fascinating phone call.
Sal was trying to kill the odds. You know, he was betting on Dancing with the Stars.
All right, listen, Jimmy, I'm not going to hold you anymore.
Thank you, Howard.
Jimmy Kimmel.
We had a beautiful weekend. Thank you
beautiful
very much.
I love you. It's always great seeing you. Yes, and anytime you're around, I want to be with you. And Sal, you too. You're always welcome. All right. The great Jimmy Kimmel and Sal, his cousin. Sal, what's your last name?
Do I have one? Icono.
You don't use that name?
No, I do. Yeah.
You switched it to Kimmel?
That's the way Opera Man says icon.
That's right. And so there it is.
You set the bar pretty high for Howard's house guest. You said you were such a good guest.
You know, I'm very. I was raised well. I clean up after myself. I keep quiet, and people seem to appreciate that. I think the great thing is Ralph really set the bar so low that
by puking everywhere.
Yeah, and I appreciate that he did that. I really do.
So you had a good time today?
Yeah, I had fun.
No, it was a little awkward talking about your past
I know this is terrible. I have
right?
to get the fuck out of here. I'm not kidding. I really. They got a live TV show I'm gonna miss.
I really am. Nah, I kind of am. I'm kind of done. I mean, I love it here, and I love doing the radio show and all that stuff. But I think after a year and a half more worth of shows, it's time for me to sing my swan song. You know, and some things are starting to bother me, and I don't want it to get ugly.
Oh.
You know what I mean? There are things around here that are bothering me.
I see.
And I'm not the type that complains to people, so I just let it brew inside of me, and then I just leave. But, I don't know. Stuff bothers me. Stuff bothers me all the time, but I don't know. It's enough already of me.
Well, David Hinckley just had to change his article.
Yeah, well, I don't know. You know, it's like Jimmy said to me over the week. He says, "You got to stay. You know, it's so great. The show's never been better. Blah 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 blah. You guys work so well together." I said, "Yeah." I said, "We do." I said, "We're good at this, but how much longer can you keep doing this thing?"
Well, here's a rap that everybody gives me, and so I'll ask you now. You'll be fine doing nothing. Everyone says, "Can Howard?" You know, people go, "Howard, I know his personality. I listen to him. He's a personality. Can he stay home and do nothing?"
Well, he won't. Doesn't have to do nothing. You know.
No, there are things I could do. I could straighten the pillows. I have to have a meeting. I have meetings about everything. You know. I guess I am the. I am the leader of the show, so I meet about everything. My meeting today is with Gary, Laura, my assistant, and Tracy. Because something set me off. Carol Leifer, who was our guest the other week, sent me a box of chocolate. So, I get a list of things that were sent in. So now probably that's a week old or something, or I don't know how many days old.
It came in last Wednesday.
Last Wednesday. So I got word today. So, you know, I got to put a system in place where somebody back there goes, oh, Carol Leifer was a guest. She sent Howard a personal note and a gift. It should go right over to Howard.
Right.
In other words, we're not going to go through the usual system of putting... If someone's got to be...
A week later, it'll show up at Howard's desk.
Somebody's got to be a little bit on top of that so that I can get and then I want to figure out how I can get a note to Carol Leifer real quick, a personal note. You know, like maybe I dictate it to either Tracy or Laura, and they... I don't know if any of them... Laura takes dictation. I just go, hey, Carol, thanks so much. You know, you were great. And then right away, it gets acknowledged that we got her box of chocolates. Because that's really nice of her to do.
Doesn't fall into the black hole of, wow, I wonder if my gift got there.
Yeah. So then so I called Laura last night. I said, how do we get this done? I said, let's have a conference call. Because if I don't conduct it, it'll never get done because no one takes it seriously.
Well, we would take that. See, we would take that seriously without you.
Gary,
really
how many years we've been doing this? 20-something years.
Right, but we have
nobody can figure out that, like, when Carol Leifer sends something, that I should know about it pretty quickly. I mean, who wants a box of chocolates sitting around for a week anyway?
It wasn't a week. Howard, it hasn't been a week. You knew yesterday. It got here late Wednesday afternoon, and you knew yesterday. That is some time, but it's not a week.
I don't know. And then, like, it's sitting in your office. And, like, who opens the mail? You?
No, Tracy opens the mail.
Right.
She logs
Tracy says you get the box of chocolates.
No, that's not true.
That's what she said.
Tracy opens up all the mail.
Yeah.
She logs it in. So it's, you know, Carol Leifer sent this,
right.
And then everything comes through me just so I could see it because some things I put in your bag that day.
Right.
Some things I just need to know that you're getting, even if you don't take them. I need to know that somebody sent you a screener, whether you saw it or not.
Okay.
I need to know that a book came, so when they call, I can say, yeah, we saw the book. You know.
See, I know I'm going to have a meeting today, and I'm never going to get to the bottom of this. I'm
You're
already zoning out.
having the meeting, yeah.
I'm already zoning out. Like Gary,
we're in the meeting.
Like Gary's explaining it to me, and I just go, can't you just get this done?
It's like Jimmy talking about his breakup with Sarah.
Yeah, I don't understand. It's like I just go, I don't know how to get it done, but you get it done.
But you get a list every day. I guess you just didn't see it quick enough.
No, but we get the list. By the time the list gets to me, and the time I get to read it, it's 5 days old.
Howard, I'm your man. Let me open all the mail.
You have the meeting,
and I'll log it in.
Yeah.
No, what you're saying is certain things should get personal attention. Like they shouldn't go through the system. You should just be expedited to you that Carol Leifer sent.
Right, but you can't.
And then something should be triggered to say, Howard, you dictate this thank you note to Carol Leifer, and it'll be sent right out.
Right.
We have the address.
There's certain, when you get them, these things need to be taken care of right away.
Like I noticed Letterman's got a system in place. Whenever I do anything for Letterman, there's a note that comes. It's typed, and it's like from the desk of David Letterman, and it goes like, hey, Howard, it was really good seeing you. Let's get together sometime, blah, 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 David Letterman.
Mm-hmm.
And I can tell, like, he must... I don't even know that he writes it because it's typed. I don't even know that it's his thoughts. It seems like it's someone else is doing it for him.
Right.
But that's cool. I want that system. But I know I'm going to get on the phone today and be aggravated that I even have to take time to come up with a system. Like, I shouldn't have to.
Would you believe me if I told you we will handle it? You wouldn't.
I would. How are you going to do it? Let me hear it.
Well, listen, this is the first you brought it up that you want something that quick. Because usually
wouldn't it be cool, like, if I said to Carol Leifer, hey, that was really nice of you to send something. It was totally unnecessary, but man, you're the greatest, and the
hardest part of the system is deciding who fits the bill.
Right.
Like in other words, if Mark Harris sends you something, does that fit the bill?
You answer the question. You answer your own question.
Probably not.
Okay.
But
so
I never know with you.
You think I'm talking about Mark Harris?
No, but I never know with you because sometimes you go.
You don't know the difference between Mark Harris and Carol Leifer?
I know the difference between them. But,
I don't.
But sometimes.
Yes, you do.
No, sometimes to you.
All right, you're like, name a name that you think you can't tell what to do. And then
Mark Harris must have been a bad example.
Right. If that's the example.
Beetlejuice send something, Gower.
I got to look at the schedule for the last couple of weeks.
All right.
No, that doesn't work. I was going to say D. Snyder.
All right. D. Snyder sends me something. What do you think is the answer?
You probably should know.
That's right.
Craig Gass.
What do you think?
You probably don't need to know.
Right.
You know already. You know. Now it's getting embarrassing.
Wait, this is an embarrassing game, isn't it?
Well, I didn't want to have the meeting off the air, but this is what happened.
This is getting embarrassing.
Oh, my God.
Go ahead.
Craig Gass is on top of the Chrysler
building. Would send me something. It would be in the list, and then I could respond to it.
First of all, I know Craig Gass. He ain't sending you something.
You don't need to know immediately.
Thank you. Yeah, I don't need to know that day.
Well, he was just about to. Now he just put it down.
See?
Right. So, like Jimmy Kimmel, obviously, yes.
Right, and then I want someone to say to me, okay, do you have a note you want us to send Jimmy? And I'll just say, here's
all right, here's a better example. Lisa Lampanelli was here the other day.
Good.
And she handed you, while you were in here, she said, here's an autographed DVD and CD. I'd love, for you to watch. But it's in her mind, it's a gift.
Okay. What do you think the answer is on that one?
Probably not.
Right.
See, you already know.
You know the answer to this.
Yeah, but Robin, here's the point, and you know this because you've seen me for 25 years. I know till I don't know. And then when I don't know, I'm the biggest dick in the world.
Even if you get it 99% of the time right,
meaningless.
You're helping me. No, you're helping me.
No, because 1% will be the first 3 hours of the show.
Right, Gary's got a point.
No, listen. Okay.
Be honest.
Lisa Lampanelli is a great girl. But she gives me a DVD.
Okay.
I mean, I'm talking about.
Lisa Renna.
Go ahead.
Sends you her book.
Go ahead.
Hey, Howard, it's with a note. Howard, you're great. I think she sent the note something like, I couldn't wait for you to have this book. I think you're going to love it.
Okay.
Is that a gift or a promotional item?
What's your answer? What do you think?
I think it's a promotional item, but she sees it as a gift.
We know that. And you'll put that on the list, and if I want to write to Lisa Renna, I'll write to Lisa Renna.
Even though she sent you a personal note?
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. I'll read the personal note, and I'll figure out what to do.
But does anybody in here understand that Howard might go, Gary, Lisa Renna sent me a fucking personal note.
Gary, you got it right.
Well, I'll tell you when it'll happen. If Lisa Renna calls and said, did you ever get my book?
Right,
Gary,
exactly.
You just got it 100% right. Every example you gave, you knew the answer.
Yeah. Well, Robin hit it right.
Now, Gary, I'll give you an example.
But he also threw 95 great pitches out of 100.
Lisa Renna comes in here, and she sends me an antique radio.
That's a yes.
Ah.
Okay, I got one for you.
Okay.
I got Fran Drescher used to come in all the time. And
Go
then
ahead.
after she came in, I'm going to send you a gift. And she would send you those fucking croutons.
The pasta and the croutons.
Right.
It's a gift. Howard, I am sending you croutons because you're a good guy.
Okay. What do you think?
I think no.
Exactly. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
I'm sending you croutons.
Send me the croutons, so I'll talk about them on the... But, okay, Fran Drescher comes in. And she's on the air talking about she just bought a Kindle, and she thinks it's the greatest thing. So then you get a personal note in the mail from Fran Drescher, and it says, Howard, I love being on the show. I want you to try a Kindle. I went out and got you one.
That's a yes. That's a resounding yes. Here's
so
one.
There you go.
I got one for you.
Go ahead.
Okay, this is a tough one, but
go ahead.
Remember,
I bet you it's not tough.
Okay, remember the comedian Bobby Slayton?
I remember Bobby.
Bobby's wife owns a kids' clothing store.
Right.
He sends you a box of clothes for your kids.
Go ahead.
So the answer.
What do you think?
Well, now it's tough.
Tell me what you think.
The answer is it's a yes, gift-wise, but does Bobby make the cut celebrity-wise?
Now think about it. He's promoting his wife's clothing line.
But it's still a big
do you
box.
think there's a real rush for me to get to Bobby Slayton on that one?
Yeah, but I'm sure your daughter's favorite designer is Norma Slayton.
Yeah, exactly. Come on, Gary, what do you think? That can wait.
Teddy Slayton.
In other words, I'll get a note out to the guy, but,
All right, but that's a tough one because he is a celebrity and it was a box of clothes.
Right.
You know what?
That box of clothes is going to end up in a garbage.
Let me tell you something. There's two things
I'm
that
going
are
to give it
iffy.
to charity, which is 99% of what I do around
So
here.
I'm gauging the level of the celebrity and the quality of the gift.
The only one you got wrong so far is Carol Leifer's chocolates. That's it.
Which started this.
The real one.
There's two things. There's two things that are iffy: whether or not Bobby's a celebrity and whether or not those are clothes.
Right.
Gary, you missed one very important aspect. If Howard was single, you give him anything Lisa Renna said.
Right. Tracy. Oh, when I was single, it was terrible. Gary and I had meetings about that. It was so embarrassing.
That was so uncomfortable, Howard.
Really?
When I was single and there was a hot chick on the show and I wanted to go out with her, I would somehow say on the air, hey, yeah, you should get me your number. And then
that's a good code.
And Gary would walk in and I go, Gary, did you get the number from her? And he goes, you wanted me to get the number?
I missed the signal on one very important person.
Yeah, I missed a lot of signals.
And Howard goes, because I remember Howard goes, you got the number? And I go, you were serious? Because what the fuck is wrong with you?
but get the number is like if Joe Girardi's steal sign was, look, steal.
I felt bad, too.
You go in the green room and get a fucking number from somebody.
No, look, listen, Teddy tried it for me a couple of times.
It's embarrassing.
But Howard, can I ask you one question?
And the problem is, nobody's going to say no to giving you the number.
Well, first of all, they're giving me the number, so that's already creepy.
Yeah.
But
they're giving you the number.
Say no. You don't know whether they really, you don't know whether you're forcing these people to give you a number or not.
I was too busy or lazy to date, so it was a perfect dating opportunity.
Absolutely. You took full advantage.
If I could do everything on the air, I was fine. It was like, wow, this is cool. I'm on the air. I met a nice, attractive girl. She said something about her phone number on the air. after I badgered her.
I have a phone number.
Yeah, okay. Gary, did you get that?
I have a phone, Howard.
Do you own a phone, or are you a heroin addict? Because money took away their phone.
Well, you don't want my number.
Right.
But, Howard, let me ask you a question, because I think the fans are interested in this.
Yes.
In that crazy time you said you had, sort of womanizing,
Yeah.
how many girls that were on this show did you bang?
I don't
That you
know.
met on the show?
Not a lot.
Okay.
Like maybe...
Under 5?
Yes.
All right.
Right, Gare?
I got 3 in my head right now. I'm telling you right now. And I got one in my head that you don't even know that I know.
Let's double that number then.
All right.
It's like a drink.
It's like a chick telling you her weight.
I don't think there was a lot, honestly.
Gary, I'm talking about that he met for the first time on the show.
Well, there's one that jumps to mind for sure.
There were a couple I'm thinking of I was working, but I never even got around to.
Oh, yeah?
Either they just didn't like me that way.
That happens sometimes.
Yeah, maybe he might be right. But there are 3 that I'm thinking of.
Yeah. I don't know.
And I'm not thinking that hard.
I wonder what 3 you're thinking of, because you should write them down.
2 for sure.
Write them down and hand them to me. I'll give them to Howard.
Yeah, don't even write it
You know
down.
what?
You know what? That's
feel
water under the
comfortable
bridge.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're married. You're getting
Why
married.
go back there?
Great
I'm
wife.
happy. I do have a great wife. It was great last night.
We love her.
We watched it. You do?
We do.
People generally
He's
like her,
acting
or
like
are they
he's in the
afraid?
marriage,
No,
too.
you know what?
Do you think there's anyone afraid to say they don't love her?
No. Here's the
Besides
deal.
Sal?
But he's acting like he's in the marriage, too. We love her.
But in a way,
he is in the marriage.
Hold on, in a way, I am, and I'm going to tell you why, Robin.
Really?
I'll tell you why I'm in the marriage in a strange way.
He is.
I have a friend who worked for a big celebrity for a long period of time, and then that celebrity got divorced, and his life was miserable.
Okay.
Because that celebrity was miserable.
Okay.
And his life was miserable. So
I
if
see.
Howard were not happy,
You're
we would all be
miserable.
fucking unhappy. So the fact that he's happy, I'm in a great marriage.
So, Gary, Howard's pretty upset that it took so long for him to get the package, I guess, from Carol Leifer. And he wants to implement like a new system. Have you figured out what you're going to do exactly?
Yeah, Tracy and I spoke about it. The truth is there is a system in place. An email is sent to Laura every day telling her what came in the mail that day. So I guess it's my job to point it out more than Laura's job to point it out. But, I mean, he gets a list every day. He just doesn't look at it every day. So I guess they just want us to expedite it and say, hey, you should notice that Carol Leifer, but not Craig Gass, Jimmy Kimmel, but not Mark Harris, sent you an important package.
So you're saying that if he would have looked at it earlier, he would have seen it? It was definitely on the
Right, if he would
list?
have looked at it, he would have seen it, but he's saying, I don't get to look at it every day. He's saying, I'm telling you, I don't look at it every day, so give me a bigger heads up. It's more of a discussion. I don't think he was, he's not necessarily angry. It's just, sort of putting it all together. But it's done.
I'm Jesse James. I'm here to do the Howard Stern Show, and pretty excited. Been a Howard Stern fan since like the late 80s.
Oh, so you're a big fan?
Yeah,
Okay.
so, well, I was bodyguard and spent a lot of time in New York, and I think Rick Rubin turned me onto it. He had like cassette tapes of like when Howard, of the old show, when he got like booted off and like wore him out on tour buses listening to him, so it's
Nice,
pretty
man.
cool.
So this is a pretty big occasion for you then.
Yeah, I'm pretty nervous. It's actually, I usually just breeze through this stuff because most people that interview me are dipshits and like I just talk smack to them. But this one, I'm like, fuck.
All right, Jesse James also was on Celebrity Apprentice, used to be a real badass.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah. I've been reading about this guy,
Like
Jesse
how
James.
badass?
He was a real badass. Hey, Jesse, how you doing? Good to see you. Hey, nice to meet you. Pleasure.
That's a badass?
He's a badass. Jesse James is a badass.
Yeah, you fuck with him, Robin.
Yeah, fuck with him and see how far you
Hi,
get.
Robin.
Yeah.
Hi there, how are you?
Robin
good.
wore extra cleavage for you.
Trying to steal you away.
Hey, can I tell you why I was laughing when I brought him in?
Yeah.
Tim came to the green room. Tim never says hello to the gas. Tim came to the green room, and he just goes, dude, you're my idol. And he just started talking like how much he loves Jesse James and how Jesse's his idol.
Why is Jesse James Tim Sabian's idol? Like, I could see why.
As we were walking in, Tim was just like reeling off stuff, and he goes, that bike you made in Afghanistan?
Tim, what do you know about bikes? I mean,
he's a biker. Well, I've had bikes all my life as a kid,
I didn't know
Harleys
that.
and all that kind of thing. And
You can see by him he's a biker.
You can tell.
Yeah, right. I'm bad, But the
you
stuff
have
that he
socks
built
on with your loafers.
No,
Yeah, Jesse, he's a skinny, fruity executive.
exactly right. But he
needs a
just
man
builds the
purse.
coolest bikes. I mean, if you saw his his stuff is just absolutely amazing what you do. So it's an art.
He's one of your heroes.
Oh,
okay,
he's one of the greatest bike builders ever.
Tim was
car builders.
Tim was a Mongol. I don't know if you know that. Honorary Mongol.
Card carrying.
Card carrying.
Actually, I think Tim was in the Chingaling.
Jesse, nice to have you on the show. Now, how did you get to be? Where'd you grow up?
In California, Long Beach.
And were you a kid who was always into building cars and motorcycles? Were you just one of those kids who were just freaky into that stuff?
Yeah, my dad was like a antique dealer, and I never had any money, and I wanted cool stuff, and I had to learn how to get it myself or make it.
Wow.
But you were one of those kids that you didn't go to college or anything, right?
I went to college for 2 years and played football.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
But then weren't you a Hell's Angel for a while? You were part of the motorcycle club? You were never a Hell's Angel?
No, I was a bodyguard for like 7 years. Actually, I have to tell you right now, like, this is, to me, I feel like I finally made it. If I could do your show, I've done like 60 Minutes and everything else, but just to be sitting here, it's like, whoa, man!
Oh, that's
I'm
great.
on the Howard Stern show.
I love that. I actually met your wife, Sandra Bullock, on her movie set one time.
Yeah,
attractive woman.
Yeah,
Not a
she
bad
told me
deal.
she called you up one time and gave you some shit for a long time ago.
Did she?
Yeah, we talked to her on the phone once.
Yeah.
She called from the set, yeah.
Why'd she give me shit?
She's German.
You were goofing on her, so she called from the set.
Right.
Oh, she gave it to me. She put me in my place.
Yeah.
Amazing how easily I cave
No, but
in.
I was a bodyguard and spent a lot of time. The first person I ever worked for was Rick Rubin, and he had these like cassette tapes of your show from like the '80s, and this was in the late '80s, and we used to have them on tour buses and listen to
that's
them.
cool.
And it was like, being from LA and California, radio's pretty generic, but hearing like this dude that got kicked off for
dirty words.
Yeah.
Did you? So you go to college for 2 years, you play football, you get out of there, and you're trying to figure out how to make it as a young man, and you become a bodyguard. Is that the way it goes?
Well, I did security all through high school. I used to work at a racetrack called Ascot.
Right.
And then on the weekends, I worked at Golden Apple Comics up in Melrose, and I did security for Bill Leibowitz.
But then you get into guarding like some famous people. You were Madonna's bodyguard for a while.
Yeah,
right?
Rick Rubin offered me a job, not as a bodyguard, but doing special projects.
What does that mean?
Collecting money.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
Is
And
that
then,
right?
What was he doing?
Yeah, what was he up to?
Just producing, doing Deaf American Records. And then pretty soon they asked me to go on tour because promoters weren't paying and people were ripping them off. And then,
wow.
It was in the late 80s when violent metal started getting really big and kids were getting really hurt at shows. And so they kind of wanted me to come in and...
So that's how you made your living? You were the guy you were the collector.
And then I traveled all the way around the world, like in 5 years, about 10 times, and the whole time on the road, all I was doing was going to motorcycle shops and buying parts, and that was kind of what I did. When I was off the road, I'd work on my bike in my mom's garage, and I finally just got tired of it.
Did you ever have to beat the shit out of people when you were a bodyguard?
No, I'm a non-violent person.
No, come on. You're a violent guy, right?
Well, back in the late 80s, early 90s, you could still, duke it out, and it was like mutual combat. Nobody sued each other. So.
Did you ever have to go to jail or anything?
No.
Never. You had to think about it. That's funny. I do.
Yeah, what could you mistake for jail in that thought?
Yeah, right. Because you said on Celebrity Apprentice that one of the reasons you wanted to do it was because you wanted to apologize to figure skater Scott Hamilton because when you were a young man, you stole his car.
Yeah.
Right? So that was a big thing for you.
Well, they begged me to do the show, the producers and casting people for 2 years.
Right.
And, I'm never going to do that show. I'm too busy, and it's just not me. But they said, we have Scott Hamilton. And I said, okay, I'll do it.
Right, because you wanted to apologize to him.
Yeah, and I figured I would. I always felt bad because he's a little skater dude.
How did you come to steal Scott Hamilton's car? Was that your line of work for a while? Were you a car thief?
Well, I was kind of like a crab trying to get out of a barrel. When I was a kid, my parents let me fend for myself. And
how old were you when you were on your own?
I moved out when I was 15.
No kidding. Where was your dad and mom? What was their story?
They kind of split up when I was 5, and they're kind of that beatnik generation where, kids are a drag, and,
yeah, well, thanks for having me.
Yeah, and so, honestly, I did a lot of stuff that I'm not really proud of.
How old were you when you stole Scott Hamilton's car?
I was 17.
Yeah.
You know, and that was, I only did it because I had parts off of it sold, and I was looking for one, and someone knew of one that was at Ice Capades in San Diego, and so.
Where do you move when you're 15? When your parents basically throw you out of the house, where do you move to? I mean, how do you make? I mean, at 15, I couldn't even wipe my ass.
I moved in with my girlfriend and her mom.
Oh, they let you.
Yeah.
Wow, that's kind of cool.
And her mom was like, you know, pretty amazing lady that like.
That's amazing.
She like, you know, was the first time that I ever had like someone tell me, you know, look, hey, you need to get your shit together. And you're going to live in my house. You're not going to screw around. And
you were allowed to live in your girlfriend's house. Were you allowed to sleep in the same room with her and bang her?
No, they had a guest house. They let me in, and she also had a boyfriend. The mom had a boyfriend that lived there. So
how cool is that? That some woman would take you in just because you're with. Probably, you know. I mean, that's unbelievable.
But how do you get into the house? Because you know he's banging the girlfriend in the.
Yeah, I know. I mean, the mom's got it. You were banging your girlfriend.
It was high school. I was 15. You know.
You were banging your girlfriend at that time, right? So she'd sneak into the guest house.
No,
that would never go.
Nothing like that.
You were very. Listen, you didn't want to jeopardize the one place you could live.
Yeah, and it was, you know, one of those situations. If you look at it on the outside, it's like, wow, yeah, you're so lucky. But her mom was actually no BS and kind of like.
But they had a guest house. I mean, that's a wealthy
nice,
chick.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
no, it was not even. It was like a little house on their garage. You know, a little one bedroom that was like 10 feet wide. And
Have you always been great with women? I mean, you were voted the 50 sexiest men in America. I know you were married to the beautiful, stunning, who I wish I could have had sex with, Janine Lindemuller for a while, the famous porn star. Did you get attracted to her from our show since you were a fan? I mean, had you heard her on our show?
No, I never really, you know, I met her through a friend and didn't really, you know, I never really saw her on this show, you know.
I see. Because to me, she's one of the sexiest broads on the planet. I mean, I know you're divorced now and you're married to Sandra Bullock.
But beautiful,
but
right?
Fucking beautiful girl, and must have been a monster in bed. And I know she's into chicks, so she was probably bringing you chicks, right?
Sometimes things aren't what they seem.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you gonna like ruin the fantasy?
No, I won't ruin the fantasy.
Is that right? It wasn't. In other words, the fantasy I have of Janine is not only, well, she's beautiful, no question, but the fantasy I always had was, okay, she's into girls. I know she brings girls home, and I figured you were having the time of your life. Like, I would have sat there and said, oh, my God, if I could be him, if I could just, be married to Janine, it'd be unbelievable the fun I'd be having.
Yeah, but then, like, real life and reality kicks in. And, you know, I think it's
It's not as sexual, you're saying, as you think it would be?
I look at the situation now. I think I got in that relationship. You know, I was married for 10 years.
Right.
And got out of that, and that was the first like serious relationship I got into after being married for 10 years. And I think I more got into that relationship for everybody else.
Because
so guys like you would think I was cool.
So exactly, that's true. That can happen. You're like, hey, I'm
check
just,
this out.
You almost
Everybody expects me to be having this life,
and you know,
even though you think something is wrong with the relationship, you go, it can't be anything wrong because everyone's jealous of me.
Everything's really, really great and awesome and amazing while things are good.
Right.
But when it starts to spiral out of control, so much so that like I feel like I'm losing it and going crazy, then you know it was. I think my basic synopsis of the situation, you know, was amazing. I fell head over heels for this amazing, beautiful woman.
Right.
And then all of a sudden it started going bad and ended like nuclear warfare. And at the end of the day, we have this amazing daughter.
But what could have gone so bad?
You know what? I don't really want to say anything bad about her. She's in jail.
I know. Well, did you hear when she called in? She called our show.
You know, and hey, if she's right here, by all means, I'll talk right to her face.
Right.
But,
yeah, it was pretty bitter. Like, she didn't say anything bad about you. She was grateful that you're going to watch her, you know, your daughter together, you know, that you had together. So she's pretty thrilled about that because Janine's in jail for tax evasion.
Yeah.
Did you get caught up in that at all? I mean, that whole tax evasion thing?
A little bit. You know,
you must have been thrilled with that.
Well, yeah, it's good when the IRS gets pointed in your direction for no reason.
Yeah, it's great. Huh?
Yeah, you know what? But the whole situation, it's like, hopefully, I hope when she goes through all this stuff, and, you know, and she's pretty much hit rock bottom, that she, like, you know, I know there's a really great person and mom in there somewhere. It's just got to come out.
Yeah, it's weird though. You know, was it weird for you being married to a porn star for a while? Like, I mean, is it that like guys think that they can have their way with your wife, and
I think it you know, she'd been retired for like 5 years,
right?
And so it wasn't really like on the tip of your tongue. You know, it wasn't like she's a current huge star. You know, it was like over in the past, and she was changing. But then, you know, I think it's harder for her to be in that kind of spotlight. You know.
Would you recommend that a guy marry a porn star, or do you think that they have too many problems that it's just too much of a thing to overcome?
Just buy the DVD.
Just buy the DVD. Yeah,
Don't even go there. Just buy the DVD.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's better to beat off.
Yeah.
Was it hard for your current wife, Sandra, to get over the fact that you were married to a porn star? Did that almost destroy your new relationship in the sense that she couldn't take you seriously because you had been married to a porn star?
Well, I've been 100% honest with her and upfront about everything. Like right from the get-go, where like some of the things I had to tell her at the beginning of our relationship.
Right.
Like, hey, I was with the porn star. Hey, we're having a kid.
Right.
And all this stuff. And like several points, I expected her just to turn around and run.
Yeah, because that's right. Your wife, your porn star wife, was pregnant when you met Sandra, right? And it was like your marriage was ending. So that's a tough situation. Taking up with a guy who's just ending a marriage.
We were already apart like 7 months before that. And, you know, finding out like when she was like 6 months pregnant, you know, it's like, guess what? And I'm like, bullshit, you know, like.
But that could almost destroy a relationship,
yeah,
especially with Sandra Bullock.
It's been really hard, but it's a testament to what an amazing woman Sandy is, you know.
Well, how do you meet Sandra Bullock?
Yeah, that's cool, because I tell you something. I met Sandra Bullock for 2 seconds. This is before you. And I was thinking, maybe if she comes on to me, you know, that'd be a pretty good hookup.
Sure.
I mean, wow.
She's she's married to me, so it's got to give guys like you hope, because I'm just a knucklehead like you.
Yeah, I'm probably a bigger knucklehead than you. You at least can build a motorcycle. What do I do?
But how do you meet her?
Yeah,
I mean, how do you even, and what happens? How do you get to date Sandra Bullock?
Yeah, that's good. Tell the guys in my audience so they can meet like a Sandra Bullock.
So went through nuclear warfare.
In your marriage.
And like swore that, okay, I'm just going to be this 50-year-old single guy.
Right.
You know, I'm done. 2 marriages, I'm done. I'm not getting married a 3rd time.
Yeah, after 2 marriages, you start to say it's not working.
You know, and I was like, that's it. You know, and a couple months had passed, and she contacted my office and wanted to bring her godson for a tour of the shop, because he was a big fan of Monster Garage and West Coast Choppers and stuff like that. And I kind of, okay, cool, whatever. You know, I kind of automatically figured she's probably a bitch. You know, fancy Hollywood chick, and like, and she brought him, and I talked to her for like 5 minutes, and it was like, you know, never in a million years would she be any kind of a. I mean, she's amazing and beautiful, but I would never like go for that type of girl. I've always, you know, kind of
wilder chicks.
Blondes with big boobs.
Right, yeah.
You know, I'll take that one.
Yeah,
you know, I've never put any thought to any woman I've been with other than superficial features, you know, and I never ever like thought, you know, hey, that looks like someone good I could spend time with, you know, but this, I like something triggered in my head, and I was like, wow, you know, you know, she's smart, and she looks you in the eye when she talks to you, and she
ain't bad looking.
Yeah. You know, and so I kind of contacted her assistant, said, hey, I want to ask her out.
Wow,
take some balls.
Ballsy.
Yeah, and you know, I don't know where that came from, but then I asked her out, and she said no.
She said no. Not interested. Why? Do you think because, hey, you know, you're some like motorcycle dude, and you're also getting out of a marriage with a porn star and all that other stuff?
Well, I don't think she knew that much about me, and you know, just.
Why do you think she said no?
Probably because she's smart.
But did she? So when I get a no, that's no. I'm like,
you don't go back again. How does it wind up being a date? How did you kept going back?
Hey, you know, squeaky wheel gets the grease.
Yeah. Huh? So
I you know, we kind of emailed back and forth for a couple months, and it was.
Well, wait a second. She says no.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you start emailing back and forth?
I had her email address that she gave me, and we just started going back and forth, and it was the first time ever in any relationship that I ever have been in that was like a courtship.
Right.
And I really got to know her, and she got to know me because she automatically thought I was like a bigot and a racist and like, you know. And
why? Because you're into bikes?
Well, just, I mean, you look at me, you know.
I kind of thought
I
that
look
when you
like
were...
Daniel Carver's kid.
Yeah, I thought maybe you'd come in here and say the N-word or something. I don't know.
No, but I grew up, you know, I grew up in Long Beach and was born in Linwood, you know, an all-black neighborhood. And like, you know, I thought my name was Wedo when I was a kid because all the Mexicans used to call me that. And like,
so you didn't have any real racial bias. In other words, you might fit in with some of her Hollywood-type friends, it turns out.
Well, I don't know about all that.
Right. So you're writing, emailing back and forth. So how did she finally give in?
Yeah, and we just eventually went out to dinner, and like it was a great time. And you know, she kind of asked me like, you know, when do you want to go out again? I said tomorrow.
Well, that's the move. Yeah. And now, the whole time you were emailing her, you didn't see any other chicks or anything? Like you were really that focused, or you were going out with girls?
No.
No one. You went without.
Kind of swore it off.
How long did you go without? Let's call it something nice. Pussy. How long did you go without? How long were you free of sex?
Probably about 2 weeks.
2 weeks? Wow. How did you last?
No.
Really, how long? Like months?
Yeah, it was a couple months probably.
So you were focused on Sandra.
Oh, I think you know, it was just, I don't know, it was awesome.
Wow.
You know, it's awesome to like, you know, I've always put hard work first in every aspect of my life to be successful in business and TV shows and all that stuff. And I've never put hard work in a relationship, like never ever like applied my work ethic to making a relationship work. And like, you know, I guess you have to listen to chicks. It's weird.
It is weird.
Yeah, when they talk, you have to like look at them and listen. And like,
how do you learn that stuff?
Yeah.
Nobody teaches you.
And then when they ask you, like when a woman asks you, hey, you want to go look at furniture and go to the gardening store today? You got to go, yeah, let's go.
Yeah. Like you got to, in other words, sometimes be interested in what they're in, even though you don't necessarily care about it that much. So that first...
And you have to talk to them.
Yeah, I know. That's the drag. No, but in all seriousness, the first dinner, did you get to kiss her?
No.
You did not? How long before you get to actually kiss her?
I think it was on like the second date.
Second date.
And she kissed me.
No kidding. Yeah,
she took charge.
Yeah.
She just started doing...
Kind of caught me off guard, too.
Yeah, I know. You're probably thinking in the back of your mind, gee, she's been in all these movies with like all these really good-looking Hollywood actors and stuff. There's no way she's going to fall for me, right? There's just no way. I would be so goddamn insecure. I mean, she's been around every good-looking dude on the planet. I don't even know who she dated.
None of those dudes can weld.
That's true. You know what? Stick them on an island. Could they build transportation? No way.
She'd better stick with you.
They can't fix the microwave like I can when it breaks.
You actually are a man. You're a real man, right?
I guess so.
Yeah, compared to a lot of those guys.
Yeah.
They're very twinky, some of those guys. So did she lay down any rules? When you start to get in a relationship with her, she's got publicists, she's got all kinds of things. She's a super famous actress making $17 million a film. It's almost like Pretty Woman in reverse. You've got to get the rules read to you, right?
You know, I think there's a certain level of respect that you don't have, you know. If you love someone and respect them, you don't have to lay down rules, you know.
First time you make love to her, you like, oh my God, I'm with Sandra Bullock. That's what I'd be. I don't even know if I could function.
How long does that take?
Were you like just freaked out?
I'm not talking about that.
Come on.
You guys got enough.
Seriously, she's the best lover of your life?
Absolutely, hands down.
Look at this.
Yep.
Keeps it real, huh?
Yep.
And you've been with some people.
You've been around.
Did her people try to break you guys up at all at first?
Well, all of her friends, absolutely, like 100%, like no way, we're putting a stop to this. This is no good. And
even I was going to call her and put a stop to it.
Really?
Said, what are you doing, honey? No, I don't know her. I had no idea what was going on. I'm happy for you. You know what I mean? It must be a great life. What do you guys do all day anyway?
Well,
you're working all the time, right?
Yeah, both of us work, and you know, we surprisingly live a normal life. We just, you know,
got a big house.
Not big. You know?
But how do they do the finances? Because she, you know,
she makes
has
a ton of dough. I mean, you make a great living, but the fact of the matter is, she's got a ton of dough. What do? You keep it separate, or you have a joint fund?
Everything's totally separate.
I mean, that's got to be complicated.
Yeah.
I mean, like, so the electric bill comes into the house. What do you do?
Who gets it?
Does the bill go to you? Does it go to her?
We flip a coin.
No, I'm being serious. How do you work that out? I mean, at some point in a relationship, how do you work that out?
Howard's all worried about the financial
but
stuff.
in a way,
a Jewish stereotype playing itself out. I need the accounting. Let's see it.
No, but Jesse, in a sense, it's true. You're the guy. You're supposed to like handle all that stuff. But she's sitting there making $17 million a film. I mean, it's kind of silly for you to have to pay that stuff. If I may be your lawyer, I mean, you know what I mean?
But it's got a pen and paper.
No, but you know what I'm saying? Like, what do you do when the bills come in?
Well, I pay my bills. She pays hers.
And then what about the joint bills? What about the electric? You're both using the lighting. I mean,
you know what?
Not get any light.
If you love someone and as much as I love her, nothing's an issue in that respect. We just handle our own stuff, and some stuff I pay for, some stuff she pays for.
Prenup though, you got to sign, right?
With what?
You got to, when you get married to Sandra Bullock, the both of you got to work that out ahead of time. There's no way, especially you've been married 2 times before. You got to sit down and have that tough discussion. That can't be easy. Believe me, I know.
It was, everything about it was totally easy.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, because a lawyer came with a big phone
and I
book
think
worth of paper.
it's a test, to people that kind of have, perceived success in their field. We both are strong, and we don't, I think when it's lopsided, when, you're marrying someone that's like a remora.
Right.
And, then you're going to be sweating all the details. But her and I, we're.
And you got a motorcycle shop, right?
Yeah, a little one.
A little one. No, you like a leading guy in this whole thing, right? I mean, you're the guy, right?
The leading guy.
You're the leading guy.
Yeah.
You build a motorcycle.
I build the best bikes in the world, hands down.
Big business. How many people you got working for you?
Probably about 40 or 50.
No kidding. That's nice.
How many people you got working here? Jesus, what's the payroll here?
About 150 people. I'm not kidding.
Just for
payroll's $40.
And we don't make a thing.
Yeah, nobody gets paid.
Yeah.
You know what an honor it is to work here?
Nice. Interns.
I mean, listen, this is fantastic. Now, you've got Jesse James. Now, by the way, why the name Jesse James? That's not your real name.
Yeah, it is.
No, it isn't. James is your last name. You legally changed your name. What were you born as?
Mohammed.
No, come on. What was your? Was it
my
your
name's
name?
Jesse
Greg?
James, man.
That was your
my middle name's
name.
Greg.
Oh, okay. So
there's 7 Jessies in the family, and we all go by our middle names, so it's not confusing.
It is Jesse Gregory James.
Yeah,
You're
and
absolutely right. You do know your own name.
Yeah, my immediate family calls me Greg just to save confusion, and
Yeah, are you still talking to your mom and dad now that you're famous and well married?
No, I had them killed.
Well, I mean, seriously, Jesse,
No.
you don't talk to them, right?
I don't talk. My dad and I don't have any kind of relationship, but my mom is great. And
why is your mom great? If she let you leave the house at 15 and kind of booted you out the door, why is she great?
Because in the last couple of years, she's came around and started being a great grandma.
Yeah, I guess, but nevertheless, I mean, now it's easy to
Well,
love you.
I
You're
was hesitant.
successful.
I was hesitant at first, because so much stuff we've been through, and the whole tornado of the relationship with Janine, killed a lot of stuff with my family, and
Right.
But I think you have to, as long as your parents are willing to make the effort and.
But why did your family abandon you when you were going through all your hard times with Janine? I mean, why would they turn on you? Why wouldn't they support you? I don't get it.
Well, that didn't start with Janine. That started when I was like 5. And I was done with my family when I was 15. I bolted and went on my own. And
Did you go into therapy years later? Because I mean, when your family isn't
therapy.
I'm being serious.
I went to court-ordered therapy one time when I was like 14 after I got out of jail.
Yeah.
And I threw a chair through the window.
You had some anger, huh?
Yeah, that's the only time I've ever went. So.
But why would therapy make you angry? In other words, you've got to be pissed off at your parents for doing this to you. I mean, that's a tough thing when you're 15.
I spent a lot of years being pissed and angry.
Right.
And I think a lot of the stuff I did, like stealing cars and getting in trouble, was kind of lashing out.
Right.
But now I kind of understand it, and I think, you see, someone with some fame and stuff, you think, it's like a Lindsay Lohan situation in her folks or whatever. But, it's, my parents were like, only, speaking like my dad and my sister, they were gone like long before that. They had tried to steal from me like when I was like 19, so.
The old man, has he tried to get in touch with you recently since, you're married to Sandra Bullock, you got successful television show, the whole thing?
I don't know. I've never heard from him.
Never.
So, no.
Do you know if he's
Well,
alive?
you got to respect him for that.
Do you know? Yeah, I do respect him for
Yeah.
that. Do you know if he's alive?
Yeah, he's alive. I'm pretty sure.
How do you know that?
Because I haven't been sent a funeral bill yet.
Right. It's funny how that works.
Yeah.
Now, Jesse James is going to be on Jesse James is a Dead Man. Now, what does that mean, Jesse James is a dead man?
Well, we started, Monster Garage ended like in 2005.
Right. Fred, you must be a big Monster Garage guy, right?
I'm a big fan of Jesse's, too. I thought he was like, and I think I wish he had punched that guy on The Apprentice who was asking those, who's that guy? That Piers Morgan?
Piers, yeah, the teabag dude.
I don't watch that show. What happened with Piers Morgan?
They were just kind of being dicks and like him and Donald Trump were like trying to press me to bring Sandy onto that show.
You're not going to do that.
Yeah, it was
and you know something? The lamest excuse that Donald could give to fire him is because he wouldn't bring, Sandra on the show. And I'm like, that's the dumbest excuse I've ever heard in my life.
Well, I mean, you were on the show. Doesn't mean Sandra Bullock's going to be on the show, right? I mean, it doesn't mean you come in a package. I didn't yell at you for not bringing her today, right?
No.
No, you that's absurd. You were kicked off The Apprentice because you didn't bring Sandra Bullock on?
Well, I remember what Donald said. He said, well, you didn't bring her on for the big charity thing.
Yeah.
And so I don't see you bringing her on in the next couple of weeks, so you're fired.
Yeah, they kind of made themselves look like assholes.
Yeah.
But that's not hard for them.
So, Fred, you're a big fan of those bikes?
Fan. I'm a big fan of chopper building as an art form. I think he's one of the leaders in that field.
What bike do you ride? Let's see if Jesse has any respect for you.
He's not going to know. It doesn't care because I'm not a chopper rider. I ride a Triumph.
Nice.
I'm not a hog guy.
I'm too big for Triumphs. I look like an oaf on it.
So what the idea of a personalized chopper is? In other words, you build it's a one of a kind.
It's like if you went and had a tailor-made suit,
right,
to fit you. We kind of tailor-make bikes for customers. They'll come. Like we built one for Shaq. And he's 7'3".
Well, he would need one.
Yeah,
is a guy like me a pussy because I don't ride a motorcycle? I'm afraid I'd hurt my leg or something like that, or roll off and get killed. You know what I mean? I actually have fear.
Well,
right?
you know what? I built a lot of bikes for guys like you.
Yeah.
Jesse, did they make them with training wheels?
Yeah, you build a
I'll admit it. I'm afraid. Let me ask you about motorcycle riding.
But I've seen guys like you that have come in the shop, and I'm like, oh man, who's this motherfucker coming in here? Like they got like a shiny Rolex and driving a BMW, and then I'll build them a bike.
Yeah.
I'll build them a bike, and it's kind of like it makes their personality come out of like who they really want to be, and like all of a sudden they got they're growing a little beard. And like,
in other words, you would say I'd be less feminine if I had a bike.
I think I could see you riding a bike.
You could.
Yeah.
I'll tell you my fear of riding a bike. I know a lot of guys who ride bikes, and they always have a story of an accident, and the ones that survive either have brain damage or I have one friend who was a big bike rider. He has pins in his legs, and this guy's a real,
I got pins in my legs.
No kidding, from falling off a bike.
Bikes, race cars, stuff like that.
Do you do hardcore stunts, right? What is this? Jesse's stunts on the show include riding a nitromethane-fueled motorcycle at 200 miles an hour.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
What, are you like Johnny Knoxville? Do you have the death wish as well?
No, I think this stuff that we're doing on the show is more challenges and stuff that's mentally and physically demanding. I think Jackass is great. I love that show, and I love Nitro Circus.
Right.
But it's more buffoonery of like hurling yourself off to something and stuff that's over in a split second. I want stuff that's going to be like, okay, I have to train for months to get ready to do this, and
a nitromethane-fueled motorcycle at 200 miles an hour, riding a motorcycle in minus 60-degree temperatures in the Arctic and leading the police on a high-speed chase. Are you insane? I mean, seriously, do you think you're crazy?
No, man, I'm lucky.
But doesn't even sound like fun, riding in the Arctic.
If I'm living the life you're living, you're successful. You've worked out all your issues with your parents. You're married to Sandra Bullock, one of the most successful actresses in Hollywood, and beautiful. You got great kids. I mean, what are you doing? You're going to risk your life doing this stuff?
Hey, man, life's only a one-lap race.
Is that true?
We only get one lap.
And
so you could either just sit here and talk about stuff all the time, or you could build a bike and put your chick on it and go ride. And I think it's
Am I a mama's boy because I don't do this?
You know what? I think it's great that you're scared of it because that means you'll love it that much more when you actually do it.
Well, I think I'll love it more when you do it.
When you get over your fear and you jump on a bike and you take your chick up to like New Hampshire or wherever. I mean, you live in the best riding place in the planet.
Right.
And put your chick on it and you get it and you kind of squint your eyes and you could feel the sun on your skin and like.
There's no better feeling to you.
Ed, you would love it. I can tell your personality because I've built bikes for guys like you.
Boy, guys like me?
All of a sudden,
Yeah.
like, he'd come in and he'd kick over the trash can. And like, yeah,
I would come to life.
Look, motherfuckers, we need to get some shit straight around here.
Watching American Idol?
Yeah.
I like American Idol.
You watch it too, right?
I've watched every episode.
Do you vote?
Did you vote? I voted last night. If you don't vote, then you can't complain about who your idol is.
I sent 5701 to vote last night.
Did you?
Me too. 5701. I can prove it to you.
I got it. You could go get my pages from the green
room. Want to see mine? I'll prove it to you.
Yeah.
How many times did you vote last night?
Just once.
I voted 3 times.
We're kicking you out of the club.
Yeah. You know, I hear what you're saying. I could see me riding on the back of your bike with my arms wrapped around you. You know what I mean? And my hair blowing in the wind.
All snuggled up.
I can see it. It might be kind of romantic.
With his little thong hanging out of the back of his
He'll
pants.
have the girl helmet on.
Dave, you're on the air. You're on with Jesse James. The big show is Jesse James is a dead man. Evidently, he's going to do things on there that only real men like myself can dream of. You're a Superman.
Do you ever think you would get off the couch and ride a motorcycle?
No, I'm too afraid. I'm too much.
We'll hook up. I'll make him do it. Yeah, we'll leave him stranded somewhere, and the only way he's going to get back is to get on a bike and ride home.
Maybe if you throw that wife of yours on the back of my bike, I might take a spin. I don't know. Let's go.
Howard, get on a bike.
Let's go to Dave. Dave, you're on with Jesse James.
Hey, Howard, how are you doing?
All right.
Good. Hey, Jesse, how are you?
What's up, man?
Hey, man, I big fan of yours and been riding bikes since I was 4 years old, and I got to agree with you to Howard there. He's got to get on a bike and experience it because it's.
You know what's funny about this? There's a lot of guys out there riding bikes and living the wild life. Fred.
I love it.
And where am I in all this? Where
you got to just do
missing it, Howard.
Yeah.
It.
You think you know what? I think I'm too much of a mama's boy. My mother had tremendous fear. You are not.
My parents told me that if I ever got a bike, I'd be kicked out of the house. Well, fuck it. I moved out and then got a bike.
You're a rebel. You're your own man.
Yeah.
But do you ever think of confronting your fears?
Absolutely not. You want to know something, though? Yes, I do.
I'm going to be honest. One time he picked a hangnail, and it went all the way.
You want to know
it
something,
went past
Jesse?
the nail bed.
Jesse, in a way, you're right. In a way, you're right. I'm going to be honest with you right now.
He's going to go to bed without brushing his teeth.
I am so full of fear. Jesse, I am so full of fear that, do you know, when I first started to run, I run. That's my exercise. And when I start to run, I would hear my mother's voice in my head saying, you can't run in the rain. You'll get cold, you'll get sick, and you'll die.
This guy's laughing.
And Jesse, as you took up motorcycles and riding at 200 miles an hour, what I did was I ran in the rain. And Jesse, I considered this
crazy style.
Yeah. And you think I'm joking?
Were you wearing dolphin shorts?
I considered myself a rebel at that point. Now, mind you, I was 40 years old, and I thought, wow, look at me, I'm running in the rain. I don't care.
F you, Mom.
If I get an F you.
How serious?
Hey, Jesse.
How serious are you about it?
You want to know something, Jesse?
When you come to a stoplight, do you keep running in place?
I do. You know what, Jesse? I'll tell you what. Here's my analogy to you. I kind of feel that, in a way, my radio show and what I did with my life was my, if you will, fuck you to my parents. To my mother, who always said, you can't do this, you can't do that. You are going to be sensitive to women. I was raised in a house of women where I had to be sensitive. And in a way, I went on the radio and I became this maniac, an insane person. So maybe you doing the motorcycle thing was me doing the radio show. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I can still see your personality. You know, and I think it is about confronting your fears. You know, you learn once you push yourself through a level of fear. You know, and I learned this on doing the new TV show. Once you push yourself, if I do something and I go, oh shit, this is